be alumni, Wisemen Show alumni to get that kind of treatment.
A 4-time felon.
We were gonna do a Saturday night episode with.
Or no, he would be 3 times. He's been
Taylor.
twice.
4 now, right? 4.
I think it was 4.
That would have been the 4th time.
I think that might have been 5. No, 4. That would have been 4.
No,
that would have been 4.
Well, the 3rd time that he came was just to come back and do a freestyle and dip. We only had 2 episodes. 2 episodes. 3rd time he came back, did the winter freestyle.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So he's only on 2 episodes?
He's been on
2 episodes.
Yeah.
And we might have broke one in part. We might have done a part 1, part 2. Black.
Yep. He's one because he was like one of the first artists locally to like really fuck with us.
Which one is that? Who is that?
He goes by Black. BLACKK. Yep.
He's actually really dope.
He is dope.
You might have seen him pop up here and there. He's pretty fire. If he had a good backing, a good crew, like he would fucking take off for sure.
Oh, y'all don't smoke at all?
I do, but I can't on the podcast, man.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I just can't do it.
For sure.
Probably wouldn't matter for me now, but I still probably.
Oh yeah, because you don't got to piss.
Nope. I'm about to go to a new joint, so I gotta be careful with that shit too. No, actually, I'm probably gonna get out of that industry now. Gonna be a mortgage loan originator.
Oh, damn.
Taller ceilings.
Man.
If you grind, you put in the work like I did in the car business. I should have been making. I was managing. I ran the Golden Valley store by myself at the end. Last 8 months. Shit was rough though.
I think my boy Dino was working.
Yeah, Dino. Fuck yeah, he's a St. Paulian man. That's my homie for sure.
Like when we used to steal cars back in the
You're on Selby side then too, or no? Are you? Yep.
St. Paul, but
Yep.
yeah. And that's why I know him from. That area. We went to Central High School together.
Yeah, he's the homie for sure.
He the one who be hitting me about like all the little car meets and shit. Like, I know
Yeah.
because of him. He be like,
You gotta go. Like if you follow with him, he's got all the plugs on that shit. Yep. Yeah, he's a good dude. Definitely a solid dude for sure. I can't believe what happened to his cousin. Did you see that shit with his cousin? She brought the kids out to this dam that everybody always goes like tubing down and stuff like that and kind of sliding down. Yeah, and the water was high. Yeah, the water was high, and they lost her, but she ended up like saving a couple of the kids and shit. Like there was like 6 people or 5 people out there. It's crazy.
She died?
She did, but they ended up saving. Like one kid got resuscitated. Like the whole.
She died saving people. Damn.
Didn't one of the kids die too?
Maybe. I know one got revived, but I don't know if.
I
I don't know. I can't remember at this point now.
She saved them baby. She saved the baby. She
That could be too. This was they're like playing at the dam and shit, which is like a common thing. But yeah, it's crazy. Crazy as fuck. Yeah, Dino's a good dude.
When y'all first launched this, y'all started together too. Like y'all just came up with. Is it something y'all always wanted to do, or did y'all just fans of music and just leaned into it?
Pretty much. That's about it. Yeah, that's pretty much. You pretty much nailed it right on the head right there. Yeah, he didn't. I was a podcast guy. Like I was into podcasts. He really wasn't. And we've always been looking. We've always looked for like a place to like put our conversations.
Yeah,
and then podcast like
we used to have phone conversations that we felt were worthy of like people wanting to listen to, especially when it was coming down to like hip hop and our knowledge of hip hop and shit like that. And I'd say we had like really good non-biased debates on shit. You know what I mean? And
with each other.
And we'd have some funny ass conversations when we're doing it too. Like, you know, a lot of comparisons, analogies, shit that just, I mean, it's just funny as fuck. And that's what put us in the position where he said podcast. I'm like, fuck podcasts. Nobody listen to no podcasts and shit. I'm gonna listen to music before I listen to a podcast. And it's like, whatever. If you wanna chop it up, we can chill. If I can do our thing. And 5 years later.
Like, damn.
So depending on who you talking to, you can get some of the dopest conversations ever. So.
Yeah, and we still have those conversations without it being on the mic too. So, yeah, I mean that shit. It's just always worked.
Who was y'all first show? First.
Us.
Yeah.
Man, our first 2 episodes, which are still available, they're still out there on SoundCloud. Yep.
On SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts.
It was on a fucking BlackBerry, wasn't it? Did you have a BlackBerry?
No, it was an iPhone. It was an iPhone.
iPhone 5.
I think it was a 5. Yeah, it was the 5C. It was the one, the ones that had the color one. Yep. It was a 5C. We literally put that bitch on the desk, hit record on just the recording app. No, it was the Spreaker
app, yeah.
which only allowed you to record a half hour at a time.
So we did 2 episodes.
Yep. We did our first episode. We did our
part 1, part 2.
top 10 rappers of all time. So we did 10. We did 10 through 6. No, me and him did.
No, just me and him. Yeah, this is before we.
We haven't done that. We haven't been doing that since we moved into the new spot. We stopped asking top 5 dead or alive.
A lot of people I still do a local
The thing is, bro, like the reason I don't like locals lists and doing that shit anymore is because
so fucking upset.
It's not. It's just not. It's like
people can't handle.
I did like our top 10 freestyles though. I liked what.
That's fine.
I like that.
We can top 10 our own shit.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I just think that it pigeonholes the whole local thing.
Okay, yeah, that. But my thing is, with the top 10 local thing, everyone gets so sensitive.
Dude, it's so sensitive. It's crazy.
It's no way you gonna know everyone who's here.
There's tiers.
Even if like someone like Pilot Johnny, DB from St. Paul, he knows a bunch of people from St. Paul. He doesn't know Pilot Johnny. Oh, this text cousin. Oh, that's okay.
Look, I feel confident in myself and in Joe being able to say who the top 10 rappers in Minnesota are. Because we are tapped into not only Minneapolis, not only St. Paul, we're tapped into all of it.
I don't even feel comfortable answering that question right there. Because there's so many artists that I don't even.
It's tough too, especially if
here's my thing though. I feel like there's tiers because like I don't listen to fucking Young Gravy. I don't fucking like Young Gravy, but he is currently at what you would consider to be a national level.
Yeah, for sure.
But he ain't better than I could name 40 fucking rappers right now that are. That's what I'm saying.
To say that. Hey, I thought when you said Gravy, I thought you talking about the nigga that played the Notorious
B.I.G. No,
yeah,
not Gravy.
Like,
that's Gravy.
I'm like, this nigga a national artist now. I just saw him on the motherfucking movies.
Who's he signed to?
Is he signed to Rostrum? I think he might be signed. It's not?
Rostrum, what they signed? Weird. They signed a few people. They signed some.
They started with Wiz and Mac and all that.
Yeah, you were telling me that when you were here last week. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean like, but then that's the other thing too. So like, I'm not putting Young Gravy in no top 10 of anything. Top 10 comedic rappers, maybe.
And it is like top 10, like personal.
That's my point.
That's what he's mentioning. There's so many different things.
And is
like,
it,
we try to do,
and is it top 10 skill wise? Because there's some skilled ass rappers here in Minnesota that.
That's the hard part, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's kind of like it seems like you never got to break it into categories, like
exactly.
Because it's hard to compare certain people to certain people. Because that's a lot of people saying like, oh, you can't compare him now. Can't compare him now.
So that's why I think you could do like the one thing that I would maybe be interested in doing for Minnesota would be like a top 10, like about to blow, like on the cusp.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Where you could start. That's when you could start talking about. You can start
talking
about.
We kind of did on our first top.
We
10
we did top 10 hottest.
Made us who we were. Like that's when we actually started getting buzz. Like it was kind of crazy.
Yep. 2016, we did a top 10 hottest in Minnesota, and it was.
Yeah, and that's when we put Lyric Merid #1. God, what was that list? You remember?
Lyric Merid was #1.
Like 5-6 years ago, people were on Facebook making Facebook statuses about who the hottest is.
That's what we had, but we made like a photo of the top 10, like a Mortal Kombat.
So you remember when they used to do MTV used to do that shit? See, that's the thing is that's what I'm saying.
We didn't know.
So we started in 2016. We didn't know shit in 2016. We didn't have Taylor on there.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't?
No.
What?
Taylor was definitely moving.
Shit, it was a big play.
But Lyric was moving though too.
Lyric was moving, but I think we were looking at like a more of like a Minnesota scene.
Right? Huh? Lyric, yeah, that's the he got that one.
Sexy Fat.
He got that one song. He had that one. He had a. I know.
I know what you're talking about. He had. It was the.
It was like one of his big records.
The biggest.
He was like, he was going crazy. He had a little video. Was it him and Jay Plaza? Was Plaza in it or in the video?
Nah.
About that boy.
Something like that. It's something like that. Like he a cool nigga though. Like big.
Weren't you on?
Size, but he could move.
You weren't on one of his
performing. He could like
his
energy is fucking crazy.
You weren't on his Power Moves. You weren't on there.
No, I don't think I was on there.
The one that he had everybody on? Are you positive?
But I do not. I do.
Did you record a verse and then just give it away, maybe? I could have sworn you were on there.
No, but me and him, we were supposed to got together, though, on everything. Yeah. We were supposed to got together to do some shit, but I wasn't on that one, though.
Oh, he retired. He hung that shit up.
Oh, what? Yeah, wrap that up?
He retired. Shit.
At all?
He's got to be out coming up on 2 years.
Yeah.
Completely out. And when he left, he left.
Yeah.
He didn't everybody was like, oh, he'll still be. Well, no, he left.
He did like a Black album?
Left. And he didn't even do a Black. He dropped the fucking Sexy Fat EP.
Yeah. And then
which was one verse. Each song was one verse, 6 tracks, one verse on each one.
But a lot of people doing that now, though.
But he told me that he told me he's like, I recorded second verses for those. And then he hung it up, and I was like, yo, dude, I took videos of my kids. Because my kids loved Lyric. I took videos of my kids begging him to let us have the second verses, and he still wouldn't do it.
I remember he did that, the wrist, baby girl, that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We were on our way to Somerset. I was shooting for him, and he had like the rough drafts of that song. He kept playing that shit over and over and over. Dude. And then like it was him and Rich Garvey was in the car with us. Rick Garvey and him were like arguing. Rich Garvey was like, "Turn this shit down, man. My ears hurt." He's like, "No, but this shit slept though." He like turns it up.
That Sexy Fat shit was way ahead of its time. Like that, he was doing shit on there that people weren't doing yet. He was a special dude.
That shit was fire though.
Yeah.
I still listen to that shit.
Have we been live this whole time? We have, haven't we? Yeah. Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's do
Should we start? Should we tell people what we're doing first?
I still want to fucking remember what that goddamn top 10 was.
It's up there. It's still up there.
Cup. That was the first time. That was one of the first records I heard of the whole Cup. I had to go Google. They did that song with Jay Plaza.
We did Lyric Marid, Mac Irv, Baby Shell, Nate Millions, Jay Plaza, Reefery, Y Khalik, Tech, Destiny Roberts, and Juice Lord.
Reefery.
It's a solid list.
Yeah,
that's a solid list.
That's solid for sure. That was a lot of lyricism. That was a lot of lyricism.
That's kind of.
That was like.
I still like to laugh at that. How petty we were with Plaza. We purposely put Plaza at 5. He definitely deserved to be higher than 5, but we tried.
Order from best to.
Yeah, we did a
like
top
Plaza.
10 hottest
like
moving.
Plaza.
Like it was a hottest list, so it was who was popping, who was coming up.
DB was popping when y'all having on the list.
Yeah.
Bro, in 2016, we didn't know
our
shit.
Comments went fucking crazy, dude. Like
we should
we
have
had
put
people saying Da Ducati, Minnesota.
Mayhem should have been on there too. He had just dropped a fucking Gangsta Grills mixtape.
Yeah.
Literally just did that shit
that's
that
right.
time.
I had to did that shit.
Yep.
It had a lot of people on that.
We fucked up, but I mean, we know that now. Like,
but I mean, not necessarily. Y'all didn't fuck up because y'all did what.
We did
what y'all was,
exactly.
Y'all did,
we did it.
That's what y'all felt.
And we made that
That's
shit clear
them
too.
Y'all heard us out of everybody who y'all listened to in Minnesota. That's who y'all felt. It's y'all opinion at the end of the day.
It is.
You can go off of the hype around people, like we were saying about different levels people on. You can go off the hype, like, okay, we know he worked the hardest.
Yeah.
He on every show and everything, but then Jay Plaza or Taylor, whoever might just have be better lyrics than him, so it's kind of like
a lot of what we were going off of too is who we were seeing, because we were at back then we were at every show.
Going to every
we were at
show
every
that was
fucking
going.
show.
Yep.
Every show, people were trying to put us on their list. Come out, do a show, do a podcast, do this at our show. We were at every show. So a lot of it was we were just talking about who we were seeing at shows.
We were hooked up, most of the people that seen what we were doing and moving and shit was like MCC and Pledge Empire and shit. So we were going to a lot of their shows too. So,
and we had close friends that were like legitimately upset with us that we didn't put on that list too.
I feel like some people was situations too. Like,
dude,
you might as well.
I'm telling you, that's how it first blew up.
You are a podcaster. You might as well. Hey, it's up to DB if he wants you to sit down with him.
Man, everybody welcome. I don't mind.
Grab a chair, slide in. So before we do anything, I just want to, if you're listening to this or watching this, then you probably already know that we are moving to a subscription-based platform. If anybody that's watching, listening that doesn't know, free advertisement. Free advertisement. So we're gonna be moving all of our content off of YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, all that shit, especially with with what Joe Budden's been talking about Spotify. Bro, the Spotify. I pulled out a Spotify stock because of him. It's been dropping like 5% every day. So
Look, I ain't even up to date.
he-
I ain't even hear it. What
he
are you
fucked
doing?
their shit up. Well, they treated their podcast like shit for their entire contract.
They basically treated them like shit and didn't want to repay them. It was like negotiation.
Yep.
Oh damn.
They tried to lowball him like
Yep.
dumb crazy. After they just gave Joe Rogan what 200 million.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean it's a
shit.
different
He
situation.
got like one of the biggest podcasts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's the reason why Spotify podcast is even
For real.
moving.
Yep. It's a fact. So yeah, so we're moving away from all that shit. We're going to subscription based platform. It's called Patreon. I'm guessing a lot of people have probably heard of it. Some maybe haven't. So if you haven't, if you just go to patreon.com, that's patreon.com/The Wisemen Show, you'll find it. We're going to have, as of right now, we have 4 tiers that you can subscribe to. The first tier is only $5 a month, and that'll get you everything that you've been getting for free for 5 years. So if you go to, or you can just download the app. There's an app, Patreon app in the Google Play Store, the Apple Store, whatever the fuck, whatever phone you got is there. You download that shit. Search The Wisemen Show. We'll be there. You'll see us. Like I said, the first tier is only $5 a month. That gets you everything that you've been getting for free. It's an automatic deduction. If the money ain't there when it comes time to deduct, it's not going to take money from you. It's not going to overdraft you or anything. Then the second tier is $10. That gets you. We haven't really decided yet exactly what each tier is going to get you. But the second tier is going to be $10 a month. I think we're going to include like in-studio performances with that one. I think that makes sense. So you get, if you want the in-studio performances, you got to pay the extra $5. Then you got the VIP patron, which is $30 a month. That gets you everything from tier 1 and tier 2, plus a t-shirt every month. And then
The exclusive merch.
Yep, the exclusive merch. And then there's the tier 4, which is like I call it the diamond level patronage, and that's going to get you everything from tier 1 and tier 2 plus the exclusive
Escorts.
hoodie. The exclusive hoodie. We're going to send strippers to your hotel room, and yeah. So hopefully people will subscribe. Hopefully people value us and want to continue to be able to get the content. We haven't decided if we're going to keep it on YouTube. Like all our back catalog will still be available everywhere.
Yeah,
You'll still
for
be able to
sure.
list everything that we've put out up until then.
But when it's exclusive and hot and fresh and whatnot,
Yeah.
it's gonna be going through that for sure. And it's only gonna help everybody out too.
Yeah.
It's only gonna give us more funds to
Yep.
advertise and get shit out in the other markets where we want to see our artists shining.
That's a fact. And also, if you go subscribe right now, there might be already a piece of content up for you that nobody else is getting. But don't tell Cashanova. Because we're not supposed to drop that episode for a while. But it might be up there right now if you go subscribe. But I say all that to say this. Welcome. We have a special guest tonight, episode 210. It's been a long time coming, long overdue. 210 episodes it took us to get him here.
Fuck yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, DB Tha Rasta is
Yes,
in the building.
sir.
We also got HyphyTV over here if you can't see.
Yep.
good, what's
Pull
good?
that mic up. Make sure you got the mic up and close.
Yeah.
So, man, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm good. How y'all feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. It's getting cool out, so hoodie weather is in full
sure.
effect.
It's winter coat. What is that? Mongoose, triple goose, fat goose weather.
It is,
It's
too.
about 30. It feel like 30 below out there right now.
I seen somebody post like summer didn't even say goodbye. It just said get the fuck up out of
Man,
here.
at
Some
all.
shit.
I could have sworn they were just throwing pool parties last weekend. Literally.
They were
We
literally.
might still get a pool party or two, though.
Yeah.
I feel like Minnesota, we'll probably be back in the 70s.
I feel like Minnesota could
Wouldn't
be
surprise me.
the opposite too. We could be fucking
True.
doing Halloween with 31 inches of snow or
Yo,
whatever.
but
that
what
shit
about,
was.
but is Halloween going to happen?
No.
I feel like bad shit's going to happen on Halloween.
You know, I mean, when you think about it,
Well, it's social distancing at its finest, man. It's outside
social
going door to
distancing,
door.
But
I'm
door to
nervous.
door, you think they gonna be good with all them kids coming to their door and they passing candy out to the kids? Ain't that unsanitized? I mean,
Yeah, they're all picking their
Like,
nose.
I
eating
don't think
their
it's gonna
hands and
happen.
I mean, well, a lot of kids might have. Well,
Plus,
I guess.
I feel like with everything in the world going on right now with the pandemic and the fucking riots and everything that's happening in the world, I feel like that's going to be potentially a good night for some purge type shit to happen.
Yes.
Everybody's already masked up. Now you
Yeah,
got an
but-
excuse to be out wearing a.
Yeah, but
But
everybody
wait-
already
wait-
masked up.
Wait till the kids are fucking gone,
Halloween
anyways.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Wait till.
Halloween's
Wait till.
different, but everybody's masked up. Like, it's
Yeah,
people
now
with
it
whole-
is.
Everybody's
I've
masked
been seeing them
up.
with the
Halloween
body
gonna be alright.
astronaut suits on, walking through hell. Like, yeah, I've been
Seriously
like,
though,
man,
too.
I don't know. I don't know if I want my kids out there.
What the fuck you? Yeah, they got
Look, been
astronaut suits.
everywhere. I'm telling you, they be on the planes like that too. I swear, with the whole zip
Oh,
up.
yeah, I did see
They be
that
on.
like
I
that.
swear, they be on there with the whole. I'm talking about the zip up over their head. I'm like, how y'all get the security? Like, did y'all have to take that off and then get in the? Because I know they took you through the private room and searched that, man. Y'all
You
got
actually
astronaut
saw
suit.
someone with an astronaut suit on, like
I
going
mean,
into a plane.
I'm calling it an astronaut suit, but I don't know what it's called.
Oh,
You
okay,
know
okay.
what
Oh, I got you. I got
suit.
you. Yeah. Yep.
What's the masses?
The hazmat
Everybody,
shit?
The good masses, the M49s. So they might be the M49.
The
suit.
N95s or whatever the fuck it
whatever
is. Yeah. Looks like a full. You look like Darth
Look,
Vader
man,
and shit.
I'm smoking cookies, man.
I know exactly. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
I know something like that.
So man, we've been trying to get you out here for a while, so it's gotten a little further away from the release of the project. But I want to talk about Just a Reminder, but also I want to just talk about just you, where it all started, how you became who you are, everything. But just to start real quick, the Just a Reminder project,
For sure.
really good project.
Appreciate it.
Really enjoyed the project. Been listening to it pretty much. I think since the first time I reached out to you to let you know, like, hey, I've been listening to it and you should come on the show. So it's been getting heavy rotation.
That's love. That's love.
But man, let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the very beginning, where it all started for you. I know you're born in Indiana,
For sure.
and all of your roots are pretty much in Indiana.
Yeah.
But you rep St. Paul, Minnesota. Like,
Look
to
at
the
that. Get up
fullest.
too,
whole-
man.
I
Huh?
rep
I
the
gotta.
whole
Paul in the
Minnesota.
You rep the
building.
whole. You're right.
Look
You
at
do.
that
Whole
shit.
Minnesota,
You
but
do.
yeah, St. Paul though definitely is where I resign at for sure.
Yeah.
Same
Everything, man. That's where it really started at. Like, I just been a fan. I really been a fan of rapping, hip hop period since a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just really started from there, just rapping. I used to be with my cousins. Their name was Junior and Matthew. They was rapping. They was into like pop, Young Mama, all the West Coast rappers in the '90s. I don't know. It seems like Minnesota was, that East Coast, West Coast shit going on in the '90s or whatever.
I was, bro. I was
West Coast,
look,
East Coast.
I know this is wild. I've said it many times. To this day, I will say fuck Biggie. Because of pop. Bro,
I mean, you know me personally. I can't just say.
I know. It's like I said, it's
harsh.
wild.
Like how everybody just got dead ass silent. He's like,
Hey, like, damn, because that was harsh. That
get it.
sounds like some shit Pac could say, though.
He died saying that shit.
I
And
mean, he did, but damn,
like
that
fuck
was
your
harsh,
mama.
though. I wouldn't say fuck Biggie, but, I would say.
bro, I still don't like Biggie.
you gotta be
I
careful
really
with
don't.
his clips too. Be like, DB Tha Rasta said, "Fuck Biggie." Clip.
I could chop it up. I could. Exclusive. That's that exclusive Patreon content right there.
No,
Some
man,
deep
but-
fakes. No,
No,
yeah.
I was a fan of Pac too, though, 100%. Like, you feel me? So that's all my cousins and them. They grew up listening to him. So they used to always, when I was young, they used to point that shit in the room, like, rap about that, rap about that. You feel me?
Yep.
And I just be little as hell, like, oh, the garbage can red, all type of shit. You feel me? And so shit after that, I just kept going with it. Shit around like high school, I started my own label, the GMA shit, and that's the first time, honestly, as much times I rapped and everything, the first time I ever been into an actual real studio was like freshman year.
Freshman year of high school.
Freshman year, yeah. Like, other than that, I literally, everything was out my room. Like, when I tell you, used to be 50 of us, like, my mama was cool as hell, like 50 of us in one room. I had a Windows computer. I ain't even had no Mac. I had a Windows computer, a little mic. My homie Donald, he came, put the Pro Tools on my shit. I had the big old Pro Tools inbox, the gray and blue one with the 4 knobs.
That's
literally,
funny
and we started recording right there, like literally just right there. And I just went down to I used to go into the mixing and just hit every little knob and see what it do and shit like that. And
So you learned the hard way, the good way.
yeah,
where
literally,
know
like, I ain't really
everything.
have like no real one-on-one until I went to Studio 4. Like, 'cause I went to Studio 4, I went to Arlington first. In high school, I started at Arlington, got kicked out of Arlington beginning of 10th grade year. And then my cousin Humble Child, I don't know if y'all know, y'all familiar with Humble Child? Okay, he would Bone Thugs and Harmony, he be around Technum and stuff too.
Okay.
But yeah, so he worked at Studio 4. He was like, man, look, you need to come here. If you do good in school, they give you free studio time. I'm like, what? Hey, free studio time? Shit, I signed up for there. Went there, first time I started being in the studios, and that's when I started kind of learning more and being more in depth on, being on how to mix certain shit. And I just kept going with it.
So with your process, are you the one that's doing all the mixing and mastering? Or
No, not no more. I done got lazy on that side. 'Cause like, no, for real though, because like I used to do that, like for real. Like I used to mix everything, but
But at least it
know,
gets your ear to understand that
sure,
shit. Gives you that
for
foundation.
sure. But back then, it was like the music, you didn't need 100% proper mix, kind of like now. Yeah. And back
now it's
then, the
different,
ears wasn't listening like that. It was like it was just so happy to rap. Motherfuckers like, man, that shit hard, man. Put that CD in. You can hand a motherfucker CD with the marker written on it, like DB. Hey, play that. Back then, and people put it in and play it. So back then, the mixing was cool. But now that I know what real mixing and mastering sound like, I'll listen to that shit now. Like, oh, this shit sound trash.
Yeah.
But do you have just in a world where, especially in the music business, people are trying to go more independent? Do you ever feel like pressure to try and do that stuff yourself, or do you have just?
No, I have plenty of times on some. Like certain times when certain engineers you mess with or something, they might be busy or certain shit you need, some certain content you need right away. Yeah. And so I done thought about like, man, I need to learn how to mix this shit myself. When shit gets stressed out. But then again, I done got behind there and tried it, and I'd be like, nah, let me call Bishop. You know what I'm saying? Call my people like, man, y'all come mix this shit.
Yeah, and for some people, like, sounds like they're in a position where you don't have to.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people aren't in that position.
Yeah, for sure. And to me, it give me more time to actually work on my craft anyway, though, because I'd rather just fucking rap, like,
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just rap.
Focus on rapping.
Yeah, like, I just want to fucking rap.
Like Big Crit just did that on his project, and it paid off for that reason, too. He got to focus just on the rap and the lyrics and shit.
But I also understand knowing how to do all that shit and shit will save you tons of fucking money though. Like
that's a fact.
Especially if you're doing it properly and getting your shit done the right way. It's like that shit costs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I would always urge any artist, anybody listening, anything. If you do have the time and the patience to do that, that's my choice of not wanting to mix my own shit and shit like that. Yep. But if I had the patience and shit to still do that, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? It's the best route because ain't nobody gonna know your sound how you want to know your sound. That's a fact. Unless you just get lucky and find that person who know your sound and and go with it.
That's true. That. I mean, that's true. That is true. Or I mean, there's engineers out there that will.
Go crazy.
Make you make your sound.
Give you your sound for sure.
I don't think Drake would be Drake without 40.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I think 40 deserves probably half that credit right there.
Okay. Left side of the brain and right side of the brain.
Yep.
So if that's a J wouldn't be J without Guru. Is that who the dude is? Guru?
I mean,
Guru. Oh, that wasn't that.
No, you're right. Yeah. No,
that was a low one. That count. Y'all, everybody breathed hard. Y'all breathed hard.
I would actually.
That's the only one I hear him yell besides Pharrell.
I would venture to actually give Kanye a little bit more credit for that. Not because Kanye's his engineer, but. I don't know if host.
A lot of his sound and for when him and Kanye were moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Guru is definitely dope. I mean, it's Guru and like Just Blaze.
You could put him on the podcast if you want to.
Oh no, I will. Yeah, what's up, dude?
Oh, you're not doing Jeremy yet?
No, I'm on it right now as we speak. You on live right now.
Oh, dang.
Look at you. Oh, dang, you shy. All right, but no, I'm going to call you when I leave from here, though.
Yeah.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
All right.
That's the
Well,
fan.
that's my oldest, man.
How old's your oldest?
11.
Okay.
Yeah, little A.
I got one turning 11 tomorrow.
For real?
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, you should be preparing for a birthday party. Y'all got it already?
I'm prepared.
Good.
I'm
Ivan.
prepared.
Man.
This is easy. I already gave him all his gifts.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I bought it all, and I'm like, just take it all.
How many you got?
4.
He's the one that opened it and grabbed it from the front door anyway.
Finally, somebody just a little bit behind me. I got 7.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sheesh.
All yours too? Like,
Man, I don't know. I got 3 and 4 possibles.
damn.
4 possibles.
crazy.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with y'all. No, I got 3 though.
I got
that's
real though, because I
got 3 boys.
technically I have 5. I do have one. I found out about one like 3 years ago.
Oh, for real?
He just turned 18 too.
Damn.
Yeah, my ex hit me up and told me that she had my kid and gave him up for adoption. I was 16, so I didn't have any fucking rights.
Oh,
there wasn't a damn thing I could do. She had him, gave him up for adoption, closed adoption.
Oh, man.
But once he turned 18, she said he might come find you. I was like, oh shit, come find me. Not my fault. I didn't. It's not my fault.
I feel you.
Oh, shit, I ain't trying to laugh.
I didn't
but,
know. He said, come find me.
I
Not
had
my
no
fault.
idea.
Man, hey, man.
My wife keeps saying, like, I hope he comes. Like, I want to meet him. I'm like, why? What is... The fuck's that gonna do for you? He's 18. He's a grown man.
I mean, but you never know though. You never know though. You never know how it works.
He was adopted by like 2 pastors. Both parents pastors. They named him Christian.
Hey, that's my homie name. Shout out Capo.
That's his son. No.
Oh, that's Capo. That's Capo. Capo is not my son.
Y'all got the same body size. Y'all got the same body size. Capo.
Wow. Yo, y'all gotta get Capo on the episode.
Oh man, Capo's he's been out here a bunch of times. Oh
That's
shit!
not gonna get out of my head now.
Y'all crazy as hell.
Shout out to Capo. Though.
So,
No, I don't think. How old is he? Did he just turn 18? No, we're in the clear then. This is not. Oh shit! What the fuck were we just talking about? That guy last- oh yeah, kids. Yeah, man. Yeah, no.
7 kids.
I'm prepared.
Man, that's crazy.
Not 7. I fuck around. I got 3 though. I got 3 all
okay.
boys.
All right, all boys. Yeah, same. I
He's got
got
4
all boys
boys.
too.
And the
Yeah.
1-year-old.
Yeah, all boys too. My oldest is
God
13
wasn't
though.
giving me no girls.
But he's an asshole.
For real.
Oh my god.
Man.
I had to leave. I left him at the crib when I came here. My wife was just getting off work or whatever, and I'm leaving the crib and I'm like, TJ, you're in charge. And he's like, huh? And I just looked at my 2 middle, and I'm like, y'all are in charge.
Man.
And I just fucking left. Like this is,
they don't want to be in charge. Though.
dude. He just wants to play Fortnite. That's
My daughter
it.
never wants to be in charge.
No, he doesn't want to be in charge. He doesn't care.
Man, that Fortnite shit.
you
It don't
watch
even
yourself?
look exciting neither though. To me, y'all be playing that shit.
I don't. I play 2K. That's it. And I haven't.
play the games no more, man. I used to be in the games heavy as hell. I only
Me
play
too.
that
If
shit
it ain't Grand
at
Theft
all.
Auto, you'll probably
Man,
never
we
catch
got
me.
every motherfucking
I
game
bought
system
Grand
no
Theft
more.
Auto and I haven't even played it. I bought
I
it
can't
in the
do
middle of the
Grand Theft
pandemic.
Auto no more because that shit will fucking take my life up. I play Warzone because I'll
Online?
get sick of that shit. I'll get
Play
angry
Grand Theft
sooner
Auto
or later.
online. That's a whole
Yeah.
What's
different.
worse? That's the Call of Duty
That's
shit.
that
Ain't
Call
really
of
good
Duty
shit.
shit, yeah.
Online?
So you're playing like
Yo,
in
we used
the,
to have all the homies on it, like 5 deep online doing missions. Like,
Yep.
we stunt on each other with cars. Like, online's a whole different world.
See, I haven't done that shit.
You can
Like I
buy
said,
jets, houses, all that shit. Like, that shit's different. Yeah.
I bought
It's
GTA in June in
it's
the
the
middle of
ghetto
the
Sims
pandemic, and I
world,
still
bro.
haven't played it.
Yeah. Ghetto Sims. Just
Hell
come back to
no,
life.
see?
Let's get it.
I can't get into that shit. It'll consume me.
I don't got
Yeah,
time for
that's it.
video
I
games.
can't
that.
neither. That's
I have
what I'm
no
like,
time
I don't
for it.
know. And
See,
I
Call
used
of
to be
Duty,
into
like,
the shit. That shit
I'll
crazy.
just fucking quit. I'm just
And
like,
Call of
fuck
Duty
this
hard
shit.
as hell. Like,
I'm out. Done. So there's your 45 minutes.
2K is
That's it.
perfect for me because like I don't get like dumb invested in it.
See, I do. That's
Whereas
the problem.
like Madden, even Madden's a problem for me because I'll get super
man,
invested.
I can't play, man. I've always been weak at football games my whole life. I can never play
Really?
Madden. Hell no, that Call of Duty shit. I tried to get on it the other day. I don't even know how to switch guns. Like
You
that
just
shit.
get shot in the head.
Yeah,
right
that
away.
shit.
I'm talking-
it's-
yeah, niggas
you
out
gotta
there
be
in the
consistent
cut,
with that
they-
shit.
They doing too much. They
shooter.
popping me from the roofs and shit. I'm like, bro, like.
I yell at my
they don't
kids
want
for
me
the
on
way
their team online, live, whatever it is.
I yell at my kids for the way
He's
they
over
talk,
here.
and I'm like, but then in the back of my head, I'm like, I know that if I was playing, I'd sound the exact same way.
Yeah.
My 13-year-old's like, why the fuck do we even play this fucking game? It's just gonna fucking shoot. It's like, dog, you don't talk like that. Like, dog, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I will walk up behind him and smack him in the back of the head like, where do you think you are right now? You can't just yell like that in the middle of my fucking living room. He's like, sorry, what did I say? I'm like, you just said fuck 8 times. I've never heard you say fuck before.
Man,
Like,
Sounded like Uncle Joe, goddammit.
the games.
dog, it's too much. Bro, did I tell the story already? Xavi? My 5-year-old?
No.
My 5-year-old, I walk into the living room one night and he's laying there. He never plays Fortnite. But this night he's playing Fortnite. And I walk up behind him and I just hear, yeah, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. I was like, no, he wasn't playing online.
Hey, it's Kirk Kidd.
Yeah, his
Kids
brother
be
said
on
that.
though.
Well, I asked him, I was like, where did you learn to talk like that? And then after I said that, I was like, please don't say you. Please don't say you. Like as soon as I asked him, I'm like, please, like, don't blame me. Don't blame
wanna
me.
say
Don't
you.
blame me.
He didn't want to say
Oh
you.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I do. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
No censor. At the
Yeah, I don't censor
crib.
myself in front of my boys at all. Like I don't.
For sure. That's how you got.
But he'll slap the shit out of the back of their head.
You know what I'm saying? I don't judge anybody how they raise their kids or what they do or say around their kids. But you got to be real with these kids these days.
Yeah.
It's too much shit in the open anyway. It's the internet.
100%.
It's a
My
fucking
daughter
thing
got a
called
phone,
the
so the
internet.
internet, she can
As
do
long
whatever
as
on
they
it.
can get
Exactly.
to the internet, they can learn anything or see anything that they ain't never got to ask you about.
And if they're
Period.
and if they're gaming online, bro, I've told the story before on this podcast. I've gotten into it with some kids for the way they were talking on the other end of the microphone to my kid.
Go get your dad.
Dead
Go
ass.
get your dad right now.
But the problem is when you
State
do
you
it,
in.
when you say some shit, bro, it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
I'll be like, who the fuck? It's these little white boys, and they're dropping the N-word, and I'm like,
Oh,
yo.
yeah, it's so fucking
I was like, you can't.
bullshit
We're
on
not
that
like you
shit.
got to turn
The
that
slurs
shit off.
on
I
that
can't
shit
hear
is
that
crazy,
shit.
though.
And then I started yelling at him, and he's like, "Who the fuck is that? Is that your dad?" And I'm like, "Oh shit."
Oh, you went and
Go.
got your
He's
dad.
like, "Fuck you, old man, you fucking piece of shit." I'm like, "All right." I got the app on my phone where I can go into the PlayStation Network. I can block anybody that he's playing with. I just blocked him.
And that ain't even just like kids and games. Like we just saying like 5-6 years ago on Facebook. Like that's the internet
yeah.
period,
That's a
man.
fact.
That shit's cap,
That's
man.
a fact.
Just a bunch of
Internet's
fucking
just-
loose cannons on that
Yeah,
bitch
man,
because they know that they don't have to go face to face. They take advantage of that fucking Sims world. Social media is the same shit, dude. It's the same shit. That's what I keep saying too, man. I wish you could, man.
Yeah, man. I just think that there should be regulations on the internet now. Like you got to find a way to regulate.
And on
some
punching
shit.
people, like it should be somewhat acceptable.
You should have to put in like your ID. I think there was like a comedian that had that idea. Like
Hell no.
in order to,
I'm cool.
They
I ain't
already
fucking with
scamming.
it.
They scamming IDs with us with the IDs in our
iPhones,
pockets.
shit.
So
I mean to like speak like in order to speak on a subject because there's a lot of people out there that speak on subjects they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
So it should be like I want to reply to that comment. Oh, you do? Put in your ID here. Or put in your
so they
picture,
can know
or
who's
put in
saying
a
this
picture.
shit.
Put in a picture of your diploma here. Show us that you have experience in this field that you're about to
That's
speak
still
on.
just
Something.
perspectives and opinions, though.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
That's still we come from different places of.
Yeah, but some
You know what
people's
I'm saying?
perspectives and opinions are fucked up.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
cap.
fuck
Or
They
they're
thinking the
just
same
capping.
thing about us.
It's
They
that
like it.
troll.
They
It's
thinking
that
the
troll
same
shit.
It is that troll shit. I think the troll shit is dying though. A little bit.
well, let that roach crawl on me.
That shit ain't stopping. That shit just getting like people are starting to realize how lame it is. So it's like, yeah, that shit's happening. We see it. Some people get into that shit, but that shit's just lame to me. I don't know.
It's the
Troll is
internet.
lame.
Super internet.
Yeah, no, I don't
To
like the troll.
purposely do some shit for cloud, like purposely.
Dude, that shit's corny
and
as
to
fuck.
super purposely go to the extreme, like
Corny as fuck.
Like,
I mean, I've been on the internet all day today trying to get people to believe that we're done.
See,
So
I mean, but you ain't like.
Yeah, but we are done with something. though.
we are done.
Like,
We're done with some shit.
done with YouTube.
You see,
Yeah.
I even wrote you back. I'm like, oh damn, I thought y'all was closed or some shit. Like you like, no, we're still on. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
okay. I'm
Yeah,
like,
we're-
okay, we
Motivation to
making
hustle
some
came,
changes.
man. We're
Come
done,
on.
man.
Like, I'm like,
Motivation to hustle was one of the first likes on the post too. I was like, you wouldn't like that shit.
Yeah,
Outta
they
here.
done. Hey, fresh,
Fuck
they
outta
done.
Yeah.
Fresh, they said they done. What's up? Let's go.
Nah, man,
y'all
but
done with,
we are. We're
What?
done with giving our content away for free.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Done with all the full content
That's
away
bad
for
anyway.
free.
though, 'cause
Level
y'all-
up,
y'all
man.
done
Fuck
built-
it, man.
Y'all done built y'all movement. Y'all
Yeah.
got the people behind y'all. It's like, okay, y'all really support. Come on. It ain't like they tearing y'all head and saying, hey, we want $80, $150.
No.
Come in a month. Like, y'all support. Come on.
But we got 7,500 or 7,800 followers on Instagram. Like, if each one of those people threw $5 into a Patreon to get the content, you know how much fucking money that is?
Is
a
y'all
month
really
for us?
supporting the
500
Wisemen
Like that's
or not?
where that's
Yeah.
And they got
$500
other levels
bucks.
to it where you gonna get merch back too. Come on, you
saying.
cannot beat that at all.
if we could get $5 from each one of those followers, that's quitting day job type of money right there.
Y'all might as well throw a tip in there, man. Y'all talking about y'all balling, having it that way.
No,
man.
and that's actually kind of what we talked about too.
Go
Is
tip
if once things get rolling, we hit our goals that we have going, we'll take, our 5 subscribers or early subscribers or whatever the case was and bring them out, do some cool shit with them and stuff too. And then in the future too, it'd be cool. Like what we tried doing was getting some of our royalties, like when we're doing the live sets with peeps.
For sure.
And when we're getting our royalties, we were splitting 33%, but it's not enough yet. So we want to get stuff where we can help contribute back to the artists too, so they can get something going, just to add the support.
Too,
Fuck
man.
yeah,
Like,
man.
Fucking with one of your fans, one of your supporters, I ain't gonna call fans. One of your supporters, fucking with them, that should go a long way.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
for sure.
I got people that fuck with me off like Cushion Taylor, that like friends, Paris and shit. Like I don't even know this dude, but he be hitting me all the time. Just like, what's up, Ivy?
But those are the fans that you want to get. Just like 3Bs and shit. Like he's been building. He's been doing a really good job. And they fucking take care of their people, man. They meet up with them on those rides and shit.
That nigga 3B, that nigga would have been the race.
Man, I done saw 3Bs go. 3Bs went out the roof right away.
Pulled up in
But
the race.
it's doable, man. I'm telling you. The way he says it's doable. Like you just got to do this shit. And I'm telling you, like being on the other side of the industry and seeing what he's got and what he's done, like. And being a part of when they were kind of getting going and shit. Like, I seen how they leveled up. Like, they're smart.
I like Blood. I like 3Bs, though, because he ain't afraid to be different.
Right.
He don't care what nobody think he gonna
fuck
be.
your opinion.
And that's exactly who he is.
He gonna be extra.
Come at me, he be saying some funny ass shit coming right back at him.
Extra out the box. He gonna do anything. He don't give a fuck if you think it's the ugliest shit, if it's the brightest shit. He don't care. He's like, yeah, nigga, he's gonna rap his cars. He's gonna, I fuck with Blood. Dude.
That's because he's proved. That's because he's proved multiple times on camera that he will fucking kill you. He will fucking kill you. Like,
he did fuck a couple niggas up on camera.
Yo, that shit is fucking.
I'm not talking about no like murder, like illegal shit. I'm saying like if you come up the wrong way,
he just
will
posted that
fucking
shit. I
kill
can't
you.
believe that it's been this long when he did
yeah,
this
the
outside the
anniversary.
rug shot with the owner. Like him and the owner are carrying the rugs out, and the owner gets fucking bum rushed and shit. And this dude fucking just.
And then he helped him up though. Then he
That
bopped
nigga
took the
3Bs
shit
is
to the car.
he's
came
CJ
back
from
and
San
helped him
Andreas.
Yeah, the California one was sketchy though. That shit was actually pretty fucking.
I don't know
sketchy.
why I felt the need to like censor that. He literally came on this podcast and said to this mic, "I'll fucking kill you." So I didn't need to censor myself. Yeah.
Shout out 3Bs,
He had no
man.
hammer on him.
And
That
Slim.
time he took dude move.
He took
Dude trying to pop up on him.
Hey, that nigga.
Hey, on everything. Gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
Your shit, Blood. That's my dog, man. Shout out to 3Bs, man. That's my dog.
Let's get back into this.
So yeah,
This is
back
what we
to
were
the
talking
beginning.
about, man.
Back to the beginning.
Yeah, for sure.
Where we kind of left off.
Tangent.
But yeah, it really just all kind of like started at Studio 4 as far as being in the real studios and starting to know more shit hands.
How old were you at this time? Like, how long had you been?
Shit, that was like 15.
Okay.
Like 15 years
So
old.
that's when you
How
started
did you get
taking it
that
serious.
connection with Studio 4 then?
I told my cousin Humble Child and shit. He was a teacher there. Like he was a teacher there and shit. And when I got kicked out of Arlington, they wouldn't let me go to no more public schools. I tried to go to Johnson after that, Johnson and St. Paul and shit. But they're like, no, you can't go to no more public schools. I'm like, all right, man. So at
What'd
that
you
time,
do?
It's bad.
Some stupid shit, just fights and shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, shit like that. It was like I wasn't. But yeah, just some fights and shit. And then, but yeah, they was like, you can't go to motherfucking public school. So Humble Child at that time, Studio 4 was a charter school. So when consider, you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, all right. He said, you do good, you get free studio time. I'm like, all right, that's all I need to hear. Came there, man. It was just like that. Like, and it just went from there. Like,
So did you do well? You did well in school, and you were doing the.
Yeah, I did cool. I was still, a little knucklehead. Keep 100, you feel me? I ended up getting kicked out of there too.
Oh shit!
I ended up getting kicked out of there. I went there for a couple of years and shit. Ended up getting kicked out of there, and then I went to City Academy, and that's where I got my high school diploma at.
Okay.
So I ended up graduating, and I went to college and shit. You know what I'm saying? So.
And so throughout your graduated from high school and then going on to college, was rap was still like.
Yeah, I was
That's
still
what you
rapping.
wanted to do.
Yeah, for sure. That's all I really knew since a kid, though, for real. Like, that's all I really knew. Feel me? So it always been part of me. I just used to always want to rap. Like, when I first started, my name was Lil Tank. Because at the Tupac died, Master P was my favorite rapper. So I on everything, they had the tanks and shit. Like,
Me too.
on everything, man, Master P was the shit.
I mean, I don't know if P was like my
Ice
favorite
Cream
rapper,
Man.
but he was like my favorite like I was in Target every week for whatever No Limit was dropping
But
that
see,
week.
you older than me, you feel me? So I'm young and a little bit younger than you. So it's like, you feel me? So at that time, infatuated no homo, you know what I'm saying, buying type shit. Like,
Yeah.
damn, look at P.
Yeah.
You feel me? Going crazy. Got the gold tank on the motherfucking
sure. Oh,
basketball
yeah.
court.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
was shit.
Yeah.
Mystical coming out. I'm like, shit was crazy. I listened to Mia X Fiend. Like, I was a no
For
limit.
sure.
See Murder. I even like the Silk. Like,
Look,
and
That's
you know
the bang
Silk
Silk.
couldn't rap.
Real talk.
Look,
But
but
I
I
like
love
the
Silk and Charge It to the Game.
Man,
It's still and look, it's still it's a classic.
For sure.
I did recently go back and throw that on, and
It's bad.
It's real bad.
man.
It's
But it was
real
dope.
bad.
It was a classic.
Yeah.
Back
You know,
then,
you
it was
know,
a classic.
low key, who was, in my opinion, was the nicest though on that label was Mac, and he's still locked up.
Damn, for real.
I think he got life. I think he got life.
Oh, damn.
Did he get life?
I think
He was cool, man. It's gonna be. It's
Fiend
gonna
was
sound
nice.
crazy.
Fiend was nice too.
Fiend
Actually,
was cool too. Everybody say Mystical, but I feel like Mystical was the best because the energy he brought. He was different.
He brought the
But
energy.
man,
and
wasn't
he
nobody
had
better
the-
than P.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody better than P, man. Like
yeah.
P, I mean, he pushed the most hits out there.
C Murder was nice too. Actually,
C Murder was probably
but
my
he didn't
favorite.
really. I mean, how much content C Murder actually put out?
I mean, he's probably got his second album, the one with Cluckers on it. Why can't I think of the name of the album?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know. Let me get to lying.
He remade the Ice-T's Clockers song, except it was Cluckers.
Oh,
One of the
damn.
best. I can't remember the name of the damn album, but that was probably in my top 3 favorite albums.
C
Off
Murder?
the No Limit shit, yeah.
Off No Limit.
Yeah. Yep. We threw actually I just threw that back on recently.
The fuck is that?
That shit was hard. We threw it on in the boat in the middle of the lake in Pine City, and I was like, yeah.
I wasn't really banging C Murder.
Yeah. See, I mean, I know.
C Murder was dope. I liked him.
C Murder just because
See,
he was the young nigga. I always fuck the young niggas out the group. You gonna catch me like I was a Wayne fan because he was just the young nigga out of
Yeah. Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
like, I fuck with him.
I was too. I was a big Wayne
Them
fan.
dudes old.
Big Wayne fan.
But yeah, I'm so after Pac died, P was my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Pac, my favorite rapper overall.
Yeah.
Dead or alive, period. I think Pac is.
Nobody will ever overtake that.
Yeah, that's what I
in
think,
my
100%.
book, ever.
So I was fucking with P. My other name was Lil Tank. Then that motherfucking singer Tank came out. You know, back then I'm like, you know, I'm a young nigga. I'm like, that's St. Norris days, nigga, skating shit. I'm like, I'm going to the dollar store. I'm going to the dollar store in Dale, nigga, right next to 7 Mile, getting No Limit chains. I'm like 12 years old type shit. Nigga. I'm
I had a
like,
little. They used to have a little tank.
literally, they had the
Dog,
No
I had-
Limit chains.
I had the tank.
Nigga, 7
I had
Mile
the
was going
tank.
crazy,
I used to
nigga.
get the dollar sign.
Nigga,
I bought it out of the back of the
My
source.
Buzzin' Hoodie had the #1 no, after some years after he started doing the Nelly shit with the
With the Band-Aid
Band-Aid
shit,
under his
yeah,
eye.
yeah.
Band-Aid? Who did that?
That was a Hoodie. He was doing that shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that too.
Yo, everybody.
Oh,
was
you
doing
was?
that
I never
shit.
You
did
put the
that.
Band-Aid? You ain't
I
had
had
no
the
scar,
Band-Aid.
but you put the Band-Aid
Dog,
on
I had
your-
the Band-Aid, I had the headband, I had the vocal hoodie.
I had
it all.
headbands because of Iverson, but
But yeah, man.
I
was
it all.
young though, man. I was young. I was literally like 12 years old, going up to the store on Dale, getting the fake chains and shit. I said, when the singer came out, Tank, I'm like, man, I can't be singing after no, I can't be fucking named after no fucking R&B star.
Tank
You
is
know what
hard
I'm
too,
saying?
but I suppose at that age.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm like, fuck it, got loaded. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, man, I'm just about to go after Lil Greg. Like, you feel me? Like, even though that shit don't even sound no better, you niggas laughing, fuck you. Like, but no, real shit though. So
Wasn't
I'm
there a little Greg back then?
like, nah, shit, probably me. So you probably heard about Nah, real shit
And
though.
that,
So
that
I'm like,
corner store not too far off of Dale and shit that used to have the white tees and the Air Forces they would sell out of there. What was that joint?
Quick copy?
Yeah. yeah.
Oh, yeah. That
Oh, no,
shit
you know,
was
I knew
nah,
a
that
Lil
shit was
Greg.
way-
That's what it was.
Nah, Quick copy came in, what, June?
it used to be on University though, like right there by.
At Victoria.
Victoria,
Milton.
yeah.
But that was like, nigga, I'm talking, I was like 12.
No, that
We
little.
was like,
It was a
oh,
little joint, little small place. Where the fuck was that at? I'm trying to remember.
all type of shit. open
Small
up.
little corner store. They
Oh,
always had
Copy
the tall
did move-
tees sitting
they
in
moved
the.
across the street from there. It was on Dale in University right there.
Oh, they sure did. Yep, they did on everything. Yeah, they did.
That C Murder album was Life or Death. It was his first one. That shit was
Life
Oh,
or Death.
Life or Death.
Life or
Okay.
Death, yep.
Okay.
Then he had Bossellini, which was
Bossellini.
that was hard too. And then everything after that was not good. Not good.
Oh, yeah.
He had like 12. He's got like 12 albums. How the
So-
fuck did he record these ones? He was in prison. Oh,
Well, he
man.
had stuff over the
He's
phone
rich in
and shit
prison.
too.
Those
didn't he?
can't be good though.
Yeah, in New Orleans, they got a lot of different shit going on. They be having buffs, jewelry on,
Yeah,
shoes,
he rich.
watches.
He's rich in
I
prison.
suppose.
So
Kim K's trying to save him.
Yeah, hopefully
She-
free seat, man.
if she do that.
She fuck around and get it done, man.
She's gonna get it done. I guarantee
Like,
it.
you know them judges and them motherfucking whatever them people is, them top people in love with them Kardashians.
He is locked up on some bullshit.
Nah,
To be
for real,
honest,
it-
he should
for
not
sure.
be in. He's on death. He shouldn't be on death row.
For sure. But everybody know how Louisiana is. They was the only motherfucking
Yeah.
state. It don't matter if you got a hung jury how it is in other states.
But there was
if it's
video
8,
of him
12,
defending
whatever.
himself from a dude that was trying to kill him.
They don't care.
Yeah, I know. They don't. All right. Shout out to Kim K. Get him out.
Man, for
So
sure.
Free C murder.
after you got out of school, where'd they go from there? So that was Studio 4. You were in school.
On Studio 4.
What happened afterwards once you were out?
Shit, I just really kept recording. Just kept recording.
Did
And
you still have access at that studio then?
nah, hell no. Well, sometimes like depending on who was in there, they had like night sessions and shit. So
Yeah.
sometimes I come through, but nope, everything was out the crib.
Nice.
Got that,
So
like,
this was back at
everything
the
out
house.
crib.
And this is when you started tapping more into learning all this stuff?
Nah, it was way before then. I was learning shit like ninth grade, like
Okay.
freshman year was when like motherfuckers be all at the crib type shit
Yeah.
and shit like that. 10th grade shit like that. But after that, I was still in tune though. Even after high school, I was still doing shit like that. And then I started going like to Atlanta and shit. Started tapping in with different producers out there and shit like that. And I don't know. I just really just kept working. Like the buzz just, the more I dropped, the buzz just kept on climbing. Kept climbing. People kept jumping behind it, and we just kept dropping shit for real.
How soon after get out of being done with school did Trap Boomin' come? Because that was when Trap
We
Boomin'
was in school.
That was
Trap
so
Boom-
you were still in school when it happened.
We was in school when Trap Boomin' dropped for sure, right? When we in school still? No, we was out.
I mean, either way, but that's
I graduated late too, though. So that's what I was thinking. Like, I graduated a year late.
but either way, that's when
probably, what was it,
that's
2
when
years
things
after
got
then,
that's when
sometime?
things got serious. That's when you were like, oh,
It's crazy. No, the thing is, we had mixtapes way before Trap Boomin'.
yeah.
Like Trap Boomin' was on what mixtape? That was on my Being Broke Is Not an Option.
The first one.
So yeah, that was like my first mixtape, like my first like official mixtape where we kind of like we taking it serious, but not like business side because we're so young we don't know the business of it.
right.
But we like okay, we got something going because we was already putting out tapes called like The Streets Is Hungry, like a bunch of that stuff. We was just all in the room just putting out shit. So Trap Boom was our first actual music video
Yeah.
we ever did.
So what did that change for you? Did that change anything for you, or was it just business as usual?
It was kind of business as usual, but no, I did like as far as more people noticing who I was.
Everybody in
that
the
shit changed
city
a lot.
knew that
Like I ain't gonna lie,
motherfucker.
like when Trap Booming hit, it was like even if you didn't like, you know what I'm saying, anything, it was like damn, like you had to pay, you know what I'm saying, like how much, like hey, they did that, like you know what I'm saying, like they really did that, like, and it's crazy too because we weren't even finna go with Trap Booming and I was finna do the video. No, like I was telling the homies like, man, let's do Trap Booming, and a couple people wasn't even saying. They was like, nah. Like, nah, Trap Booming, let's do this. I'm like, nah, man, Trap Booming, literally. And first video, we did that, and
So you knew.
went crazy.
You think if you had done another different song, it might not have gone that way?
I think Trap Booming still would have did what it did when we dropped it.
Okay.
But we for sure wouldn't have had the type of, like, still to this day, people come up to me and be like, why Trap Booming on Apple Music? Why you ain't got it? Like, because honestly, when you search Trap Booming, you can only find it on YouTube and the mixtapes and the mixtape sites and shit because it was so long ago, I've never put it on.
That was 2012.
Literally, you feel me? So I'm like,
Have you considered doing it since then?
I did, you feel me? But look, a lot of people ask me to redo it, but I honestly think I don't want to redo it because it's like you don't touch a classic.
You gotta let it go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think having it on streaming services would be a good idea. I mean, it's an interesting
Maybe
thought.
clean it up a
redoing
little
it.
bit where not you're redoing it, but
Yeah,
just
see, like a
clean
lot-
up
yeah.
just a
Like,
amount.
Like I
that,
mixed
man.
that,
Don't even
like
touch
you know,
it.
like we
You
recorded
gotta leave that
Keep it
how it is,
raw
man. That's
on.
a fucking
I
classic
said,
how
like,
it
I
is,
mixed
man.
that. I actually had somebody remake the beat and everything before, like, cause I reached out to the producer about the beat, who I got that beat from and everything. He was
leave
like,
that.
Not
Bro.
even put it on streaming
Listen, a
services?
71 Cutlass, if it's original, it's gonna be original. Once you get to putting some rims on that motherfucker and trying to put a TV or something, that
It
shit
ain't work.
devalues,
but they was,
nigga.
but they was
Leave that
but look,
motherfucker.
say, you know, I said the same thing. I felt like,
Leave
but
that.
people were saying like, man, why don't you just do a remix and just throw a big artist on it? Cause it's out of here and stuff like that, But that's how I felt about it too. I'm like, man, Trap Booming is Trap Booming.
Yeah.
And I don't like dwelling on the past. I don't like to be like, like
leave that
dragging
shit
it
alone,
here.
man.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
keep putting out.
You could
records.
do
It'll come when it come.
I could see a Trap Boomin' Part 2 where it's a whole different song,
Yeah, something like that.
and you could throw like an all-star lineup on there or something like that. That would be dope.
Yeah,
I could see
probably,
that.
sure.
But I do think you should have it on streaming services.
Show that.
That I would say that for
Streaming
sure.
services.
Hell yeah.
I ain't never had a cover for us. If you ever look at, I never had a cover. I'm trying to tell y'all when I
put
tell
this-
you that
put this
we
shit
didn't
on
like we rapped. You know what I'm saying? We love rapping 100%, but we didn't have none of the business intact at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we were just so happy to do a video.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mixed that record, everything. We did that record in my room. Like
Shot by a little Chief on the track, by the way.
Yep.
Shout out to Southside Chief.
And actually, there was another dude that was out there shooting named Lil Lane. Lil Lane Bellamy. He's actually one of the teachers at Studio 4.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Dope.
So a lot of people don't even know that. It was like, Lane was actually shooting it, and then Chief came in and started assisting, and they start collabing like that. So we had two shooters out there, and it was just, it was a nice day on Trap Booming. I ain't gonna lie, it was cool. Oh yeah, Chief been in it, man.
Bro, Southside Chief has got fingerprints and footprints all over our
Hey,
lives.
keeping it 100, like no, not even capping for this. Like he the one who made me want to shoot videos.
Really?
Oh, really?
Back in the day, like I was just seeing, like I was in a couple videos he had shot for some of the homies back in the hood, so it was like me just watching him work, and I was already shooting with the camera and shit, so I'm watching him like he doing everybody videos. I'm like, man,
I think I'm actually, what am I like I think I was the second.
yeah. Then he started working with him.
When he did Trap Booming, like you know, like not you know, so that's my dog, 100%. Never, you feel me? Never talk down on his name number. When he did Trap Booming, that shit took him like.
Yeah.
Over, because I saw Chief when he did, what's the little nigga name? We know, getting
Clumsy.
on my mama.
Yeah.
I saw him do that video. I'm like, man, who this nigga? You feel me? Type shit. And then that's how I got with Chief. Then he did Trap Booming after that. That nigga was I'm talking about doing the whole Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Man, shout out to Chief. Yeah,
His level up is actually really fun to study if you look at like some of his older content versus his newer content. Like I even went back and watched you did a little interview with We Make Great.
Yeah.
Which is I think I'm assuming it was shot by him. And he still does that
Lake Street,
the Lake Street shit.
The Lake Street interview thing.
Yeah, he still does those every once in a while.
Oh, for real? Okay.
And I was looking at that was just
Should have went back even before that when they're out in LA and they're in the hotel room and DB showing off all his shit.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Man,
I saw that video.
No, that's what I said. Man.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I didn't, man. Look,
he's
I'm
the
telling
real.
you, man, nigga, the real, I took Chief around the world, like Chief will tell you, like, and it's crazy though because a lot of people don't even know though. If people really know Chief, he was always been an artist.
Yeah.
He always rapped. Like I actually got a song with this nigga like fucking like 8 years ago. Like, literally, you know what I'm saying? And he actually always rapped, but he started getting into the camera shit so much, but now he's more
he's
on
doing
some artist
everything.
shit. You
Well,
know,
he's
what I'm
such
saying? He does
just
it all, but
he's such a
more on the
multi-talented
artist
dude. Like
He's shooting fucking amateur shit. He's doing fucking.
He's shooting like amateur
doing
porn and shit now
apparel
too.
shit. He's doing
dead ass. I'm
seriously,
not even
man,
joking.
He's doing all kinds of shit.
OnlyFans for bitches and shit like that.
Yeah.
I saw him post up some little like clips and shit.
Hey, he's
man.
got all
Shout out
kinds
to
of shit,
him,
and he's
man.
got
All time
he's
shit,
got his
man.
mask wearing on these girls, fucking butt ass
Yeah, the
naked,
Lake
showing the
Street-
thick
yeah, Lake
ass
Street
curves and
shit.
shit. Like, good for him, man. He's doing everything
I
with
got
that
that, like,
apparel.
on my
He just
He
got that
making
embroidery
music,
machine
man.
too.
For sure.
So
Man, shout out to everybody making some noise from Minnesota. We need that shit though. We need everybody
sure.
doing something.
But
Yeah.
he dropped bars here both times he was out here too.
He does every time he comes here. He does multiple songs.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah. So actually, that's good transition. So I watched an interview with you. I don't remember which one it was, but in 2017 or it was 2016. It might have been that interview actually. And dude asked you what you saw in store for the hip hop scene in Minnesota in 2017.
Yeah.
And you said, basically, you kind of gave like I think the answer that you should have given was we got a ton of fucking talent out here. We're bubbling. This shit should be happening. Like we should really be a hot, you know what I mean? Like a hot spot for hip hop. Do you feel like that came true? Or are we still?
I mean, kinda. Like,
Is it where you thought it would be?
nah.
No.
Like we got, I mean, not saying that this ain't more important than the hip hop scene, but it's more light on the shit that's happening politically
for sure,
and the shit in the
yeah.
world. You know what I'm saying? Than any rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and you know, the talent we got, I feel like, I'm not gonna say we could be big as Atlanta because the cultures is totally different.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we can have Atlanta, we can have a LA,
Yeah.
we can have a New York right here.
Yeah.
We got enough talent for the shit.
We do.
I just feel like we don't support each other enough.
We don't.
You know, and I hate to throw that support word around because I feel like every Minnesota artist, as soon as they get some type of platform or anything, they always be like, no support, no support. True. And I feel like, you know, do enough work to fucking support. But I don't mean just, you know, support lazy motherfuckers. We have good motherfuckers breaking their fucking neck, breaking their back, putting this content in front of motherfuckers, and nobody would not even fucking listen to the shit or not even be proud to even say, hey, nigga, we from Minnesota. Like, when I'm in Atlanta, they will play hours of Atlanta music in the club. Right. Like, Drake got the biggest fucking record. I ain't even hear Drake and Dirk record, no cap, the whole fucking time I was just in Compound. Wow. I was just there Saturday. They didn't play that shit one time. I heard every fucking Gucci and Future record you could fucking think of. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're proud.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Proud. Like, niggas be proud, like, yeah. Like,
but they're supporting the people that are good out there, though.
It's like majority of people that's here is from and been born in Minnesota, and they don't even be liking to say it majority of the time. And it's not even, and to me, it's not even because you really personally hate this shit. It's because you following the fucking trend. Everybody that come here trying to hate and get behind the next motherfucker do some shit, and they just want to follow the trend. I don't like the shit because I don't want to say it. Because he said, no, and then you could be different. I love this Minnesota shit. Yeah. I play all type of people, even people that probably don't play me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I see comments. I see certain shit. I know everybody don't. Certain, you know what I'm saying? Might not like everything I put out, but even if I'm not a big fan of the artist from Minnesota, I'll still listen to it if it come through my news feed. 100%. Just because you from Minnesota. Yeah, like, even if I don't know your first record, if I don't know nothing, I'm just like, oh, that's a Minnesota artist because I heard his name. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like y'all just said, Pilot Johnny, for example. Like, you know, like, I ain't never, you know, heard him, but now I'd heard him. So if he come through my thing and sponsored or something, oh, this Pilot Johnny Minnesota. Let me see what he sound like. Yep. You know, let me see what he sound like. Yep. I give it a play just because it's Minnesota, because I support Minnesota. I want to see Minnesota blow, even if it's not me that take this shit out.
Right. So we need more people like that.
Exactly what I was just gonna say. Exactly what I was gonna say. Is there's not enough unselfishness.
And exactly. Like, and then not like I said, now no bragging shit. Anyone who have came in connection with me, from photographers to Chief, like I said, no bragging shit. Like, I swear, like, anybody who ever had any type of relationship with me, they would tell you, like, I have always tried or some type of shit to help them in any kind of way. Any kind of way. Don't be hating. He definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like, any kind of way, you know, because I want to see that shit happen. Like, it don't matter if I'm somewhere and I know somebody that's on a bigger level. Like, if I just say, for example, when I did Dolph or when Boosie come, you know, anybody, like, I'll call whoever, you know, hey, y'all come on, film this, get this. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever, like Famous Dex. Oh, come on, Minnesota Code, come on, you come do this. Yeah. I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to see everybody prosper. So if I could put you in position, if I know I'm finna have some good shit going, and you come on, let's do this, because I want to see Minnesota blow.
That's what this is.
Exactly.
That's literally what this is built on. That's what this, you know what I mean? That's why, like, when it was so disappointing, like, to have like a fallout with Motivation to Hustle. It was like, man, we're doing the same thing. Let's do the same thing together. Obviously, that's ironed out now. But, like, even then, like, even when, like, Fresh was upset with me or with us or whatever it was, I still was like, I'm still gonna share this shit and support it.
And that's what it is, really. Even the cats that be hating the other cats, everybody's still watching each other. I feel like in Minnesota's gonna get to a point where, like, okay, you doing your thing, you doing your thing, you doing your thing. Like, now we all just rising, now we all just up. Like,
yes, that's what it needs to be. That's what it should be. And like you said, like,
but I think there needs to be that elite crew where everybody needs to direct the energy to that elite crew. And I'm not saying like a crew like 5 people only, but with a lane of 10,000 rappers,
for sure,
there needs to be that elite crew that everybody just gets behind, so we can get it to the level of the Atlanta people and the Cali people and everything else. Yeah. We need to make sure they get all those views. We need to make sure they get those streams and the relevancies and shit like that, because
you get gotta get behind the right people.
Right.
People push certain people from Minnesota and they're on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a whole nother conversation, because
I mean, that too. You just need some motherfuckers that's for Minnesota.
Yeah.
Period. You ain't unselfishness. You ain't selfish. You for Minnesota. Like,
whether you move away or anything.
I feel like everybody want to be that one that kicked down the door. Everybody want to be the one to be like, yeah, I pulled him up. I did that. I did. Like, it ain't about that. It's like, when the tension's here, the tension's gonna be here. As long as you putting in the work, everybody's gonna be seen. Or the people that's supposed to be seen gonna be seen.
Yeah. I mean, I also wondered, and I've had this thought recently, like, does it get to a point where we feel like we've tried to do that, and then when we try to do that, the person that we try to do that with lets us down? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like at one point, like when we first got on the scene, there was a specific person that I will not name. You can make your assumptions, but there was a certain person that I think everybody was like, "Yo, that dude is the one."
I don't know who we talking about.
And everybody got behind him and was trying to push and trying to raise him up, but he wasn't giving us what we needed.
He wasn't doing his part.
He wasn't doing his part.
Still not
Huh?
Taking on his own right now, it's still not helping.
See, but then again,
We're not talking about the same person. I don't
That's what
think.
I say too. You feel me? Because that's what I say about how everybody opinions go. Because what do people call on? You know, because I mean, not to name drop, but I could name a few Minnesota artists that did they fucking shit, been signed, been in front of people, been on tour, been on. But it's like, who really, you know?
To me,
who's rich?
Nobody.
Rich? Who's putting it? Who got a label opportunities to? Oh yeah, come on,
To me, on means sustaining life off of music.
Exactly.
So if you are able to bring in
Comfortably.
enough money off of your streaming, off of your videos, whatever your revenue, you know what I mean, off of
Merchandise or
shows,
whatever,
merchandise,
everything.
if you're able to eat off that,
Exactly.
that to me is on.
But
If they come into Minnesota
that's not a
selling
lockdown.
out,
True.
So then, it's like, what could that person really do for you? You know
Sure.
what I'm saying?
Well, see, but that's the thing is I have
That's
no
where he's saying where another person, you can bring another person in and bring another person, have that empire.
But let's just say, like, well, say I'm a rapper. I just got signed. I got a deal, but my deal was just taking care of my life right now. I ain't really on to where I can be like, hey, DB, come through and... Because I'm on the label, so I don't know how that
think
shit works. You know what I'm saying?
when
But
you
it's
sign your deal, that is when everybody from Minnesota goes, okay,
we're behind him.
he's done. Nope. No. Okay, he's on. Who else needs to be on? It needs to be, okay, he got that deal. Now, when he drops his next project, we all need to change. We all need to change our profile picture to that
okay,
cover. We all need to post that
that's
and,
what I was getting
and talk about what we like. You know what I mean? Like, but the problem is, I think what happens is, you know, like I'll even use like Taylor as an example.
We used to do that back in the day.
I'm saying,
y'all-
we used to
y'all-
do that like
y'all
a
had the
motherfucker.
most
Had the
out,
whole
bro.
no,
How many
there's
times
still
have
I still
said
see
that?
some profiles
I've
out
said
there.
that.
With,
I've said that about them.
But no, it used to be like
The
everybody.
movement
Yeah.
was crazy
Yeah.
on Taylor. On everything.
so that to me, that's part of the issue is we think, okay, that's on, okay, they're done, so now they're on, and then we forget about them, unless they're dropping a project. We might listen to it, but it's not going to be like, you know what I mean? Like, if that's when needs
They
to
need
happen.
that cult following.
It needs
They
to be.
need that
It
shit.
needs to. We need to keep pushing, keep showing. Like, hey, this is our guy or girl, or whoever. This is who we're pushing right now. This is what Minnesota's doing. And then once that happens, then people will start to see like, oh, Minnesota really has a culture behind it.
For sure.
They're pushing that guy. Look at what Minnesota's doing. Oh well, what about that guy that featured on that song? Let's check out that guy. And then we'll look at this chick and this dude and this kid and this like. And then, you know what I mean? It's a floodgate. It can be a floodgate. But, and I think part of it is we don't know how to do that.
We're still young.
Yeah,
man.
we're
still young in hip hop.
It's something because it's like a lot of these artists is getting millions of views out of their own city. You know, I know it's bigger cities, just like for example Chicago. Half of them ain't even signed.
Yeah.
But they got millions and millions and millions of views. Like our top,
Shit,
some
a
of
lot
the
of
top
views be coming
biggest
from here.
artists,
Shit.
some of the top biggest artists that you guys are name, even anybody paying from Minnesota right now. You can't even name an artist from Minnesota that gets millions and millions and millions of views. Even our best, y'all favorite Minnesota artists don't get 20 million or nothing like that. There's nobody from Minnesota.
I mean, are you talking like just for one video?
Yeah.
Or just in general? Or
like
as a whole?
no, not in collective. Like just one video.
It'll be something I don't listen to, but I mean, I think Gravy's doing numbers. Like
Gravy's doing those numbers.
Gravy, like Lizzo. I would
ain't
say.
from- Lizzo
But
ain't
Lizzo,
from-
I'm about to say
Well, she ain't
Lizzo's
from
not
here,
born
but
here, right?
she-
See, I personally don't know Gravy, so I don't know. I you know, but what type of music he do? He's hip hop.
he's like a little Dicky type.
Okay, well, you know, of
But
course,
wor-
you know,
but wor-
okay,
but worse.
okay, well, that's fair to say. See, I don't know, so you guys are acknowledging me. I don't know, so that's what's up, you know.
He's young.
He's a little.
But out of all the great talent that you guys know that we have, you just said you don't even like Young Gravy. That's the only one we can name.
Prof? I don't know what Prof's doing.
Prof does millions, but not 20. But
Right.
he does.
I mean,
Millions
I don't want
as-
necessarily say just like
it's
20 million,
cumulative.
but I'm just saying.
But
it's
I know
like,
what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
It's
of
like
course.
it's
Cumulative,
artists that's,
he would be
you know?
up there, I would say, but it takes some time before he gets up to those spots.
Like that's what I'm saying, you know, like just something like that because there's some of these artists that, you know, like I say when I use Chicago for example, like they'll do, you know, thing in the room and then boom. 1.5, 3 days.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I'm saying? No matter what the
I'd
song was
say-
about.
NBA Youngboy,
No matter what the
is a
song
prime
was
example
about.
of that, man.
That's all I'm saying.
He's at the crib
we
shooting
never had
videos.
an artist from here that was just like, you know, just so going crazy, where it was just so upfront. Like,
I would say Prof is
like,
probably the only person that's at that level, and he can
doing
do a
numbers.
mill in a
for
couple
sure.
weeks.
And I personally been on the show with Prof, so I've actually saw him like. It was crazy too, because you know I pay attention to everything, my surrounds, I'm around. Like when I did the show with Prof, we did Target Center together.
Yep.
So when we did that, and when he was starting his show, he was like, you know, he started his show like the way he start, and he was in the back, and he's on the stage, he's walking around, and he's going back and forth, and he's like he's hyping himself up. I was like, the shit was crazy seeing that, you know. Cause
So
I'm
I think
like,
you might have just highlighted a large truth, which is something that we've been talking about a lot with our culture in Minnesota. We named 3 artists that we can name in the hip hop genre coming out of Minnesota that might do $1 million.
And in
What
these
do they
days,
all?
$1 million
What do they?
is not really
That's
What
not
do
even
they?
the type
What do
of-
they all have in common?
They white. That's not even like niggas from the
Yeah,
hood.
you right about that.
It's spitting that
You right
real
about
shit.
that
No
for sure.
shade, but hey, I got niggas in the hood who be spitting some real shit.
Right.
I'm saying.
And
I'd
doing
rather,
some-
Hip-hop.
me personally, I'd rather have
Real
some real
hip-hop,
hip
you
hop
feel
out
me?
there.
Right.
Cause
I
it's
don't
crazy,
like.
'cause
I don't.
know-
So
I
you
know-
got to be
I
a silly
know
white
of
boy to do millions.
The art,
That's a
I
problem.
know of Prof. I don't know.
Sorry, I shouldn't
Gravy,
disrespect Prof
but
like that.
I can't tell you a song of theirs. You know, either. You know, but I can name a lot of other people's songs that definitely ain't near doing $1 million.
We did Prof. He had a New Year's show, New Year's Eve show. We did that show, and you know what I'm saying. The way he had the crowd going was crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy like a motherfucker.
He's got that cult
That's what I said.
following.
Even
Yeah.
when we went up there, like
Yeah.
that shit was still
Yeah.
lit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
He'll sell out merch like fucking crazy.
Yeah,
he
for
gets
sure.
shows jam packed, sold out all the time.
For sure,
But
for sure.
Yeah, no disrespect to Prof on that level. Like I know he works his ass off, and he deserves every view he gets. But I think the point is that it's just we have a culture problem.
yeah,
Not even a problem, but there is a
support issue.
It's-
I think it is. It is.
it's a
problem.
cultural setback. It's something that we can overcome.
But like I said too, like we're all young in Minnesota. Like Minnesota's a
young- yeah.
hip hop state.
It is a young state. It is
This
a
shit
young
is a fucking.
And marketing is a big thing too, because I be thinking like, you know, the Profs and stuff like that, they got damn near every suburb
Yep.
of Minnesota. You feel me? You can't
Yeah.
go to a Minnetonka, Coon, you know, nowhere like that, and
Anywhere.
they don't, and the kids don't know about them. You know, they might
Anywhere.
not know about.
Yep.
they got
the
somebody over there
inner
that's like,
city
yo,
artists.
I'm gonna focus on marketing. You know, that's what,
Yeah,
that's
you
the
know what I'm
difference.
saying?
You know what
So
I'm
that's
saying?
another thing too, you know, because I
coming up
mean,
with your own marketing.
everywhere love the hip hop and they love the, you know, they love the sound. Period. It's just they probably really ain't heard it neither. So marketing could be a big step for the people
No,
that's
they got-
in the inner
they-
cities that don't have, you know, that.
And that's
type
the
of,
same with Tech Nine too, man. It's all these smaller inner cities and shit that he capitalized on that built that cult following. Like and honestly, if it wasn't for Tech, I think a lot of these other independent artists probably wouldn't have that position.
Tech
Because
definitely
Prof
kicked
Prof
down
Prof
fucking-
was put
my
on
big
from
homie.
Tech
Like,
Nine.
that's like
too.
my
I got a
homie.
crazy
Like,
story
For real, or
like
like
I love Tech.
Tech Nine.
Are we talking about Tech Nine?
Yeah.
I thought.
Tech Nine,
Oh,
the rapper.
I thought we were talking
No,
about Tech
no,
from
no,
the
no,
hood.
no,
Oh,
no, no.
that's what I'm saying. Tech from the
yeah.
hood.
Shout out to
We've been
Tech
talking
though.
about
Shout out to
Tech.
him
Oh,
too.
my
though.
bad.
We were talking about Tech
I don't
Nine.
mess with
Talking
Tech
about
Nine. Like,
I don't really either,
couldn't tell you one
but
Tech
on
Nine
it. But
song.
you're right on it as far as a
As an independent, like
yes.
that
Yeah, he's
city,
like a-
smaller
for sure.
city, fucking capitalizing on like Tech.
paved-
and
he
honestly,
paved the
I
way.
think Tech paved a huge way for Prof and Ritz
sure he did.
and a lot of those other people.
White people.
Prof almost gonna sign to him.
yes.
Yeah. Same. Ritz did sign to him, I'm pretty sure too, and
Yeah,
Yellow
Tech Nine,
Wolf,
don't
he
he
was
book
kind
all
of
his
around
own
that
shows
clique
and
too.
shit,
And,
too.
yeah.
Like you can't book him. He book all his own shows in the Midwest like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy because man, some of my homies, man, Quentin and Jameer, and them, when I grew up with them, they used to listen to this dude all the time. He's like, man, he whack as fuck. What the fuck? Why is y'all playing this dude? Like, you know, he don't make my type of music.
You're talking
you
about
know?
Tech.
Yeah, Tech Nine.
Yeah.
You know, so he don't make my type of music, but I for sure, you know what I'm saying, like give him his respect on his hustling
Fuck,
skills and how his
especially that
grind. You know, so
independent
it's
hustle,
like,
yeah.
But I saw him. Remember, when you went back, was you in Vegas with me, dude? We saw him in Vegas. No lie, we got like
Nine?
Tech Nine, no cap. But this really made me look at certain shit differently, you know, because they just fucking text us for this fucking table at Vegas. No lie. I'm talking about text us. You know, I'm like, man, fuck, I'm not finna be in a fucking crowd. Ooh, we bought the shit. We get up there. I'm looking at this dude on the side. Like I say, no disrespect to Tech Nine. Personally, my opinion, he's with this ugly ass bitch. Like, ugly ass bitch. Like, I'm talking about a like a weird ass little. The
Might
bitch.
have been his wife, bro.
He got a wife.
Yeah, I think so.
You sure?
He
sorry.
did.
Okay,
I think
my
I think they got
apology then.
divorced, but
My
I think
apology,
so.
but okay, my opinion, she was ugly, right? So, so you feel me? So I'm
His
looking,
mama,
but
man.
look, I only know him because for a long time I knew that chain, his label, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is this the Tech 9 nigga? I get that's motherfuckers, and he was literally on the floor, chilling, cooling, enjoying life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was getting to the point to where I was like, this nigga is a fucking multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting right here enjoying life. If that was his wife, excuse me, my apologies, that was his wife, you know what I'm saying? But he's sitting enjoying his life with his lady. Didn't get taxed probably, chilling. I'm up here like, man, look, I got to change. I got to do something different because he's running shit. I'm trying to get in the game, and he's on the floor right here in front of me. You know what I mean? But it was crazy for me seeing him. I was like, look how humbled he is. You know what I'm saying? He was very humbled, and you know what I'm saying, sitting right there. I
Security with?
No. It was he was with me, bro. No security. It was him, like a female, like literally they was on the floor chilling. They don't like chilling.
They never roll with security either. And
That's
even
what
like
I'm saying,
Ritz,
like, he
like
was
we were
cool.
talking about Ritz too. Like he would sit like at these tech concerts, sitting on the sideline, just sitting there, just chopping it up with everybody too.
Rick got security now. Does he? Yeah.
He had security. He had security with him when we interviewed him. Yeah, he did.
Montana 300 did.
Not so did Ritz. He had a dude with him.
Oh, maybe. Oh, hey, dude, that was his manager, wasn't it? The guy that.
No, he had his manager with him, and there was another guy. I think that was
Yeah,
security.
He got security. I shot for him like last year for Dusty Lee Day.
Yeah,
And he had security.
yeah. Maybe I'm crazy. I thought he did, but
Man,
either way, that's another humble dude.
One time I drove DC Young Fly,
Yeah,
and his manager was he had a manager that was also his security.
probably his homie too.
Yeah, and his homie.
Yeah.
That was like one of the funniest drives of doing. Like,
Ritz, just a couple big ass white boys who were his homies.
I mean, but you know how that go too, though. I mean, it ain't necessarily you security, but my nigga, you my people, you got my best.
I'm gonna break some bread with you.
Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Niggas know, you know what I mean?
Let me get you your conceal and carry, so you can have a pistol, and I don't have to carry it.
But they thought I was DB security one time.
Boy, I done used that. Hey, no cap, I done used that a few times.
Yeah.
We gonna do
I'm trying to dress like a security guard.
He always been all black, got the cameras and shit.
That's true. He's got the Puma eyes, all sporty.
Yeah,
like
he's
he
ready
could,
to just
he
drop
could run
somebody.
if he needed to,
Back up.
chase your ass.
And it's your side, you the biggest nigga. You the only one with us in all black hoodie, black casual shit. Everybody going into the club, you look just like security. Like, oh, man, dang.
Oh shit, man. So I mean, to talk about YouTube views, like you got some views. You got some videos with some views on them.
I mean,
You have
kinda, but see, I say views as far as like how we look at Minnesota. Cause like I say, if I was an artist from Chicago,
Yeah.
my views would be shitty.
I mean, is it really like that? I guess I haven't really delved into like Chicago artists.
I'm using Chicago for example because people here is more relevant to knowing what's going on that close. You know what I'm saying?
So what? Why is that? Why are people not watching videos? Do we not watch videos here?
I think they do, but I don't know. That's what I don't understand.
The views are showing that they don't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. As far as you know,
That
it's
support
like,
shit we talking about.
that's
like,
what I said. It's like it'll be a hot record and it'll be getting views. You know, like if my Minnesota inner city Minnesota artist is St. Paul, Minneapolis. If we do 10,000 in 2 days, like we excited. Like 10,000 2 days. Yeah.
10,000 2 days.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like excited. Like that's 5,000 a
Nobody got
day.
10,000 in
You
2
feel
days.
me? Like,
I'm lit.
you know, so
Hell
that's what I
yeah.
said. I'm not knocking nobody
I'm about to
at
go
all. You
pop
feel
a
me?
bottle
We have
for this
done that
shit.
shit like
You got
that.
10,000
But-
views 2 days?
But think about it, it's like,
What's that?
bro,
That's like $100.
Like some of these regular people from these different
It's
cities.
been 5. Then fuck it.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
got
Yeah.
10,000 views in 2 days.
That's
You
all.
should turn up.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just being honest, you know. But then when I get, you know what I'm saying, when I'm around, because I'm in these different cities, I know different artists. You know what I'm saying. So when I'm around there, they, you know, they get 10,000 and you know maybe a couple hours, some hour, and they, oh, you know, it's cool. But it's like everybody averaging like 50,000. Like even people that people probably never even heard of, things like that. Like they be averaging. So I don't know if it's just because the city population or it could be because majority of people who people don't like is watching. I don't know. But I just feel like somehow Minnesota don't get our just due. Like even the best.
We got to
of us.
figure this shit out.
Yeah,
I mean, I wonder if it is literally just marketing.
That's what I'm trying to
Like,
say.
do artists put more money behind their shit in Chicago than we do here? Because
hell no.
No.
They just drop that shit. They just drop that shit and people view it. That's all I'm saying. So that's when it make you. Then that's when it bubbles down.
Okay.
And make you think: is it fucking talent?
it's fear based.
Is people really that good? How we think?
It's fear based. No, I'm not. Look, I'm not even joking. people are not afraid of anybody from Minnesota, so white people don't click on those videos. But we hear every day about Chirac and how many people are dying. It's the same shit with NWA. It's why NWA worked. That scared the shit out of white people, so they wanted to fucking watch it. They wanted to look from a distance.
That's our people too, though. We got hella people right here in the hood who's supposed to be watching them videos and coming to these shows. Like, it ain't just the white people. It's just like the white people, they supporting Prov. They busy over there supporting Prov. Like, it's our people too. Shit.
I mean,
It's marketing, man. It's marketing. You got to find the people that are willing to toss up the dough for it.
for sure.
So when you drop a video, and I'm not trying to like, you don't have to give me specifics, but when you drop a video, do you have a marketing budget that you put behind that video, or does it depend on the video?
It depends on the video.
Okay.
But
So, like-
majority of the time, I market at least some of it. Like,
Yeah.
even if it's little, even if I have to put fucking $500 behind the sponsoring of it.
Yeah.
Like,
So you put
I'm
a
gonna
$500
market
on a
IG
sponsor
clip or
post.
something.
Yeah.
Like,
So when you say little, some of these people, they think 50 or $100 is a lot.
Or maybe it's all they got.
and I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying, like putting it as advertising.
And not knocking nobody if that's all you got to understand, but no.
I am.
This industry,
Maybe you should back out a little bit.
Exactly.
If you only got
This-
$50 to put on your shit. That's what I'm saying.
no, I'm just saying for sure. This industry though, like I let people know beforehand, like, man, look, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying get played. I'm not saying let somebody tell you, hey, give me, fucking
Yeah,
$50,000
yeah.
to do this.
Don't
but
get hustled.
you
Yeah.
got to know how to, put your money in certain places. Like, because I have spent a lot of money and shit didn't work, and I have spent a lot of money where shit did work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you got to take chances in it, and you got to do your homework and understand which route you want to take and what you want to do.
Yeah.
And and it's about the relationships, build relationships, certain shit. It ain't nothing wrong with learning from other people, and shit like that. So.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, Bo. But spend some money behind marketing.
Yeah. I wish I had better answers, man. Like I feel like we spend half of every episode trying to find answers, and we don't ever come away with anything new. Like,
I mean, cause I don't know. I'm saying it get to the point, like literally, it get to the point where sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't even want to talk about it, cause to me, I think. The more I talk about it, I start sounding more like every other artist from here. Because none of us have answers.
I agree with that.
I can tell you that you don't
answers.
though. I can tell you just from my perspective, I don't think you do sound like every other artist that talks about that.
Yeah,
I think
but
you
I'm
sound
like-
like somebody that, and actually that's something I would like to compliment you on is I think that you do a good job of kind of staying out the way. You don't. I mean, and that's I think that's from what I gathered, this project, the Just a Reminder project. I think it's a common theme on the project of you kind of saying like, I'm not part of what y'all got going on over here. Yeah. I'm from Minnesota and I'm repping Minnesota, but that little shit that you're doing over here with the who's the best rapper and the shows the same 6 people on every show, like I'm not doing that. Yeah. And I think that could help if more people did that. Because I think that a lot of artists tend to focus on what other artists are doing. Too much.
For sure.
And from what I gather, you're focused on what you're doing.
Yeah.
You might be listening to other artists.
Yeah.
But it ain't to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, would you say that's a fair assessment of the project?
I mean, pretty much, and it was more just like I don't drop as much as I should. Like I have so much fucking music, it's crazy. Like I'm talking like literally, I got over 100 unreleased songs, like literally done, mixed, everything like on the laptop now. So I ain't dropped in so much of a while, and it do be a lot of talks and things like that, lists dropping things like that. So it was more just like just a reminder that I really do and still can do this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I threw the shit out there like that. Like a lot of the songs, actually like 5 of the records on there, it was kind of like already out already, damn near. If people really pay attention, like Road Runner was out. I think I had just dropped Scorn when that dropped. I had a few records on it that was already out.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't drop in so long, people probably ain't, actually going back like, oh, damn, he just dropped this.
Yep.
Because I don't drop a lot of projects back to back, but I'll drop like a video, some video.
Yeah.
So, but.
Just to keep them in.
Yeah, so then when I do drop a project, I think people get so in tune with the project when they are listening that they probably forgot, like, damn, he just dropped that.
Yeah.
Because Roadrunner was on there, a few of them was on there I dropped like months previous. Like
Well,
the
and
actual
even
video.
so, it's not bad to put that on a project because a project is a body of work can be a longer time. So if you put something out a few months before, I know some people that put out a fucking mixtape or EP has a song on there, and then on the next project they got one of their hit songs on that project too. You know what
That's
I mean?
how I did. If people actually like really, really follow, like from when we used to be state to state with the CDs and everything, like, cause we used to go crazy with the promo. Like I'm talking about state to state, every event, BET Awards, Hip Hop Awards, big bags out there on the strip, like passing out CDs. Like I put Trap Booming on like every fucking CD. Every CD, like every piece of merch we fucking put out, we had
Track
Booming
one
on
too,
that
or
motherfucker.
what?
Like,
Was it track
it was
one?
always like when we did that, we always had, you know, of course Boosie was number one, and you know we did it like a sample disc, so it was like the dirty version, clean version.
Instrumental?
No, I ain't never dropped.
Remember,
the
they used to sell
they used to do
singles
that.
and
I
that's
never
why.
dropped the instrumental, and I had did a extra like bonus track, Trap Booming.
Okay.
Like, you know, and I just pushed the hell out of shit with the did that.
That's
the
what you're
Boosie
supposed
record.
to do, though.
Yeah, like I just kept like everything, like even on like 2 of the mixtapes, I kept putting Trap Booming on it. Trap Booming was always like the last bonus track. Trap Booming. I just kept putting it in people's face because I knew it was a big record. The vibe we caught behind it, I said, man, this shit's crazy. Like we got to keep putting it in people's face. So.
No, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. I mean, like we talked about Southside Chief earlier. He's still to this day is on some level pushing OMG.
For sure he is.
Like literally still to this day. And bro, he might as well because you never know.
That's
But
another thing,
even
too.
Mac Irv, like he pushed that one track till it got 1 million views. He pushed that shit for a solid year nonstop. And
True.
even
I fuck with my nigga Mac. Mac, that's my dog. Shout out to Mac Irv on everything.
There's another artist that got hit a mill.
Oh, for sure. Mac do his shit. He got a crazy following too.
Yeah, he does. He needs to drop that project that he did an interview with us about like 4 months ago.
Man.
it's a fire project too.
I know, but he
Shit
needs
is
to
fire.
release it. I hate when artists
It's
come out
already
here.
changed too.
I hate when artists come out here and do interviews about a project that's coming, and then that project never fucking comes.
Shit be happening though. You know,
I know it does.
You be ready.
That's why your vaults are so goddamn big, dude. Don't fuck.
Yeah, your
we
stomach
already
be
know.
ready. You be like, man, I want to drop it. Then the time be coming, you be like,
It's not the
"Nah,
time."
I might could do a better record than number 4.
See, that's why that's
I always second guess myself. I'm like, it get to the point, man.
Just
I'm telling
drop
you,
it.
Like, it get to the point where I be putting the songs in front of people, like in front of who I trust. You know, one of my guys. Or, you know, what I'm saying, somebody. Hey, y'all listen to them too. Y'all like them? You know, and hopefully they don't say they don't like one, because if they do say they don't like one, I'm gonna change it. I'm like, all right, let me go in here.
whole shit might change. That's why we're holding that Casanova interview because that project still hasn't come out yet. So,
Well, even Kush.
oh yeah,
Kush delayed his shit, but I was
yeah,
supposed
but
to.
Kush is doing the right thing though.
He's got
Kush,
some.
Kush is promoting the hell out of that project.
He's cooking.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got some cooking. I can't wait to see this album cover. He was taunting me with that shit.
Man,
I like what he's doing though. He's teasing the fuck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna tease us to death, but it's a smart thing to do. It's good. It's good. I think it is good marketing.
I'm excited for it, man. I was just talking to him yesterday about that shit.
Good.
My bad. Hey, cuz, it's your brother right here talking to you. Nigga, drop the fucking live from the top, nigga.
oh shit.
Not the today one, nigga. The one from last month. The final from last month. Drop that shit, nigga.
Have you heard it all?
Everything. Every day.
100
Nigga, drop
times.
that shit, nigga. Quit playing. All right. Yeah,
Tell him send it to us. You tell him. Don't. I can't.
see,
he won't
he's
listen
not
to
gonna
me.
send it. Like, you gotta pull up and listen. He's not gonna send it. I can tell you. I promise you.
Not even the wise
I mean, he's
man.
not gonna send it to you. I'm like, I just know because he's not gonna send it.
He-
But if you
he-
pull up,
It's coming. It's coming.
he'll vibe with you and play the whole thing.
Well,
through.
tell him to send it to DistroKid then.
Man,
That's what I'm saying.
So we can all hear.
That's what I'm saying.
something on, man.
He's got a plan in the works, man. I'm excited for it.
Yo, do you ever get tired of answering questions about the features that you've gotten in your career?
Like, what kind of questions?
I mean, it depends.
Like, I just feel like I want to break the
FAQ.
mold, and I want to not be the
I don't
interviewee
know.
to ask about, hey, what was it like to work with Boosie Badass? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't mind, but not every year.
but it's like
everybody
at
do
some
ask
point,
them,
yeah. I mean, was it?
Let
I
me
mean, but
let me
that's-
ask this question: how many people did you work studio together with that was like your favorite experience?
I know Boosie.
Boots
you
for
did,
sure was
yeah.
one of them. Dolph, he was straight. Dex was cool too. Hyper as fuck, but Dex
And you got to
cool
create
too.
them together. You were in the studio together and shit
Yeah,
too.
everybody, every feature I got, I did it in the studio.
See, that's dope.
Herb was cool too. A lot of people don't understand me.
No,
And this
Herb.
Herb song, I did that. Man, what record Herb had out when I did that? I think he had just did that Versace remix, Migos Versace remix. Like me and Herb was like, I'm talking about, we did that like a minute ago. Like
Yeah.
he was just I forgot what he was even in Minnesota for. I know this nigga that he called his uncle type shit. One of his people from the Go did that a long time ago, and I just ended up dropping. I hold the record. Like that's my problem. I hold records for a long time.
He holds records. Fucking record holder right here.
Like
He just said he had a song with Chief from 8 years ago.
Guinness
Yeah,
Book
like,
of World
literally,
Records.
Facts right now. He holds records.
like I literally
Same with
like,
Tell
He
Kush,
still got a
drop
song with
that
Pac.
shit, nigga. Drop that shit.
me
Niggas
and
hold
Herb,
on like.
me and Herb motherfucking did that song. It was a minute ago. Like so, but I did all my records with everybody in the studio though. But for sure, my best experience had to be Boosie though. He was funny as hell. He a cool dude, man.
He seems like it.
Like he's super solid, and he pulled right up. Like I'm talking about, and you know that's when he first got out. Like he did the show at Myth. That's when Boosie did Myth.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like he packed Myth, sold Myth out.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I even
that bitch
watched-
That's when Myth was coming back.
I watched a little behind the scenes of the video,
Yeah.
and I was noticing like he even like looked different. Like he looked thicker, because that was before he got sick, wasn't it?
Probably.
Or was
for
it?
sure.
He might have actually been sick.
Shit, I don't even know.
He might have been, but like he looked like thicker, and now he looks
Yeah,
like
yeah, nah, yeah. He was good,
cut,
for
healthy,
sure.
smaller, like he's supposed to. Yeah, so
Cool though.
yeah,
My mama said he's super solid. I done kicked with Boosie so many times now. Like every time he come here, it's love. Like it's love, man. Shout out to Boosie. on
y'all are gonna
everything.
work again.
You know, I thought about that shit a few times, type shit, but
He's been
you know,
coming
I-
out doing
like-
some shit lately too.
like after I actually like I understand that everything is business, you know, besides when you actually develop a genuine relationship. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me and him got a genuine relationship, but I feel like if another record come, it's gonna happen because it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because it's like, hey, come on, let me. You know what I'm saying? It's more like, you know what I'm saying? We did our records, like, you know, if it do come about, we'll do that shit.
And that's probably part of why it's always love when you see him, because he knows it's not.
Yeah,
that-
you know
it's
what I'm
not
saying?
that
Like,
groupie
yeah,
life,
you feel me?
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? I fucks with your craft. I like how you do the shit. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Shit worked for us. Like, we even shot that video in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dontel. He did the whole motherfucking video. That was the longest video I ever did. We literally woke up at 5 a.m. I had to do makeup. Fuck they do. My makeup turned me to an old man for like 4 hours. Like 4 hours, like 5 to 9.
Jim Shoe.
Yeah, she was funny as hell and everything. Man, shout out to this nigga HyphyTV. He was the nigga in the car, the short nigga.
he
in
was
the
in
car.
there. I saw him.
But yeah, no, we did that shit all day, like semi truck type shit. We employed like 18 motherfuckers. It was some shit. Nigga Dontel had the whole
Full
team out
production
there.
video,
Like,
like,
yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
dope.
Biggest video I ever did though. Like that shit was crazy. Like chef on scene, man. That shit was crazy.
I was in the
Like,
video and did the
man,
behind the scenes.
Man, that shit was crazy though. But yeah, Boosie and Dolph. It was a cool experience with Dolph. He came through. We did it at J Estate shit. I don't know if y'all familiar with J Estate. Did at his studio and shit. He was cool too. I did shit with Kevin Gates too. I still ain't dropped.
Yeah, I was gonna say you still haven't dropped that, because I heard you say it on another interview. You're like, I got one with Kevin Gates.
See,
Babysitting
I went
records,
for it.
man.
Like, where's that at?
Look,
He's
we shot a
fucking
video and
breastfeeding
everything. I
records,
shot a
man.
whole video for the shit.
Oh, you got a video
He
with
go-
it too?
Yeah, but look, this the shit though. So he went to jail literally right after we did the shit.
Oh, and
I
you
finna do the
could.
video. He shot he went to jail. So that's why I never fucking dropped the song. And then I kind of like forgot I had it, and now it's years later. But I'm still finna drop it though.
Is it? Do you have a hard time releasing that because you feel like it's old?
Somewhat, but not really.
Like, what holds you back from dropping music? What is
It's
it?
the-
That,
it's the
I think
timing,
it'd be
isn't it?
timing. Yeah, it'd be like
Yeah,
I don't
no,
be wanting
every
to fuck it
time.
up, but I think that's my problem though. Always trying to perfect some shit.
see, I'd be a
Perfection ain't
I'd be a
always
terrible
perfect.
artist.
Perfection ain't always perfect. You know, I feel like man, just drop the shit. You know, everything happened naturally, but it's like when you do some shit like that, you know, like Gates, like for me to even get that record, I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm like the only Minnesota artist with a Gates feature. So I'm like,
So if that's the case and he hasn't been popping anything right now, just
Reefer
drop
Ree
that
was in a
shit.
Gates video.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
he was in yeah. That's my nigga too. Reefer Ree, that's my dog.
Were you the one that plugged him with that?
Nah,
okay.
no, don't get to mixing my name up. Nobody with nobody. Nah, but no, I fuck with Reef though.
Yeah. I was like, how the fuck did you get in a fucking Kevin Gates video?
Nah, he out there. I think Reef he originally from Chicago. If I'm
Well,
not
yeah,
mistaken.
and
he
I
from
think it's
Chicago,
his
like,
camera
he know a
dude or
lot of
whatever.
people. Yeah, like he tied in.
But he
for
shot
sure.
that. I thought they shot in Atlanta.
No, they shot that in Chicago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they shot that in Chicago.
The
Oh.
camera dude is his.
Oh yeah, that's
the homie.
that's what it was. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, the dude that shot the video.
Yeah,
Yep. That's right. So with this project, one of the things that I noticed that you say on Burn Bridges is that you kick the cup. Is that real?
No.
For one, did you really kick the cup? Was it difficult?
Yeah, I mean, no. I'm talking about, it was real that I kicked the cup, but no, it wasn't difficult at all.
No.
I was never like I need you know what I'm saying, some drunk right now this very minute. Like, hell no.
The codeine.
But I did. No, I got my moments and shit. I had my moments and shit where I was sipping heavy type shit, but I ended up just getting off that shit, man.
What made you kick it?
Shit, honestly, I was going through custody battle with my son and some more shit and shit like that.
Yeah.
And you can't have none of that shit in your type of shit.
Hell
So,
no.
you know what I'm saying? So I stopped because I couldn't smoke weed. I was on probation at the time, so I couldn't smoke weed anyway. That's how I even started sipping lean. For real. Like, I couldn't smoke weed. You know, all the homies sipping drink. I'm like, man, let me see how this shit is. That's around when niggas was putting Jolly Ranchers in they shit, going on a holiday, getting the crushed cups. I'm like, oh, man, let me see this shit. Boom, boom, boom. You feel me? So I'm drinking this shit. It made me feel like I was high on weed.
Yeah.
So I'm sipping this shit heavy, you know. So now it's replacing my weed habit.
Like the first time
So
you
I'm
smoked weed.
sipping. Man, I'm telling you, she used to have me lit, you feel me? And then no cap, and then I was going through some little shit, some little personal shit with my family type shit, dumb shit with my kid, and then motherfuckers like, hey, you know, nigga, you gotta drop UAs, all type of shit like that. You know how that shit go family court. I'm like, yep, ain't no way I'm finna be sipping this shit, no shit like that. You feel me? So
Smart.
What are your thoughts on lean? Because I feel like it's been absolutely destroyed by the media, like saying like how bad it is for you and it does this and does that. And then I watched an episode of Drink Champs where Paul Wall of all people,
ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a capper.
he defended the fuck out of lean, and I was like,
Who did?
Paul Wall.
Oh, Paul Wall. I thought
You said Paul Walker.
Oh, my bad.
But we're talking about like new, like skinny, healthy Paul Wall.
Okay.
And he went so hard in defense for lean.
See, I'm about to say, you see, with Paul Wall is different. You know, it's like a lot of niggas ain't gonna say it, but me, I can honestly say that I was just so young-minded and influenced, seeing everybody else did it, that I actually did the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Out there in Houston, I got Houston partners like that's kind of like their culture.
Yeah,
Right.
it is
Like
their
they
culture.
grandparents
Yeah.
sip this shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They like, nigga, we sip the most.
But is it as unhealthy as people say it is?
100%.
Depends.
I tell anybody kick that shit. 100% kick that shit.
Yeah.
I never been a big, you know, like I say, I've never been thirsty for the shit at all. It was just a regular habit type shit for me. But I have saw the homies get so bad at that shit. Like they go to jail, they have withdrawals, all type of shit. Like when they can't get it, the homies that really sip, the homies that's really dropping 8s and shit in a 2-liter for real, sipping all that shit. If they don't have it, they get shivers. It's damn near like liquid heroin.
It is. Yeah.
So
it's
you know what I'm
it's
saying? And this
You done that shit before?
So opiate. Oh yeah.
never-
for
I
sure.
never
I
had.
used to do it all the time.
I would, but I never
used to be
had.
prescribed to it.
I tried it once and
I
that
mean,
shit
it's
just slowed me down.
Man, I
That's
love
why I
that
said. That's
shit.
why I
was
say
feeling
it
that,
might
like,
affect people. You know what I'm saying? Differently,
Yeah.
but I would tell anybody like that shit is not a habit, especially if you got like bad what's name. You feel me? And then nothing with me, I got one fucking kidney too. You feel me? So it's like,
Oh, shit.
that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up on your kidney, all type of shit. So
Yeah, it's
you know,
definitely
you
not
don't
good
wanna
for the
sip
body.
Shit. Like if it ain't no shit, you know what I'm saying? Even if you already addicted to it, you know what I'm saying? Like I say,
Why you only got one kidney?
oh, I got shot a while ago, type shit.
That's why I asked. I figured that was what you were gonna say. Tell me.
I got shot.
Like, man, shit be happening.
This was. I'm assuming this was a long time ago, or was
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, like 2011, 10.
It wasn't that long
2010,
ago.
11.
Was it tight? Was it close? Did you almost die?
Nah, man. That's
Lost
what you want to say.
Lost a kidney.
Yeah, no, I lost a kidney. I got hit 3 times. It was a little bit of nothing, though. I'm still here. That's really what all happened. That really would matter.
Wow. Scary shit though. So what's next, man? You got. I feel like you said you don't release enough. I feel like you're a consistent artist. I mean, you've
been around for a minute.
You've been around for a long time, and you've been dropping pretty consistently.
I mean, I think I drop enough. I ain't gonna say I drop enough. I think I drop enough content to be irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think I drop enough content that I know that I produce and shit that I can. What? That ain't enough.
He's,
I mean, you're
This
already
nigga be mad as
you're
hell.
already relevant. So
Bruh,
to say
he be
I
mad
dropped.
at me all the time. Like the nigga be, man, I'm telling you, because he'll pull up all day. I send this nigga shit through his email. He be mad as shit. But I
Release it.
tell
put
him,
that shit
Release
out.
it.
man, I told you, it be
Hold it.
timing with me. On top of that, I just hate
In
putting
my
out
files
shit.
right here, you see, I got DB.
I just hate putting out shit. Just to be putting it out. Just put it out.
Listen,
You feel me? Like,
if I had my
But what if
phone right
you
now,
what
I'd
if
show
you did
mine. It
something
looks the same
like
way.
that weekly, or
Sometimes-
like what a lot of people
sometimes-
do just to get shit
listen,
out there?
DB got a track with
I've had
Dip,
times where I've did
Taylor,
shit like that.
and
where-
what's the little dude?
Like Muja right now. Like his weekly shit, I fucking love that shit. If you could do the same thing and just clean up a little bit of that stuff that you've been storing on, especially now, like now that you're seasoned, you've been around the biz for a long ass time, and you got the good mix and mastering, you got the connections in every aspect possible. Like that's the time to really get that shit out there, in my opinion, for sure.
I'm finna drop crazy. Like I got the well overdue project that actually been done. I actually got all the videos done too.
I like how it's called well overdue.
By the way, I don't like the name of that.
Why? That's the name though. That's cause I told you. See this one, man.
I don't like the
I
name
come
of
up
that,
with my names. I come up with my name on some shit like how I feel on how my music either is going, is, or what I'm going through right there at that very minute.
Yeah.
So I named it well overdue because the shit that's the
need to
content
get
on
off
it,
your
something
chest,
is,
yeah.
You feel me? I'm just like this shit's well overdue. Y'all didn't hear this. Plus, the fucking project is just well overdue. Like, you feel me? So it's like plain and simple. But I actually got some other shit called Ghetto Love Stories too that I'm finna drop for the ladies. They finna love that shit.
So, Hyphy just told me like a little bit off the mic that you have a song
This nigga, he lying.
with
Rose bottles by the case.
with Bands Up Dip,
I just wanna
Taylor
ever
J,
be in fame,
and Prince Will. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure.
He's the record
Yeah.
fucking holder, man.
When is that come? When is that coming?
Man, I don't know. That shit should.
Let's put it at the end of the
That shit
episode
supposed to be a good job, too.
and make them pay for it.
We're gonna
on
have to
Patreon.
start putting in when people start agreeing to our invites.
We can't do it because then what happens is
song
they're gonna put the
needs-
song out and then we'll
that
get
needs to
paid
come
for
out
it.
correctly. That's a fucking banger.
You know what we need
It's a
to
banger, like, and we had that shit for a while.
we need to be able to pull the song out of the vault. When people agree to our invites, when we give the address
Should
to
we
come
add
out
that
here,
in the
we
fine
should
print?
add a little fine print. We get to pull one song out of the
all
vault,
got 'em.
and you need to introduce a
They all
single.
fucking got him.
All of them.
Shit, I got him, so I know they got him because they
Ain't
were.
at all. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, but
So as we say that, we're introducing a new single by DB Tha Rasta. No, I'm just kidding.
That song got to come out the right way. You know what I'm
see,
saying?
look, now he telling me to hold it. You hear him?
I ain't saying hold it. I'm just saying work on it.
Not, you see,
Like,
I
finish
mean,
it.
What you mean? Work on it? What? It's done. What else you want me to do?
got
To the,
artwork
what you want
for
me to
it?
do to the record?
Then drop it if it's done. What you
The
mean?
record been done. I mean, the shit
drop
done.
it.
I would say drop it, please.
mean-
Selfishly.
See, this is the thing because
like to
that
hear it.
record was supposed to be on the mixtape after Well Overdue. I have plans for certain shit. See, I have all this shit in my head. They
feel
just
you.
don't understand the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I mean,
I'm
you
one of
also
a kind,
self-admittedly say you got way too much music involved. So
I do. I'm
He
about
gonna
to
have
drop
well,
this
he
shit
gonna have
like
well
crazy.
overdue part 2, well overdue part 3.
I'm gonna drop this shit like crazy,
Extra
man.
overdue.
Man,
do you have you got music that will never see the light of day?
Yeah, for sure. Man, I got some records. Man, I made a record called Beat Your Knees Up before. Yeah, literally.
And that won't never come out?
Hell no. I made that shit was like 2007
That might be the one.
or some shit. When all the dance shit was going on, I tried to make
It was
a
like that
dance
thicker than the
song.
Snicker vibe,
I
right?
got
Oh,
you.
hey, on some shit, no cap, on some shit like that. This real shit
Yeah.
though. On my mama, I tried to make a dance song, man. So I say, let that shit come to you naturally. Never go in there and try to do some shit. Just do it. I tried to make a dance song. That shit was horrible.
It's
Are you a writer or are you or how do you what's your process?
Nah, I freestyle everything right now. I wrote though. I can write all day. I ain't wrote like shit. The last song I actually wrote was the song I did for my homie DG. You saw that Long Live DG shit. That was the last song I actually wrote, but I was writing it like pieces by pieces and shit
Yeah.
for some months type shit. But
Do you do any
besides that-
writing now, just in general, just for fun?
No, but I said I think I need to start getting into that shit, you know, just to, you know what I'm saying, get my mind moving a little bit more and just to see, because I honestly think I'm better with the pen. It's just the freestyle shit been working, though.
Right.
Because I told
A
you,
lot of people have been saying that
I
shit,
do
too.
everything at the crib, and even when I'm in the studio, like, cause I mean, you know, I'll go record some shit, you know, at certain studios, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times I'm recording at somewhere I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
When I'm in there, I'm just recording. So half of the time, like, if I'm at J shit, we'll pull the mic out the fucking booth and I'm sitting in the, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the fucking seat and I'm just, the beat of play, I'll think of the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do the shit right there. If I'm really feeling it, I'll keep going. If I like it, cut that, put the, you know, punch in shit like that.
I feel some people really specialize in just freestyles, but I feel some people need to freestyle something, but also write shit down just to make it even more
That's some
intricate.
people's problem.
Because
Like,
like when
only
we're
freestyling,
talking
like,
lyricism from like the
time.
people that are vested, that got the lyricism, you gotta write that shit down.
On everything.
And you gotta twist that, manipulate that, tie this with that, and then 3 verses
think
down
it's
the
like
road.
rappers in interviews saying like, no, I'm straight from not coming at you, but
No,
like,
no, for
no, it's
sure.
straight off the dome. You know what I'm saying? It's freestyle. Like,
But see, a lot of niggas say that shit too, though, and a lot of niggas be, a lot of people get mad because people be people be thinking like, what do you call
Like they're
freestyle?
freestyle.
Because it'd be like, some people one take. Don't get me wrong. You had that time when you up there, you do your shit, you one take. But everybody's punching.
Right.
that's
Everybody.
still freestyle though,
right,
right?
right,
That's still
right.
freestyle.
I mean, honestly,
See,
is
I
it?
come out every once.
It's
in a while.
kind of writing in your head a little bit to me.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
like, no.
But writing in
like,
your head to me is still freestyle. That's still free. I'm very literal with words. When I hear freestyle, I break it into two. Freestyle. That doesn't. Nobody said it has to be off
all
the top.
together. Yeah, for sure.
There's a difference between off the top and freestyle. That's why I'm so comfortable. Like
Back in the day, that's what freestyle meant. That's to me, freestyle,
Yeah, I thought freestyle was off the top. Yeah,
You
like
styling
So I think
freely.
I think that
man.
freestyle.
That you already had.
I think freestyle is off the top, but I also think that you can consider there are other things that we can consider freestyle. Like,
Pre-rehearsed.
look, dog,
writtens.
if you can come in here and I can throw on a beat that you've never heard before, and you can rap for 2 minutes over that beat flawlessly, some shit that you just have memorized in your brain, that's still freestyle to me. Like, you
You got
didn't.
memorized?
Yeah,
I mean, no, that's damn near like.
So I can
that's
write something
written.
and then memorize it, and then that's,
that's
a freestyle.
pre-rehearsed.
I'm not
writtens.
saying that. I'm not
pretty
saying
much.
that it's. I'm not. No. What I'm saying is,
being able to adapt to a different tempo,
Exactly.
a different whatever.
it's still a freestyle.
creating a
Yeah,
beat you
okay.
never heard before that has a chorus and everything that's tied up, but you can take a song and manipulate it to that shit because you're just that versatile, or that's a freestyle. And I agree with that to a certain extent, but to me, like growing up and what we know of freestyles, it's time ticks, beat hits, is freestyle. It's off the fucking top.
Right.
When I just look at you and I see Hybrid Nation and all of a sudden we're being, you know what I mean? And you're just pinging shit off and da 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 da. That's
Don't
what
be
a
giving
true
no free
freestyle.
advertisements. I'm doing enough over here.
Snuck that one in. Huh? Now, remember when we was on tour? We went to that one city. We did an interview. It was like a flea market inside or something.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
on there
that-
freestyling.
on everything.
I had that on
yeah.
camera. This dude was like really going in on some freestyle
On
shit. So
everything.
he can freestyle a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So I think both are freestyles. I think being able to go off the top, like if I can yell words at you and you can just rap about that word, that's way more impressive. But it doesn't mean that I discount you being able to just rap a verse that you had memorized in your brain over a beat that you didn't know was coming.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but just growing up though, seeing that freestyle shit, motherfuckers like, you know. So I didn't heard people.
There's
when
different
I tell a motherfucker like when they ask me, and I be like, oh yeah, I memorized it. Then I said I punched in. They be like, oh, you didn't freestyle.
That's
I'd
different.
be like, all right, I guess.
I feel like
then, you know
freestyle
what I'm
is
saying?
just
But I'm
rapping,
shit,
like-
all right.
It is for sure. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it definitely is. Like, if you're going to the studio and you're creating punches and you're creating a freestyle, like, it's definitely that. That's just, but the definition of what we grew up, like our generations, all of us together, like a freestyle that's a straight fucking freestyle. Yeah.
See, growing up, I was looking at like people who write songs. I was like, they writing songs, like, you know what I'm saying? They staying on the subject. They making sure that. But freestyle is just like, I could talk about shoes, then I could talk about cars, I could talk about clothes. Like it's just kind of free, you know. I could talk about
kinda
whatever.
like, yeah, kind of like a song actually have a meaning.
Yeah.
behind it.
You know
Oh, so
what
you're
I'm saying?
saying it can be written.
Yeah, it could be written. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
just
it's just
freestyle.
about
That's
bullshit.
what I. You know what I'm saying? It's just-
Yeah,
You're kind of saying
yeah.
the same thing I'm saying. That's
That-
kind of
no,
what I'm
that's,
saying.
That's usually
Yeah.
how they will put the. That's usually how they distribute it.
Yeah.
Like most freestyles was, you know, nigga have like an intro, a freestyle thing. It'll be like they just say all type of bullshit. Then most of the songs on the album is about something that means.
Yeah, but most niggas, even like Meek and them, when they going on like Funk Flex and shit, man, like I don't know, but you know, sometimes the homies be over there rapping it with them. So
They
like,
do.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pre-written.
yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
rapping hot shit every day. You know, you telling your homie about
Yeah,
like,
fuck
You want to know?
that shit.
You want to know a
Yeah.
secret? You want to know a secret about those things? Those like Sway, what's the
Hot
fucking-
97.
No, yeah, Flex and like the LA Leakers. So what's funny is, and I just recently went back and reviewed some tape. All that shit is multiple takes put together.
so it's like they recording in the studio. They just
So
recording
they record their verse, the audio,
the music video.
and then they do multiple takes of the same shit.
Still being there like,
So like if you go watch, and I hate to do this, I hate to do this to my guy Royce, but if you go watch Royce the 5'9's most recent LA Leakers, you can see
Thou
that
shalt.
at some points throughout the whole thing.
It
It's like a
gets
9-minute
choppy.
video.
Yeah.
His words, what he's saying, don't exactly match up with the audio.
I know that shit, dude.
He's
That
saying the
drove
same
me-
shit, but he's saying it in a different
Yeah.
way in some of
Yeah.
it. So yeah, it gets a little
It's
off.
getting like a Chinese flick. Thou shalt not fucking
Exactly.
deal with me, motherfucker.
Exactly.
That's why I appreciate
Exactly.
shit like this, where it's just. I don't know if y'all be cutting shit out.
Don't get me wrong. When artists come out
edit
here,
something, of course.
when artists come out here, we don't edit the episodes,
I don't
but
edit shit. You
but-
cut whatever you say is what you say.
Yes.
You better remember that.
We
We
don't-
don't not
It's
edit
been-
like that. I mean edit as in like don't. You know what I'm saying?
There's a
Like,
couple
you might have
things
a
that we
conversation
gotta,
where you
like-
stir off topic or something. You might.
well, there was one time lawyers got involved. We had to cut some. We had to cut like half the episode. That was
There's some incriminating shit that we have to cut out.
that too.
So you gotta be careful.
That too.
Cats gotta know how to talk.
Man.
Yeah, there was a conversation we had recently with someone that
Didn't make the views go up, or was it just like some undercover?
No, we don't even put that shit.
this shit would have made
You
the
gotta be
views
smart.
go up. I'll tell you that right now. This shit would have been on fire, but lawyers got involved. They made a phone call and said that we can't.
And
put
we
it out.
even disclosed it to him and said, check it out. And they're like, yeah.
But no, I mean, I'd be lying, and I'm not. I'll pull back the curtain a little bit. We've artists do multiple takes sometimes on their freestyles.
35.
Yeah. I mean, some are real bad. Some have been real bad. I mean, and you can. I'm not gonna say any names. Or
Have you ever just been like, you know what, forget it.
I was about to.
couple times. There was a couple times where it was getting a little like
Just come back tomorrow, bro.
yeah.
Don't come back to
Couple. There've been a couple,
Don't come back again.
and then there's been a couple that were just like,
So is that something y'all like be demanding out of people? Well, not demanding, but y'all like, is that what y'all want them to do every time they come on here?
When you come in here and you're an artist, we expect something out of it, especially when we disclose the stuff and say have something prepared, da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like that's important. Like if you come in here and don't want to rap something, it's gonna look bad on your part. Like we're trying to help you at the same time because it's kind
people
of a
will be in our
staple
inbox
here.
like, yo, why didn't
they
so and so rap?
Like Lyric
So-
never rapped here ever, and fucking A. Everybody asked me why the fuck didn't he rap?
How was the interview though?
The interviews were fucking awesome. Like
Right,
we
so-
had great interviews,
So
but still
it
it was
make
a
up for it.
It ain't really. It's two. I think people look at it as two separate
Yeah.
things.
It was hard to put negative on
I
Lyric.
do.
I don't know what
Yeah.
it was.
I
Like,
do.
Yeah. Like I mean, it doesn't.
Like
I
you
don't-
coming in for a freestyle, like you coming in to spit some shit, you coming in to rap. Like if you want to do both while you're here, that's cool. But
Yeah.
like just being around artists, some artists just be like, man, I want to come, talk to y'all. Like, I
Yeah.
wanna
Oh no,
come-
I mean like
I don't want to come rap.
this
I
guy.
want to come.
This
tell y'all
guy
about-
is. He's real good
no,
at the.
I don't fucking want you leaving without no fucking.
He'll put.
He getting the dog
Oh,
by
here's
the door,
some
like,
fucking
hey, where
bars,
you
man.
going?
No, he will. He'll put the strong arm to.
It's,
Well,
it's part of
but
it was part of
he
my
does it in,
idea
like, a
to
real
make sure that
passive
we
way.
did the freestyles forever. Like
sure,
I invested a lot of fucking money, period, just to have
sure.
like not even what I have set up now, but before like I really wanted to have that fucking setup. I wanted to have those freestyles because the only time I search on fucking interviews and the search on that shit was for the freestyles. I never
DB's
watched
over
the
here
whole
like,
fucking
dude, I
interview.
get it. I'll rap. I'll fucking rap, bro.
It's like I got 300 songs in the
Fuck.
vault. Trust me, like we're good, bro. Don't worry about it.
So we recently kind of naturally like progressed into this weird space where artists have been doing songs like in studio, like tiny desk performances almost, like so they'll like do like one of their songs. And I don't know how that even happened really, but I think it's kind of given artists maybe an opportunity to like perform because
a lot of
nowhere to
people
fucking
don't have
perform
it
right now.
prepared.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I think,
Corona bitch,
yeah, I think so. Like especially artists that have just released music, like within the. What's
Man, I'm already tipsy. You feel me? I'm like that little shot. But nah, I'm listening to you though. Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, I think so, like, artists that have released music throughout the pandemic and have nowhere to like perform it.
Yeah.
And then they come out here and it's like, okay, we got the nice camera, we got the nice space, the backdrop. It gives artists an opportunity to perform a song that maybe they want people to hear. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna premiere. We have a song that we're premiering. Nobody's ever heard it before. They're gonna hear it for the first time on this show. So it'll be part of their rollout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So if you got something that you're rolling out,
Roll out.
you know what I'm saying? So
I don't even know. I don't even think I mean, I got a bunch of shit, but well, I mean, y'all could just give me. I mean, shit.
We'll figure
y'all
it
could
out.
play a motherfucking beat or
Yeah,
something.
I got some beats.
We do something.
I got a little care package from a couple of
I
producers.
need something though, something that I can talk on though. You know, I want to talk like. You feel me? Mom, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you feel me? Like, so I could, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, So what is next? I think I just asked you. That might have been how we got into that
Oh
conversation.
yeah. No,
But you got
So I got the Well Overdue project that's already done. It's like it's basically an EP.
Okay.
It's 5 songs. I got 4 of the videos done already. I gotta do one other music video for it. I honestly don't even know if I'm still put one of the songs on there. It's really, we kind of held it up a little bit.
What's the reason?
I did another song that was similar to it, but I think it's better. But I hate when I pick the songs already for my project and I'm like, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
And then I'll be trying to take a song off because then I'll be thinking like, what if I took that song off? You know?
Yeah.
When it's done, I just want to go with it. I don't like to double think shit when it comes to the rap shit at all, you know? So I got that, and then I'm gonna do the shit I got for the ladies called Ghetto Love Stories.
And these are 2 separate projects.
Yeah, you know I always do Welcome to the Bedroom every Valentine's Day for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? So I've been kind of lacking on that shit. Like I did one like the 18, I think was the last time I put one out. So I need something to do for ladies, but I'm gonna do it just a little bit different than Welcome to the Bedroom. But the shit finna be hot though, so I'm gonna do that. And I think I'm just keep dropping singles and shit like that.
That's what I
for
think
real.
you should do.
Singles.
The project's already done though.
I think
Ghetto
artists
Love
like him
Stories
who
done
just,
and what's name
I feel
done.
you. I feel you with the whole project thing, but I feel like artists like him who just got so many songs, and you were kind of just doing that. You kind of just doing that, but then you put them all on the which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But like that, like when I just wake up and see a new video, you know what I'm saying? I watch it and it's just like this nigga going in.
Yeah,
you
it
know what
look
I'm
like
saying?
more content than
Yeah,
just
it's
a
like
project.
that. Yeah.
You know,
So the
if
whole
I drop a
project
video every
thing-
week, then just dropping a project and push it for 3 months.
It only
6
gotta be
months.
every week, but
No, every week. I feel like
month.
I feel like
Drop one
artists
once a
that's if you want to be seen, I feel like damn near every artist should drop a song or
Some
a fucking
content a month,
video
yeah.
at least every 2 weeks. Period. It's people that's on already every fucking week, bro. They got new videos up.
Yeah, I mean
Like-
it's hard to say what the exact formula is, but I mean that I don't think there's anything
it's
wrong
just
with that
working.
formula.
That's all this is.
Yeah.
Being consistent. That's how I found out about Rich the Kid.
Y'all don't feel like you could put too much out? See, that'd be my problem. I feel like I might give too much good music.
No, you
That's
can't.
what I thought about
think,
Rich the
you think
Kid.
Lil Wayne thought about that? I mean, he put out
different time though.
Rich the Kid was on World Star
Is
on
it
the
though?
box every day, bro. Every day. And that's how
I think
found
to a
out
certain
who he is.
extent you're right. That can still work, but I think that
Lil Wayne was like the first
But
person
Wayne's
to
an-
just
but-
open the floodgates with every fucking song.
You're
He was
right.
on every feature, everything. Just put
you're
it out
right,
there.
but we got to stop doing this thing where we compare everything to like
the Wayne
that's
formula.
Wayne, bro. Like that is an anomaly.
He was bought in with a fucking machine.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
was
Like
bought
that's
in.
Wayne. Like Wayne can do that. I want that from Wayne, but do I want that from like everybody? No.
Depends on who it is. If they're that good,
Yeah, I mean, over releasing, oversaturation, bro, it's possible.
for sure.
It can. You can do it. You can do it. I can think of an artist right now, an artist that I like, that I think for a long time oversaturated and kind of turned me off. I mean, especially after especially considering it was the over releasing and over producing was bundled with a lot of complaining.
Was it good or was it bullshit?
So
If you're just releasing a bunch of trash, then
I don't think he's ever released any trash. Well, I'm starting to get into territory where they're gonna know who I'm talking about, so I'm gonna stop. I don't want to disrespect anybody. I really don't mean to be disrespectful, but but I truly believe that you can oversaturate. I think that if you got
I think Lil Wayne oversaturated.
maybe,
actually.
but also if you're on a level like Wayne, Wayne's not gonna oversaturate us into being like fuck Lil Wayne.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then again, I mean, he got on that level from pushing music like that, though.
He did.
But a lot of people don't like Wayne like they did.
When he's talking about that futures, bro, he's really the only. Never. I mean, as of right now, but
like how we just said,
bro, this is 20 years later. Wayne,
Right.
bro, he been in the game since The Block is Hot came out when he was like 16, 17, bro. Wayne
And
is
people
damn near
don't look
40
at
years
Wayne like
old.
they do. Like, what was name a song off his last album?
I kind of liked it, that shit. The
Carter 5?
Yeah, I
No,
kind of.
Funeral.
On the last one?
The funeral.
Oh, and I don't know about the funeral. No, it was the.
Well,
Oh,
you
you
name
got that one
you
covered. Yeah.
you name a song. I can't name a single. I don't know any titles. I can't name a title off of his a track off of his album.
Can't be broken.
Yeah, that's a dope song.
That's
Yeah, Can't
one of
Be
my
Broke. He had the
favorite
shit with
songs that
Kendrick.
Wayne
He had the
put.
shit with Kendrick, Mona Lisa.
Yep.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Mona Lisa, that was on the funeral
Mona
too.
Lisa,
Yeah.
The first like 6 songs were
I never heard
insane.
any of these songs.
Bruh, he didn't
They're
have
dope.
one. He
It's
didn't
actually-
have one
it's-
weak song.
it's an
If
album.
you didn't hear Mona Lisa, you tripping.
This last
You ever heard
album
Mona
that
Lisa?
he had,
Oh, we're gonna listen to it after this.
because even before, let's see, it was Funeral, Carter 5.
Carter 5 funeral.
Carter 5 funeral.
So that's what.
Right.
Hold on.
So
It was
going
called
back
Carter
right now,
Oh, okay,
the
yeah.
funeral, Carter 5, and
Wow.
then there was something else
I ain't
before
gonna lie, I
Carter
can't
4.
name one song on Funeral. I thought Carter 5 was his last.
You just
shit.
said, oh, Carter 5 was Mona Lisa.
No, Carter
You're
5 was
right.
Mona
Yeah,
Lisa and
yeah,
shit. That's
yep,
what I'm
yep,
like.
Yep, you're
Oh, yeah,
right.
it was.
And Never
Yep.
Broken was on.
Can't Be
Carter
Broken was
5.
Fuck, was that Carter?
Yes,
5?
that was Carter 5. That's why I'm like, I can't name shit on Funeral.
He just dropping.
That was Carter 5. I ain't know
All right,
shit on Funeral.
but
That shit's not marketed to me because I
I'm
ain't
not.
heard none of that shit.
But we're not. But we're
No,
not.
no.
People aren't. People didn't go cold on Wayne because he oversaturated us.
Kinda.
People went cold on Wayne because he stopped being
Stop
dope.
making music.
He stopped being dope.
Wayne kind of went cold. That's what I'm saying. He went
He
cold.
he's dope again,
He switched it
but
up.
he stopped being dope for a while.
He's a rock star now.
Very-
Being dope, I think he's just going through contract issues and trying to get.
I mean, like I said, he wasn't dropping like he was. Like, you know, for Wayne being in everybody, every song.
I think
he
he started.
skateboarding.
He
Yep,
put out
he
some
started
shitty music.
overproducing. He started fucking with his voice too much
Yes,
because even
right there.
everybody told me he
Right
said he never
there.
auto-tuned. I'm like,
Y'all
the
see him at
fuck are you
Sunset?
talking about? All he did was
For
auto-tune.
sure, auto-tune. 100%.
That was the worst Wayne show I ever
saying.
seen.
When he
was
actually showed up, you're
disappointed.
saying? Yeah.
I
when
was
he-
disappointed because I'm
yeah.
a Wayne fan girl. I seen Wayne in concert a couple times,
Yeah.
and it was rap Wayne.
I heard
At
many
Soundset, it
things
was
like
like, I'm gonna pick the world up and I'm gonna drop him on his fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
That's pretty.
I
That's
stayed
pretty
all
good.
day for this shit.
That was all right.
I stayed all day for this shit.
Bro, Kobe got old too, bro. So I'm a Kobe fan.
I
It
know,
got
but
ugly at the end,
it
but
did.
You know what I'm saying? He had a good going out. That's all that mattered to us. You know
Wayne's a
what I'm
pop
saying?
star now.
I
A
just
rock
think,
star
I think
or
Wayne
whatever.
did make his music fell off, and I actually think the Funeral, as far as like what I want from Wayne, Funeral was better than Carter 5.
I
Wayne
gotta
was
listen to Funeral
Wayne
now
was
because I can't
rapping
name one song
again.
on Funeral.
I mean,
But
Wayne was
I tell
rapping.
people, Carter 5,
Yeah.
the production
He
on
was-
that fire.
Dope.
and
He
I
was
feel like
rapping.
There was way too many songs, but you cannot pick a weak verse off there.
No,
that
not at
man
all.
do not
He
rap
was
a weak
snapping
verse.
on that bitch.
You might not like the beat, you might not like the
'Cause a
song,
lot of that
but
shit
his
was
verse
old.
It's not gonna be weak. Like he cannot. It's like Wayne cannot rap a whack verse.
Dog, a lot of that Carter 5 shit came from that
Like
period
he
of time
can't.
where he was making shitty music. So the songs that are bad on Carter 5
Listen now.
were the songs that he made when he got shitty.
Damn, 24 songs on the funeral.
Damn, 20. Didn't he have like 22 on fucking Carter?
Might have been more than that. Wait,
He had 22 songs on those.
Carter 5 was 23
20.
songs.
Look, I
That was
said
a-
it was something. I know it was in the 20s. For
that was
sure.
those were dumps, bro. He was just taking dumps.
Man.
He was just trying. I got all just
Fuck it.
have it all.
That's why I don't want to come and put.
He
23 songs
unleashed
on
the
tape.
vote.
I gotta give it out like 7, 8,
Bro, you
10.
tripping. Don't do that.
Need
Well, I think
23 songs
what
and
I
shit.
would say you should do, and this is literally just a suggestion. Don't listen to me if you don't want to. What I would say is I would go through that vault, and anything that you know you are never gonna release, throw that shit away. Purge.
What?
No,
I'd
he
say
wants to listen to
purge.
it still.
I mean, you know, it's
Do you still listen to shit that you know you'll never release?
sometimes
Do you?
because it kind of it shows me where I'm in. You know, like
Dog,
I
I would.
elevate it.
Me as an if I was an
And I'll be
artist,
laughing at it and shit.
having a vault would drive me crazy. I can't
do,
have
I'll
a
be
notification on my fucking home screen on my phone. If I have a notification, I got to clear that shit. If I had tons of songs backed up in a vault, I would be. No, I couldn't do
Cause
it.
it just be like, you know, sometimes that shit be sounding hot when you doing it.
Yeah.
It'd be hot when you doing it. You be like, ooh, that shit. And then you get to playing it, you know, a week later, you be like, ooh, that shit was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But I be like, I feel bad if I just throw a fucking song away. Like,
Yeah.
just throw the whole song away. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I might not like it. All of us in this motherfucking room might not like it. Somebody might like this weak ass record.
You know,
though.
you-
But
you
if
know,
you know you're never going to release it, why does it matter?
I said I said I was gonna start doing some shit like, you know how people be doing like, you know, like DB Tuesdays to some shit. I said I was gonna start for records like that, or not even necessarily for records like that, because you know even hot records like that. But I was saying like a lot of records that I know that I'm not gonna put on tapes, because that's really what it be. It's not that I throw the record away. It's when I do a tape, if I'm finna put 10 songs on it, I'll probably record 25 songs or 20 songs, and then pick the top 10 off of it. Yeah. And then when the other 10 don't make it, they kind of just sit around, and then, you know, it's years later. But I'm like, for records like that, I want to do like a DB Tuesdays, you know, and just throw them out, you know.
That'd be
so
dope.
it ain't like necessarily
I
just
just
throw away
seen
records, 'cause some of them might be hot.
a couple of the homies do like a resurrection kind of shit where they had songs that they were like in the works of finishing, And then they did like this little video blog kind of vlog shit going where they were like now going back to these songs, repairing these songs, finishing these songs, and then releasing them, which was kind of dope. I thought that was pretty.
You know what I've always wondered? Maybe you can answer this question. I've always wondered why artists that keep like large vaults, which is a lot. I mean, that's you ain't alone. That's
Everyone.
It's most
Every
artists. It's
fucking
most
artist.
artists keep a large vault of music, and most of them say the same shit. There's a bunch of shit that I'll never release. I've always wondered why artists don't take some of that music, go on fucking Instagram, type in the words DJ, and just find every fucking hip hop DJ, even if he got 1,000 followers, and just offer him a song to put on their tape. Because think about that. If you did that for 200 DJs, that's 200 tapes out there that's going to have a song by you on it.
Yeah, which is, I mean, cool. But then it's like, if you're going to sit and do all of that fucking work, you might as well take one of them songs you like, that you actually like, and do
Finish
that.
it.
Like,
True.
if you ain't going to do that on your actual single, why the fuck do it on the song you going to throw it away?
True.
You know, it's like...
I mean, it's true, but I mean, at the same time, if it's something that's never going to see the light of day, you might as well give it something. Let somebody else give it the light of day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and those records is usually the one that take them to the next level.
Yeah.
Everybody I know.
Instead of the
that
trash
damn near
folder,
got a
you
hit
got the
record say
recycle
that,
folder.
Damn, I think that was gonna be it.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Because we ain't never know. We didn't think Trap Booming was gonna, do that. I mean, I had projections like, okay, this is gonna be nice. I like it.
Yeah.
But shit, still to this day, that's like everybody be like, oh, you're the Trap Booming dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You the Trap Booming dude. Or you the did that dude. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
That
for
means
sure.
they seen your video.
As long as
Shit.
they know.
Yeah.
So hearing it now, like say you was in the club tonight and you heard it, like how would that make you feel?
I mean, I'd be cool with it. I ain't gonna lie. As long as you fucking know. I don't give a fuck if I'm
You'd be
just
like, I know every
nigga
word
down
of
the
this
street,
track
like,
right
you feel me?
now.
Like, but it's crazy because I don't know if y'all familiar with the College Daily shit from U of M.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how a lot of the urban out in the suburb, the suburb kids and shit, that's how a lot of them actually heard Trap Booming. When Big Keith and shit, shout out to Marquise, him and what is that dude named Austin, my nigga Austin. He they was running College Daily. And they was doing like a top 10, top 5 list then. On the college, they had whatever they was doing, and Trap Boom was getting voted #1 like every week. Like
Wow.
we actually held like the most consecutive weeks of
So it
#1.
all started from the party and in the college time and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
that's how I kind of started super blowing up too outside the inner cities and shit. So shout out to College Daily. I never even knew what the fuck College Daily was until Keith told me about that shit. Like he showed me like, bro, you #1 every week on this shit. I'm like, what? Like they got a hip hop thing to do.
So that shit was happening and you didn't even know it.
I didn't have an idea. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We don't know shit about marketing. I just got it. If you go all the way down, I got a lot of fucking posts on Instagram. But if you go all the way down to my Instagram, I just started Instagram in 2017. Some shit like that. I don't know how long it been around. I think I had it for 3 years. So yeah,
2017?
Something like that. Like I ain't, I've never.
Yeah, you're not
was
really.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So it was like I didn't know about that shit. He like, bro, look at this. What the fuck, like, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
I feel like that's a slip up on their part. They should have probably reached out and been like, hey, man.
But I don't know if they
fuck
were
with your
doing
shit?
like interviews or what it was. I don't know if it was just some internet shit. I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know what
Podcasts
it
were
was,
probably not even.
I mean, or at least just to let you know, like, hey, we fuck with your shit over here. We're going to
Or
listen
they
to it.
probably
listen
thought
to
I
it.
probably knew about it.
Yeah,
But then
yeah,
again,
maybe.
it's like
Yeah.
shit. I didn't until Keith told me that shit. But yeah, man, shout out to Keith, shout out to Austin, man. That shit was crazy though.
Who's actually not just one, but a couple artists that you haven't worked with from Minnesota that you'd like to work with?
It's a few.
Let's preface
Reef.
it. Oh, Reef.
Reef,
Oh, yeah.
Reef. It's crazy because
You know, Reef will put
me
out
and
some
Reefton had. I'm
shit.
talking about me and Reefton had conversations hella times. Like I think I got bro number and some more shit in my phone. Like, and we be like, yo, we finna get up. We never got up yet, but we gonna make it happen. Mayhem. Me and Mayhem supposed to do some shit. We didn't get up yet neither. But like I say, it's love. I see him all the time though. It's crazy. 'Cause, like I be seeing everybody. You know what I'm saying? But we just ain't made it to the studio yet. I worked with a few people. Who else? Mac
Earth.
Earth. Me and him supposed to been did something too.
There, you have sometimes in your songs because you're a versatile artist.
For sure.
You don't do the same shit on every song at
Yeah,
all.
for sure.
There are times where your voice sometimes sounds like Mac Earth's voice.
What?
Yeah.
Like Mac?
Yep.
Like his rapping
Everybody,
voice? Or like-
everybody
more
told
like
me my
the-
voice is so like high pitchy, distinct. Like they said,
Sometimes
everybody be like every time
when
you
he
come on the song,
when he
you
like
know
sings or gets like the higher up, like with the gravelly voice. I can show you. I can show you. I can show you. So there were times where I'm like, damn, he kind of sounds like like Mac.
I think I sound like myself, but
No, you do. I'm saying just at times your voice, your voice inflection. I'm not. You don't rap like him. You're not.
Oh yeah, no,
you're
yeah,
very
no,
different
besides that,
artists.
yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Like, yeah. That's the first time I heard that. That's my nigga Mac though. He cool with my mama. That's my dog. When we do some shit though, we gonna do some shit. And I posted did some shit with Jay Plaza too. Like actually, me and him posted a record a while back.
And it didn't happen.
Nope. But nah, I ain't on no funny shit.
Remember that vault we were talking about? Yeah, it's in that bitch too.
Yeah, I ain't on no funny shit, bro. Like
We were supposed
no,
to.
this
We
is
were
a
supposed
long-
to interview
this is
him
like-
about 38 times too.
Oh, I'm about to say no. This is real shit. This is a minute ago, though, like a long time ago. Like
He's
like,
a walking,
we done
talking
chopped it up.
vault.
Me and him been on shows. We done been at we was on a Caboose show. I think that was Herb and some more shit. We was on the shows together and some more shit. But yeah, so
But they're not talking about like on your behalf. They're talking about
He explained himself. Hey,
I mean, you know, shit happens, shit. But no, besides that, it's like I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of young artists that I've been kind of peeping, man. The little
What about from St. Paul? Who do you feel is the next up and coming St. Paul artist?
from the Paul? The Paul been no disrespect to my Paul, man. Y'all put me on the spot too. Who been really
where's
killing?
Young Gravy from?
Burnsville. I don't know.
Nah, that ain't the Paul. I ain't gonna
Rochester,
Lie. I ain't gonna
okay.
lie. A lot of the people that
Sartell.
really was having it in the Paul ain't, you know, a lot of them locked up. A lot of, you know, so it's like, I mean, it's a few youngest
Takeover?
coming out. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
Skeet and them coming out. I mean, Takeover for sure, 100%. But
He's
like,
already
not-
kinda-
like that's what I say. Like,
He's
not even,
already
not
there.
never knocking my nigga Taylor, but he's established.
He's
like,
he's already
you
out
know
here.
Taylor. Like, if Taylor don't drop something for 3 years, and then drop, we know him.
Yeah.
That's Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when y'all say who's about to do it, it's like
Not Taylor.
Like the young
Taylor's
people,
already
it's
doing
like,
it.
for sure. You know what I'm saying? So
He's
it's
already
like,
doing it for sure.
like,
I think Juice is already doing it too.
Juice
I
Lord?
wouldn't even.
see, but look, hey, Juice, that's my dog too. He from Fuller. That's my dog and everything. Juice,
Y'all could make some interesting
I think
shit.
he too not he's too lyrical for himself. He do his shit, but I think he too lyrical for certain people to understand the fuck he be on.
Juice Lord?
Yeah, Juice Lord. That's what y'all talking about, right? Ain't that what y'all talking about?
Yeah,
Lord
yeah.
Season.
Yeah.
Like he go crazy. Like, but you really gotta be mentally ready to know what the fuck he talking about. Like, and understand where he coming from, man. He
Young
dope.
Homie woke. He's
Like,
woke.
yeah, like he dope.
Yeah.
He dope for real.
call it woke. He's just like
He
That's a
different.
very
Like,
that's
he
a very first
different.
episode we had with Juice Lord was the difference of like woke. Remember that? Do you remember that?
I've
shit?
always had an issue with people calling artists conscious rappers.
That's what it was. It wasn't
Motherfucker,
woke,
what do
it
you
was
mean conscious? He's awake? Don't even make any sense.
When I say woke, I just mean like
No,
he's
no,
in tune.
no, no, no.
Like,
Yeah,
what's
no,
going
that's
on?
exactly
Like,
Yeah,
what.
you know,
that's
what
what
that's
I
what
mean,
woke
yeah.
is to me. Like,
Yes.
like,
I'm not.
that
That's,
shit
I'm not
they
taking.
talking
A,
about.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
I'm not taking a
Woke
jab
is
at
like
you.
he,
That's
his
the
eye,
same
he
definition
see.
of conscious rappers.
Right.
Is
Same
woke.
shit you said. Like you gotta your
Yeah,
mindset
like,
gotta
you
be
know,
able to
like,
handle it.
I
I just
that's
don't.
my-
I
like, I
personally
tell you,
don't.
Juice my
You're right.
dog,
He's
like-
woke. I just don't like the term conscious rapper. I feel like
See,
that's
I don't
like.
necessarily see. I don't call him not to cut you off.
Right.
I hate to label somebody
I don't call
in that
them
way. Like,
conscious
it's not.
rappers. I say they more as lyricists.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it, because from how we view hip hop and lyricism and shit like that, that's what they say, you know? Because when you hear a fucking hit record from Lil Baby, even though to me personally he has lyrics, but he does it in a
definitely
different
does,
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
does it in a-
when you put him in a room with Twaleed, you know what I'm saying? Or how you say his name, Twaleed Kweli, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna be like, hell no.
Just meshed it
You'll
together.
be like, Royce the
Twaleed.
5'9" is fucking killing Little Baby, you know, but you would never hear Royce the 5'9" in the fucking club. You know, so it's like, you know, it's like what you call, you know. So as far as Juice, I put him as, you know, like a lyricist. So that's what I mean by woke.
I think I put him in a category of like where I would put like Tupac. It's more poetry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's more spoken, you know what I mean? It's more spoken word. It's
for sure.
yeah. There's real true meaning.
He get a
behind
lot
it.
of love too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He get a lot of
Definitely
love.
does.
Juice Lord's a homie.
For sure.
I think like last year he had like the best clothing sales and
Oh man.
What? He going crazy for Lord
he had the
season,
best
like,
clothing sales.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
upset with himself. He's like, man, I
and
need
he's
to rap
from
more and
Minnesota.
shit.
Like
Yeah.
if you actually be around him and know him, like anywhere he at, he's with it. Like, oh, rap. Oh, do it. Like, he's on it. Like, he's on it. Like, he's pushing for the culture.
Not for nothing, man. That 6 for 6 project was
Super fire.
one of my favorites of the whole year.
Yeah, him and Y. Jesus Christ.
What's the one? That's the one he just dropped in front of the and took the picture in front of the steakhouse and shit and all that. Our
that
songs
shit's
and
fire
shit.
as fuck too. That fucking
Man, I would love to hear you and something with you and Juice Lord.
That would be dope.
Sure.
You guys would
We gonna
mesh
get it
together
in
good
on
too.
that thing.
Yeah,
You
that
could
would-
rock a nasty chorus on that
It's
shit.
crazy.
with
I've been
him,
on
too.
since I was a kid. Like, I grew up over where he grew up at.
I mean,
Oh,
you
you were off of Fuller, or close to Fuller too?
Yeah, I
Yep.
lived on Fuller, St. Albans, all that.
would you call yourself lyrical? I would say you're a pretty lyrical guy.
I mean, I'd be saying, I wouldn't say a
Maybe not in that
lyricism,
lyrical
but-
category, but you.
I mean, it depends because it's crazy as hell. Because no lie, the homies, that's all they be trying to talk shit. They be like, man, he always telling stories and shit.
You are.
Like, yeah, they always
you
say
got
they be
those-
like, man, you be on some lyric shit. You ain't know, no club type of nigga.
That's why I felt it when you said I'm not. I'm just talking.
Yeah,
That
for
is
sure.
how. That is exact. Your shit is just a stream of consciousness.
Oh, man.
It's
See,
just-
DB,
it's
DB
just-
can get lyrical for sure.
Yeah.
But when he just be talking that shit, like, that'd be my favorite records.
Yeah.
He just talking that
shit.
DB
Yep,
shit.
yep.
That's the shit I be
I
like,
agree.
yeah, talk that shit.
I agree.
Talk that shit.
You got those hidden lyrics as well.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, it's there. The
Who you say be writing for you again?
I just be calling him more versatile. You know, I don't know. I just rap about, man, you know, what I feel, what I know, what I've been through, what I seen, people I know that been through shit like that, man.
That's the other part of what I like about you
Yeah.
is I believe you.
It's real.
Sure.
I don't hear it and I'm
100%
like,
real.
capper. I believe you. I think you're just talking about what you know. It's what it sounds like. Yeah. I need that. I'm 35. I don't need to hear.
Man.
I don't need the lies and bullshit. I mean, every once in a while, some bullshit over exaggeration is cool.
I just
but
saw this little thing I was watching. But do y'all really think lies actually matter? Does that really make you not actually listen to the song, or does that make you just not like the artist? To know that he's lying, or does that make the song actually whack when you know he's not telling the truth?
When you find out it's discreditable, it's hard to listen to that shit.
I mean, it depends on how far from the truth it is. But yeah,
If T.I., trap music, none of that shit was true, that shit would not be a classic.
I wouldn't go that.
I mean, yeah, I don't. It's things.
If that shit was all fake,
I feel like
It's gotta be. It's gotta
that
be.
shit fucking brought up trap music. Like, that's what created trap music, period. Like, if that shit was all fake, I couldn't take it serious.
I mean, yeah.
That shit's what
T.I.
motivated me to do.
So what? So you're
trap.
saying today you found out. Let's say today you found out that T.I. was not from where he said he was from. He grew up in a real nice rural neighborhood. Never
listen to that shit again?
Never sold dope. Never had a gun in his life. Never even seen a gun. Doesn't know how to hold a gun.
Which
You'd
is
be
tough
like,
to say because he's got major charges because of that shit.
But let's say that we
still,
found out that all that was paid for. They
if
paid,
if
they
it, if
paid
it
to
was
make all that
back
up.
then and we found out that shit was all fake and it was all set up, like Tekashi 6ix9ine, I can't take.
Don't
that
say
dude.
his name.
I can't take that dude serious whatsoever.
I can.
I will never listen to another
So,
song
so
from
look,
him.
He was
ever
really
again.
about
Okay,
the shit
look,
that he was
hold on.
saying.
Hold on.
Fuck that
He just
shit, dude.
snitched.
He's a
Hold
fucking
on, so
rat.
do y'all not take him serious because he actually
He makes Master
fucking
Splinter look like
Yes.
a fucking
or is
person.
because he making a mockery out of it? So is
Everything.
y'all, is
All
y'all
of it.
actual problem really is because he's a rat?
Yes.
And
Then
plus
I can
all
feel
of
that.
it too.
Yeah.
Plus what?
I don't think it's
Plus
real.
the shit he's doing, like the cloud chasing, the weirdo ass.
I think
like
it's all
I mean
fake
the
as fuck.
antics, like the
Yeah,
antics.
yeah,
I want to
So
see
here-
this guy go
right.
fucking toe to toe with people that are vested in that fucking game.
Fine,
I want
if
to
we're
see
gonna
people
talk
go
about it,
toe-to-toe
let's
and
talk about
actually
it.
be
All right.
vested.
Before he snitched though, I wasn't mad at him. I'm like, shit, he pulling up in y'all hood.
That.
He doing what he doing. Y'all ain't killing that
Yeah,
man.
but if he's
But
a
then-
part if he's a part of that life, if he's a
Yeah,
part of that
But he
lifestyle,
snitched now though, so it's different. Like,
Right.
so is he credible?
nah.
Hold on, whoa.
Credible for what though?
Whoa. Hold on. He
confusing
he
me.
is credible.
For what though?
Did he not get popped for the shit that he was saying he was doing?
I mean,
Did he not order fucking hits on people?
see,
Was he not part of one of
Yeah,
the
he
biggest?
was doing that
Was he
shit.
not embezzling money?
He just got.
Was he
just
not in the
snitched.
dope game?
He just,
I'm just saying. Prior to the snitch, he was really
once you
doing the
snitch,
shit he
though,
said
you're
he was
just-
doing.
you're supposed to be
I
cut.
agree.
That's how the game
That's my
go.
point.
Once you snitch-
And that's
I don't care how many people you kill. I don't
Right.
care how many hits you put on. You snitch at the end of the day, so
Correct.
it's like shit, and you free. So that shit don't even.
That's
like,
why my answer to his question was what it was. I'm cool with all the shit that he was doing before he snitched.
Yeah.
Because he was
doing it.
he was doing it.
Yeah, he was talking that little gangster shit.
But once he rolled on everybody, then it was
T.I.
like
said,
okay.
and all that gangster shit you talking, yeah, it sound good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He turned into
Yeah.
police.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna die.
Well, some people say.
He's gonna.
I mean, but shit, think about it. Like, not even like never, because you know what I'm saying. Like,
He ain't.
I
gonna
always
die.
be thinking about it like this.
Watch.
Look
Some
how the
clout
industry-
chaser will
I ain't
kill
gonna say
him.
they embrace him, but come
Yeah,
on,
they gonna have to
nigga,
shoot the
Little
police to shoot
C's.
him, and ain't nobody.
Little
finna do that.
C's was Biggie's little homie. He told on Kim, one of the biggest female artists we had, that's still a hood fucking legend for a woman in the hood, and
who fucking
nobody's
with?
saying shit. This nigga was just on a Diddy's tour. He was just on the Bad Boy for Life.
But
You
that
know,
was just
you
Diddy.
know who was saying shit?
All opinion, like,
It ain't all
Yeah.
opinions.
Because fuck
He's
Bad
a rat.
Boy.
T.I.
He a
had
rat.
100 tip, bro. He was out here doing the police shit, bro.
Yeah, but that was part of
I mean,
his.
what-
That was
You can't do that. I don't care if you a street dude.
Man,
bro.
is
You don't-
that him
you
snitching,
got an
though?
Agreement. You got a lawyer. You got a paid lawyer, man.
Hold on,
I mean,
so hold on.
So
So
that makes T.I.
1-800
snitch?
Tip say we got $250,000 for you just come in here and just say, hey, let's keep the crime rate down in the neighborhood, y'all.
Crime watcher,
If
so-
you got a,
Wait, if I go over here and
I
shoot
can't
you-
even say it. I can't even say the shit. I can't even say the
If I come
shit,
over here and
man.
shoot you, you
This
call
shit don't even
1-800
sound right,
tip, bro.
man.
That sound like you a witness.
Oh,
You
shit.
calling 911, bro. That's not good on tip
Oh,
side, bro. That's
even
not cool.
Even before that, he snitched on the dudes who killed his homie.
Thank you, bro. He took the
He
stand.
punched the dude in the
He
mouth
took the
and they
stand.
killed his homie and he snitched on them.
Oh,
So
Tip
right
did?
is right and wrong is
I
wrong,
mean,
bro.
there's so many rappers that have snitched. And
Damn.
it's like,
man. Why Ti? Leave Ti alone.
I
Man.
mean, there's so
Stop it.
He trying to get his verses
I
with
don't know how
50
he got
right
here.
now.
Leave
Trying to
Tip-
get his verses with 50 right now, man.
Leave
He
Tip
got
out of
enough on
this.
his
Leave
plate.
Tip out of this. Look what you did. You brought up trap music and now Tip is a snitch.
I was using a reference because I feel I like Tip. Tip is one of my favorite artists of all time. I think he's one of the most consistent people next to the game, next to a lot of other people that have been consistent since day what.
Man, Urban Legend holds a real important spot in my life, man.
Seriously, and trap
No,
music
Urban
is
Legend
probably one of
go
the
crazy for sure, but I'm serious. Yeah, you ain't like I'm serious?
I mean, I think trap.
like-
I think trap music is a top. Maybe it's top
It's
10.
top 10.
Greatest hip hop album of all time.
period. Rubber
Might be.
Band Man.
It's
I'm
perfect.
telling you, man.
No, for sure.
It's one of
Rubber
few.
Band Man saved my life,
So
dude.
you think he'll beat 50 in the verses?
Yes.
Yeah,
Smoke.
All right,
Yeah.
y'all, fucking
100%.
Smoke his boots.
100%.
Yeah.
T.I. will
Here-
beat 50 in the
No,
verses.
no. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
say it just.
let's
I'm gonna
do
say
this.
it just like I say every time. Yes, he will smoke him
What?
because 50. What 50 don't have 20. He don't have
He's
20,
got-
bro.
he's got 20.
Oh,
He don't have
definitely
20.
got 20.
But I
don't
think
have 20.
Ti's I think Ti's got
50 got 20
Ti's
with G
got
Unit.
40 to 50. I think 50's got
With
20.
everybody included, yeah, but like on his
Hold
own.
on, so y'all think T.I. got that many records?
T.I.
For sure.
T.I.
T.I. got
does.
Tip
records.
got more records than
T.I.
50.
Yes.
T.I. is one of
T.I.
the
was
most
around.
consistent since day one.
He was,
period.
when did Tip come
Think
out
of-
with
think
trap
of-
music? He came out before Get Rich or Die Trying?
Yes.
When
I'm
Get
serious.
Rich or Die
was long
Trying
before.
drop. I know I'm serious was. but
I'm
talking
serious
about-
and trap
he wasn't
music.
popping with I'm serious. I mean, in Atlanta
thought
he
trap
was,
music-
but honestly, me, I did not see Tip until he did. I'm gonna take
Rubber
your
Band.
cookies.
No, he can't.
Rubber
First
Band
time
Man
I
and
saw-
24
first
changed
time I
changed
knew-
everything.
First time I knew of
Foes
T.I.
causing clothes.
No. First time I knew of T.I. was I'm Never Scared, bro. Bone Crusher.
Oh yeah.
Bone
That was
Crusher
the
came
first time
after
when, like,
Rubber
most
Band Man
people-
and 24s though.
No.
Yes, it did. Yeah, for sure. Bone Crusher.
that-
Never Scared came
All right,
after
Never
I'm
Scared
24s.
didn't come out
I'm
after
serious.
that.
Came out in 01.
Well, think about this.
And when and Bone Crusher didn't come out after
bro.
Never
the
Scared
Rubber
came
Bands
out
and
with
stuff like that came out after Never Scared.
Yeah, because
Never Scared
Rubber
was his,
Band
like,
Man was not on
introduction.
I'm Serious. Rubber Band Man was on Trap Music.
Trap
music.
music. And Trap
Yes.
music came out for sure after I'm
That was,
Scared.
I think it was 04.
Never
It
Scared.
was like 02, 03, bro.
like
That bone
most of
crusher
his
shit, bro.
hits.
03.
Shit, a good amount of his hits.
That's Trap music.
Trap music came out in 03.
When did I'm Never Scared come out? When he was on the when
Never
he
Scared
on-
was 03.
Look, see, Brown. That I knew
It was
something-
around that
Yeah,
time.
for sure.
But 24s was before.
24s was before that.
03.
Yeah.
He's right. 03.
24s was before that.
Yeah.
God damn.
Never
Tip
never-
been
24's
around
on
for-
Uncut. BT Uncut back in the day. That's when I first seen it.
Yeah.
Man, I saw a Tip drill.
Tip had shit before that shit also too.
God damn.
Tip has been,
I don't know
but
that shit, though.
and even if you
Tip
think
been
of
around
like,
for a minute,
even if you
bro.
think of like, listen to these other like top hits like Paper Planes and shit, like these places, like these songs afterwards, like dude, he's had hits consistently, like albums consistently that still, like him and the game I think have the longest track record of consistency in the game.
Yeah, the game.
My Life. That's White. Never mind. Sorry, I'm mixing shit up.
I don't think the game was slept on, but I don't think he doesn't get the respect I think that he deserves.
I think he gets enough from the game.
He definitely
I don't
does.
think he gets enough from the fans.
Sometimes Blood definitely be going nuts. He be going nuts sometimes, but you know.
I think he gets respect from the game, but I don't think he gets enough from the fans. But he
feel
gets
like
enough
if
from the
G-
game.
I
The
feel
game
like-
knows.
I feel like if G Unit would have stuck together, all they ass had to just do they.
All right, so let me ask you this: would you put a song called "We Up" featuring Kendrick Lamar in 50's top 20, or have you never heard of that song?
I think I heard it, but I just can't think of it in my head right after a minute.
Because Hot New Hip Hop has that as his 22nd best song.
As his 22nd.
I'm not saying it's trash. So when, all right, so he might.
This list is gonna come from the Get Rich or Die Trying.
He's a very 50 fan. I'm let y'all know
So-
right now. Anything
so
you say
you're
about
right.
G Unit or 50, just
He might run out around 20. Because
he's got 20, for
window
sure.
shoppers at 21.
Damn,
And
Window
that's one,
Shoppers at
and
21.
that's one of his
a good
best.
But you gotta remember the versus battle is only 20.
That's what I'm saying.
But versus
I'm
you can
agreeing.
still
I'm
have
agreeing.
features too.
Maybe
You
50
got-
does
you
have
got
20.
G-Unit features at the yin yang, bro.
I'll teach you how to stunt.
Look at those two. Look at those two albums right next to each other by Obi up there.
Any of those game songs I just said.
And you talking the game too.
Yeah.
My,
I still think.
150.
I still
my
think.
life.
Look, I love 50.
My boy, G-Unit.
I love 50. 50 is a legend. He's one of my favorite rappers of all time. I just think when it comes to like hits, I think Tip washes him, bro.
I don't
He's
think
got
he- I
bigger.
don't think he washes
He's got
him.
bigger, much bigger songs.
I think 10 for 10.
See, I don't know if I'm
50
tripping,
will
but
take him.
50 just been, bruh, his first two albums both did 10 million plus type shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
But honestly,
He
how
broke
can
records,
you,
bro.
like, how can you compare
50
against
changed
that?
the game.
Ludacris white Nelly out
I
the
mean,
box.
but come
Yeah,
on,
but
now,
Nelly
think about
didn't
it, though.
come fucking
Anybody,
serious, yo.
if you
Nelly
re- if
could
you
have came
really-
way better
If you
than
really
that
a hip
shit.
hop fan, I don't care.
Nelly
how
and
people
Luda
look
should
at
have
it.
been 10 times better battle.
That's my favorite rapper.
Ludacris is dope. Ludacris one of the best to ever
Nelly's
do it.
connection was terrible.
To
the
ever
whole
do
time.
it. You
I already knew when the Nelly Ludacris shit got announced. I thought that was the dumbest thing that Nelly could have done. It made
I'm
no
about to say,
sense.
if you don't think
Nelly
Ludacris
can
is
keep
one of the
up
dumbest,
20 for
like,
20.
Ludacris has another one of what I would consider to be a perfect
Ludacris
album.
is my
And
favorite.
Luda is
I think
so
Word of
different.
Mouth is a perfect album.
That's what's
Luda-
about
Luda
different.
is
the best
Like,
for sure.
Luda hella different, and people sleep. Luda done did 8 million, 9 million on albums. Like Luda crazy, bro.
Luda changed.
Nelly, now if it was like an R&B shit, Nelly would have probably won.
Nelly played like 3 songs that I'd never heard.
Oh my bad.
And Nelly didn't play songs that he should have played.
That's
though.
about
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe.
Nelly
For you and for
Nelly
me,
was trying to put
but not
singles
for
in
the
that
world.
motherfucker.
I always
Nelly,
looked at
for the
like he was more for
world,
the ladies,
Nelly
though.
could have played
Even though
10
he had some
times
hood
better
shit for the
songs.
niggas, I always looked at him like he was more of
Hey, Nelly was the first
like a
person to
Ja
ever
type
tip
of
me.
artist, like a Ja Rule type
Tip
of
you?
artist.
Like I used to have a car service. And
Yeah.
he was the first person to ever tip me. First
Oh, shit.
celebrity. Like I used to get paid by the promoters, so they would not tip me.
Don't get me wrong, another legend. Nelly's a legend. Nelly's
for
a
sure.
legend.
I think
and
Nelly,
fuck
if
with
he would
Nelly.
have
He's
came with
actually
his
the
A
biggest
game, he
artist
could
from
have
the
came
Midwest.
better.
Besides, if you want to talk about Prince,
Yeah,
if you
St.
want to talk about
Louis.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
He had a show here that
Think
day.
about
doing,
it, Midwest.
He was doing a country show that day.
Even if you want to put Tech Nine on there, as far as selling records, everything,
I'm gonna give you
he's
somebody that'll wash him.
Who?
Slim Shady.
Oh, come
Oh, Detroit. Fuck.
Yeah.
I forgot. Damn.
But he
Damn,
washes
you got
about
the
everybody when it comes to
I
that.
know he
numbers.
watched everybody. Period.
Yeah.
And then
But like
he
when
got
Nelly was
fucking
here-
records albums with 23 million, 24 million sold.
I'm saying
Shit
when
like
Nelly
that.
was here though, he was doing a
Eminem.
country show at the Twin Stadium. So
See, that's a mistake. He
He's
never
white.
should have done that.
Yeah. We just,
Yeah.
Okay,
We ain't
okay.
gonna-
That's
we
another
ain't
thing
gonna
too.
leave
Do you
that
think
out.
that?
What
I
happened?
just said this about the Minnesota scene, about the suburban dudes. Those guys is getting more views because they're. Let's
Do
not
you
leave
think?
that
Because they, I ain't
way.
like, because they argue with me.
Because there's not too
They
many
argue
black
with
guys
me
that's
all the
riding
time
around
about
through the
this.
hood banging, oh, I'm sorry, mama.
See,
I never meant to hurt you. I'm in
Hey.
suburban schools, bro, so I can relate to it at the end of the day, but I'm being honest at the
No, because
end of the
I
day, too.
argue with them all the time. They ask me this shit all the time. They be like, because I honestly think, me personally, I think if he was black, rapping like that, same time, same camp, same people, it would still been so different to motherfuckers that the white people would have still
Oh, yeah.
took a hold
Yeah.
to it.
Oh, for sure.
So I think he would have still blew up.
Yeah.
But all my homies be like, no, bro. Him being white for sure pushed him.
Bitch, I'm gonna kill you. You don't want to fuck with me.
He was the new.
Or would y'all say it was his talent? 100% his talent.
I'm not gonna ever say it's 100 because you can't say we could never say it's 100% anything because we don't know.
I do.
We don't know. But
I do.
But the one thing that we can
He's
say,
white.
but the one thing that we can
That's
definitely
what it
say
is,
is,
man.
but anybody that knows anything for real about like rap knows that Eminem is an
he
incredibly
spits.
skilled rapper.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Even whether you don't even have to like it, and you can still go, yo,
For
that's
sure,
what he
for
did.
sure, 100%.
He said, "Let's go
Did all
macadamia."
these things to get these things.
That's your shit.
I like
Okay,
that.
so he's telling us this thing, like, yeah, you did these things to get these things. You know what I'm saying? So you basically you sold yourself to get those things, type things. It ain't no problem with it. Salute to Eminem. After we gonna take a toast for Eminem, but right is right and wrong is wrong. At the end of the day, he might not be at the same spot if he was black.
Might not. However,
would not.
what I will say
Absolutely
is,
not.
I probably would have had that same conversation. I would have agreed with you, or I forgot who said it, but there's not a lot of black people rolling through the hood listening to Eminem.
Yeah.
And I would have agreed with you, but we went on a stretch on this show where we had quite a few young artists that are from the hood that put him number one with a bullet. And then I will say, yeah, but nobody's really riding around the hood bumping him. Like, I am. It's like, oh shit, maybe people are.
And then half of them, they be fucking lying.
Maybe
probably,
people
too.
are.
Like, but some people do, because I mean, I play them.
I
But
don't.
it is certain shit.
So
Certain
check
shit.
it out. Just like how we did one of the other legends, Wayne. Name me something that Eminem name me something off his last project besides you two. That's probably the only one that's gonna get to me. Name me something out of all of us right now.
I can't name him
Yo,
something, but
if-
what was his
if
last
you
song?
didn't-
Y'all
if you
know
didn't
what
If
was
you didn't hear
busting
his shit
off
with
his last
Anderson
album?
Paak though, if you didn't hear his shit with Anderson Paak,
See,
you
I don't
need
even
to
know
jam to that
Anderson
shit
Paak
because
is.
that
He's
shit
got
is
that.
I
fire.
mean, the
Anderson
last
Paak?
his last big hit was Godzilla.
Joe.
Was that the,
That was one with Juice WRLD,
yeah, that was dope.
and it was hard.
He's
And
gonna be
he spit
fire
one of the
right now
craziest
because
verses
Dre
I've ever
put
heard in
him
my
on.
life.
Yeah. Anderson Paak just super dope. So anything
Anderson
he's doing
Paak is fire as fuck.
Who
And
is
that song that he
Andrew-
had,
Where he from?
Compton.
Anderson Paak? No,
He's
he's
black?
Compton, ain't he?
not Compton. Yeah,
Ain't
he's
he from
Dr. Dre,
Compton?
he's Dr. Dre's artist.
Oh,
He's signed after
shit.
me.
I thought he was from
Dr.
Compton.
Dre
No,
always
he's from
finding somebody.
he's from Venice.
He
Venice
was
Beach.
put on the
Venice Beach?
Compton album.
Hold on, so
he was
Venice
put
is
on the
just not a
Compton
beach, that's a
album.
neighborhood? Oh shit.
You in Venice Beach. It's like being third
He's
block
from
beach.
Venice, California. I don't know what Venice.
I'm like, you see, I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was just a beach.
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, I don't whatever. Yeah, whatever the case. I don't know. He's not, I know he's not from Compton. He's from.
He's got that beach vibe, dude. His music is fire as fuck. If you haven't listened to Anderson Paak, you gotta listen to his shit.
Anderson
I'm
Paak is a
finna go
monster.
check him out. for
Nipsey
sure, 'cause I ain't
Hussle and
never heard
him
of
and on that fucking show. What is that shit?
The song with him and Game is pretty dope on Game Class
Yeah.
album. that Born
Stainless Steel. Is that what it was? Stainless.
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 Wait.
That shit was fire.
That Joner Lucas from
Boston.
I like him.
Johnny's from Boston?
That's dude who did the Pac shit,
No,
right?
I thought he
not
was
the Pac, but
from.
the Will Smith.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that Will
Yeah,
Smith.
he
that
did
the
the
Will
Will
Smith
Smith.
dude?
He
Yeah,
did the
that
Will
Will Smith
song.
shit,
Yeah.
Hold on. Did y'all see what he just recently did?
With Ashanti.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Man.
Oh, he fucked with Ashanti, right? Or was that just a video?
I hope so.
He was tongue
Hey,
down,
my
tongue down the throat.
After that,
I like Ashanti.
Yeah,
You liked?
We all do.
I like.
oh, I thought you said liked.
Like currently.
Then Joyner
I
Lucas
like
showed
her. I
up.
still like her.
Yeah,
She's hot.
I used to like her until Joyner showed up.
I got some Ashanti songs on my phone right now.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he smashed. I hope he did.
He better. She
I
bad.
really hope he did.
Dude, Ashanti's bad as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I don't even understand how she's still that. What is she? She's got to be 40.
I don't
Black
care.
don't
And
crack.
y'all know how
It's-
much. Y'all know how much she's still getting paid for.
But
shit.
that's different.
Age
Josh
like
still
fine
selling
wine,
casinos
man.
out
The
all
older
time.
they get,
I'm
the
sure.
better they
Like
get.
they going
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like literally.
I mean, I think.
Why'd you say?
She was cool with like Prodigy.
Huh?
Why'd you say
You want to grab me another beer, bro?
Nelly's
What do you want?
made a
Anything.
bad decision on the
What
country
your
shit?
beers you drinking, bro?
I don't know.
When
All
you say
kinds of
country,
shit.
do you just
This
mean
is
like
Dos
his
Equis.
version of like
This is
country,
some
like
different
rapping
shit.
No, it was
country?
like him
Or
and Garth Brooks.
I ain't like none of that shit. No, I'm talking about the country music that he did.
Oh, so I didn't hear the music.
Oh, like the
I
shit
just
he
know
did
he
a
was
song
on
with.
tour with Garth Brooks.
No,
Like,
I
that's
thought he was on tour
told
with Tim McGraw.
Oh, Tim McGraw, my bad. My
Same shit.
He did a song with Tim McGraw.
Yeah, they were on tour together though.
Yeah, but they did a song
Yeah, I
that
didn't-
kicked
I didn't-
off that tour.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear the song.
It's called All in My Head. It was so
Oh.
fucking bad.
Cause it's all,
All
in my head. I think about it
Yeah.
over and over.
again.
That
That shit was a banger.
That wasn't a bad.
That shit was a
Yeah.
banger for sure.
But he did.
He brought that out in the versus battle neither.
I got.
No, he didn't. But he honestly, as big of a song as that was, he should have.
Yeah, why
I don't
wouldn't
think
he?
that was a bad song.
I hate that song.
You hate that song?
DB.
Man, that's damn near. That's damn near.
Yo,
like
real
a
talk though,
12.
I didn't like the shit that he did with Kelly back then either. Now I love it.
Kelly Rowland.
I
Dilemma.
hated that
Oh,
song.
boo.
Oh, you
Bro,
didn't
I
like
hated
that?
that
No,
song.
Shit, dude.
Oh,
I
Dilemma?
hated it.
What the fuck?
What was that?
Hated it.
Same time though. Same time. Man, listen, we used to go skating on Friday, St.
Man,
North.
that shit was
That's the
hard.
song you was skating with a chick too.
Oh,
You know what I'm
man,
saying? That
shit
was.
was hard.
That was my girls back in the day, dude. I used to sing that shit to the girls back in the day.
I'm older than all of y'all, so
Yeah.
That's when we
Good
used to hit the
waters.
flash
You got some
button,
more
dude.
waters?
Back in the day, you used to fucking switch over.
yeah, man. I don't-
That was Usher and
That's
Alicia
sparkling?
Keys time though too.
Yeah, but
Just
look-
my boo.
I want to hear that.
Boo.
Look, you see, I accidentally said my boo. He said at the same time. Dude.
That's what I want.
That's different because they both can sing their ass off. so, like,
Exactly. I want that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
but I like Nelly and shit too. Though.
I love Nelly.
That
I
was
just
the
don't
shit.
like it
Nah,
when he did
Nelly
that.
for sure did his shit.
Man, I fuck with
What
Lil
happened
Anderson.
to the
And
motherfucking
Lunatics.
lunatics though?
Yeah,
Man,
what happened to the St.
Slow-mo,
Lunatics,
Ali,
dude?
what
Low
happened to
key,
him?
the
Lee went platinum though.
the
He did. Murphy Lee went platinum.
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He
for
went
sure.
platinum.
Yeah,
Lunatics
yeah,
went
one
platinum.
song.
Boy, y'all got the
Ali
big
was the
waters.
manager out of
These
that.
motherfuckers
St.
are
Lunatics
expensive.
went
Y'all gotta
platinum?
pour these in
I believe
motherfuckers'
that's
cups
it.
when they
That's
come.
it.
All I need is a track in the
City album?
background in my head.
That shit went platinum, did it?
album, bro.
No, it was a
Anybody
fire
that hasn't heard that album,
No, they
go
gotta
listen
bang
to
that
that
straight
album.
through.
They the reason
Straight
niggas buy
up.
2 Air Force Ones right now.
It was
Yeah.
that's the whole era. Back
Yeah, we've had that conversation on here before when you went to that concert.
I'll never
dude.
forget it.
So y'all agree? Besides Eminem, he's the biggest Midwest artist then,
Fuck yeah, hands down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how.
Hands
Couldn't
down.
argue it.
for sure.
Couldn't really. I'm trying to think of like what the Midwest.
what hip hop? Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's the biggest artist in Minnesota? Y'all think then?
Prince.
I mean, not of course
Oh,
Prince. I'm talking
you saying hip hop?
Yeah, y'all opinion. Just one, not a top 10. If you want to say, not even necessarily best. I'm just saying biggest
It's
because
I hate to say it, but it's
a lot
atmosphere,
of people
dude.
say
Oh, it's
it's
definitely
atmosphere.
I mean, it depends on what,
What
you
about
consider.
the,
It depends on what you consider artists, though. Do you consider producers artists?
When you're saying biggest,
So Cardo.
See, I don't even know who he is.
Oh, like
Cardo?
artists that's in-
He said he's from the East.
People on TV.
Cardo?
Yeah.
I fuck with Cardo shit though. He be like
He a producer?
He just
Yeah.
produced
Yeah.
the
He be saying
song
he's
for
from the East.
Drake.
I don't know who he is.
Drake and Dirk.
Oh, that's him.
That's
he
his
produced
shit.
that?
Yes.
Oh, that's dope. I
He's
didn't
from
know
St.
that.
Paul?
Yes.
I don't even know.
No, Cardo.
What?
He be doing all like dope. He did a lot of.
So I mean,
Dope
Cardo,
Boy Cash
Rocky,
Out shit.
Rocky,
Rocky
Rocky's
Diamonds?
no, Rocky the producer. RAHKI, Rocky. He produced. He's got
producers
he
are
got,
hidden.
He
though,
got a
bro.
Grammy.
Them
He got a
motherfuckers
Yeah,
slide
see, that's what I'm
underneath
like.
it.
he got a
that
Grammy with Kendrick.
One of the
I
only
didn't know
ones that I
Cardo
was
did
hearing
that.
from Minnesota
That
was
new
Yeah.
what's
He did. What's the joint off of the?
who was doing
Sorry. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, see,
AK's people.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, the Bobby.
I mean, Bobby's cool, but that ain't fuck
I thought he
Cardo.
did like a Grammy.
I mean,
with the Weeknd. I didn't know.
You're right. No, you're right. You're
Ain't he
right.
up there? Like, ain't he up there?
You're right. You're right.
It's him and Frankie Bears. They're like,
Yep.
No. I'm not saying that. I was going to say that he's not on Cardo's level, which technically he's not, because if you're producing for Drake,
How the fuck
nobody's
did I
really
meet
on your
this
level.
Cardo? You knew him this whole time?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know him like personally,
Oh,
but
well.
like I've been in tune with his music.
I
I
went to
just know
kindergarten together, goddamn.
Nah, some years
I'm
back.
like, you see, I'm up here like,
He did an interview some years back, and he said he's from the east.
He is from
east side of
East Side,
St.
yeah.
Paul.
It's in his. I think it's in his bio. Like it's in his.
He rep St. Paul. He
That's
rep
how
the East.
before
Where you all from St. Paul then?
St. Paul.
St. Paul.
Not even
Right in the
that
heart?
big. I'm St. Paul. Maybe.
All love it.
East side, but I still go to Rondo.
Yeah, I grew up on Fuller and St. Albans in the Frogtown area, and then around like freshman year,
my
8th grade
neighborhood.
year, I moved to the east side type shit.
See, that's what I love about St. Paul. Is it's St. Paul. It ain't north side. It ain't south side. It ain't east side. Even though there is east side, west side, and everything. I grew up east side, west side, but it's always been St.
I mean, it's been like that, but it's a lot different now.
Yeah, isn't that? That seems like
It's
that's
Definitely a little
changing.
different, but that shit is 7 minutes away from each other. But
Man,
St. Paul is
man,
different,
you
though.
Rush
Definitely-
hour, 12 minutes away from each
Yeah.
other. Like,
small city.
Yeah, it's for sure.
I like
Some,
St. Paul. I like the east side of St. Paul a lot, just because it reminds me of the east side of Milwaukee so much. Like everything about it.
Actually, that's a true statement. That's a very true statement. Actually, my family grew up first in Milwaukee and then moved to St. Paul.
so you from Milwaukee?
No, I'm not.
Where you
I'm
born
from
at?
St. Paul,
St.
east
Paul?
side.
You born in
from
Minnesota too?
East side, west side.
Where at?
You from St. Paul too?
See, I was born in
I was
Indiana.
about to say what?
You know what I mean? Like,
Gary
as soon
or
as
what?
No, Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne,
Yeah,
yeah.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yep. So as soon as we moved here, we moved right
But
into Frogtown, right into the Jamestown. Right off Dale, them projects we get right off Dale.
But it's crazy.
Right
But
there.
from there, Chicago to here, it's the same but different. Like it's funny. Like it's the same but it's different.
For sure, like you just said, it's different here, but then once you hit Milwaukee and down, it's the same.
It's the
for
same.
sure.
It is. It is.
All right, so just to wrap it up, put a button on it. Y'all think 50 is gonna beat T.I.
No.
in a versus?
See, me personally, I ain't gonna lie. Now that we didn't actually discuss it, because I have not had this conversation with one person yet. But when I was seeing Tip doing the shit, because everybody know 50's hilarious, man.
I was like,
50 was like kind of, you know,
T.I.
funny.
cry.
It's funny as
For the
shit.
record, I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's not
No,
gonna
it's not gonna happen.
50
You don't
won't
think it's
do
gonna
it.
But
happen?
honestly, I think the only fair thing to do, which I know they're not gonna do because it's actually been
It's
throwing
released
hands,
on
it been
Versus, though,
fights
right?
and all that type of shit, is
the Versus?
50 and Ja. 50 and Ja Rule. That's no, he won't. Now this is what I will argue
What do you
with.
think would win?
20
It's close.
hit for
It's
hit.
close.
Ja Rule, my
Ja
nigga.
Rule will fuck
Bro, when you
him
go
up,
about, we're not
dude.
talking about albums, my nigga.
It's close.
We talking
Ja
about
Rule will
hits. This
fuck him
nigga
up.
has a hit record with Bobby Brown, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear shit else.
I
Hit
know
record.
you'll
And
get
Bobby was a crackhead when he had the hit record with him.
I actually like that song.
It's close,
Yo,
bro.
Ja Rule.
He made a hit record with a crackhead. That's all I'm saying, bro. He made a hit record with a crackhead.
bro. It ain't gonna
I
last,
wanted the
bro.
Falcons jersey they had on the roof when they had the helicopter.
Yes.
I ain't never wanted to wear what a crackhead had on. Like,
You know when he played
Ja
that,
video
when he played
did
record,
that.
that's when you know it's getting over with. Like, oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah,
That's
Stop
the
him to
finale.
retire.
Bobby Brown joint, it's time to get
bro, that bitch was a hit. What you talking about? And it was basically a remake of one of Bobby's biggest
I'm not
hits.
saying
Nigga, the old people gonna feel it. Everybody gonna feel that.
Everybody.
Man, we can't do
He's a
another.
50 right-
We
he's a
can't
50.
do another hour, but I'll tell you right
Yeah,
now,
for sure.
bro. Ja hangs in there on that one.
Ja will hang for
Ja
sure.
hangs
He's
in there
got hits
for sure.
I don't give a shit what anybody says about Ja and how everybody tried to fucking
I
take
was
rid of
I was
his
a big-
credibility
look,
and shit.
I was
but
a
that dude's
big
got
I was a
hits.
big Ja Rule fan. I just recently came to the realization that I'm a little tight at 50 for fucking that up because I was enjoying Ja Rule's run.
He did fuck him up though.
He did.
He erased that man.
He never let up.
No, it
Well,
wasn't him.
okay,
it was the whole
50,
fucking
50
band
M.
camp.
I mean, Busta Rhymes got
Andre.
involved.
Everybody.
Oh, remember that shit when they did the Hail Mary?
The Hail Mary remix. I'm saying, well, as soon as you heard Busta I was like, oh my god, they got Busta going at Ja. Like
I think
Jesus,
he got a new project from the drop or some shit.
I heard, and I've heard that it's fire.
Remember the
Yeah,
interview with Shaheem Reed before I saw him
Busta's
posting
coming
that
out with
shit.
some new
yeah.
shit?
They said he's had an album that's been done for a long time.
A feature on some dude shit the other day. I just
Man, some years back, I was in New York and I went to the studio with Taylor, meet Shaheem, and like they were there in the Busta session. That was some years back though.
Oh shit.
I think Busta's one of the most underrated rappers out there.
I think he just be in the studio.
he
He
got-
got
he
probably
gotta
hella hits
be
in the vault,
because
like hella shit in the vault.
he-
I
he got it, but he
like
wasn't
Busta
there.
just
Yeah.
because Busta, you know what I'm saying, from the movies and shit, from High and Learning. You know, I like just
Yeah.
how his mode was. He always on some
Yeah.
hype shit. But I can't really say like I was just like I can't name you a Busta Rhymes album to be honest. But I like him as an artist though. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's crazy.
When Disaster Strikes, that's a classic.
That was
See?
a
I
fucking
can't.
straight.
I can't.
I
I
know
can't
that
name
one
an album.
I don't know the name.
Baby, if you give it to me, I give it to you.
I can't
what you
name
want?
an
You know
album,
what you
but I
want.
know he dope.
You
though.
know.
Maybe give it to me.
Transmission.
That was with Mariah, wasn't
Yeah, he
it?
had the track with Mariah. That was hard.
But he was going crazy.
Ja Rule and Mariah too.
Ja Rule got hits with all the
I
chicks.
keep telling you,
That's what he got.
bro. He has
stole
stupid
it
hit
from
records, bro.
Stupid.
Like dumb hit records, like that. The ladies is gonna feel. You just saw what Monica and Brandy did. The ladies is gonna be in tune with y'all.
But you
For
can't
sure.
put a gangster record to a soft record, bro.
Shit, damn
whoever
near
go first,
it
you gotta
depends.
come to the. You gotta challenge
You gotta,
it,
you
bro.
know.
If I shoot a 3, you can't come up and lay up a 2 or dunk the ball, bro. Your dunk could be terrific, but I shot a 3.
I'm still winning.
It's 3 points.
It depends on how terrific the dunk
But
was.
there's always the
360
next
through
play.
the
Josh
legs.
got some
always the
hard
next
shit
play.
too.
Hey, I'm not knocking Ja. I'm a Ja Rule fan, bro.
Josh got some hard shit that he could play against 52 that weren't necessarily
Josh got
hits.
some shit that will fuck 50's hits up, and 50's got hits.
It's not that.
That's
We gonna
50
clap back.
change
We better not
hits,
play
bro.
that one.
Like 50 change the
Clapback
generation.
wasn't that bad.
I ain't like clapback.
Clapback was a little hard.
I ain't like
mean,
that, bro.
You didn't like clapback.
I ain't like
In the
clapback.
club.
That's
Even
because
as a
the hype that
kid.
was around.
It's true. Go back. Check it out again.
If the hype wasn't around like that,
I can rap it word for word. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
you liked it.
A beef
Well,
is
maybe
different,
not
but hits
now, but
are
I used to.
different.
All right, after this, I'm gonna throw the beat on. I want you to-
I said probably not now, but I used to. But I still didn't like it.
Yep.
That's gonna be our first piece of Patreon content. It's Hyphy rapping clapback.
I think if you did a beef, it would be different. But
I
separate
that
from a
Patreon.
beef as hits, I think Ja takes him. I think Ja takes 50 as hits, but I think as a beef, obviously, I think 50 takes.
I think
Ja.
50 made Ja cry before.
I think
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No,
I think
See, because here's the thing. Like, I would have agreed with you when I was like,
He did
when we were going through it, but in hindsight and doing like the research, yo, Ja was really about that shit.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
I don't
but
think
But he ended his career though. I mean, for a nigga to come in and end your whole millions
and he
a
went to
month,
jail and thought about that
millions
He
shit
didn't like
the
buy
whole
all
time.
the
Now
tickets
you
of his
can't
show
even-
one time.
I mean,
Like
and it was like
that was recently.
my nigga,
That was like a couple of months
saying,
ago.
Like, yeah.
duo shows.
shit.
yeah.
He can still go
Yeah.
overseas.
No,
right
it's
now.
not over.
And
All
not
old music.
Oh, it's over.
It's over
he
for
sat in jail
Ja. It's
thinking
not
about
for
that
50.
shit the whole
Yeah.
time.
Never for 50.
After that, you can't even come back from that. Like what? Like what, bro?
All right,
This man bought all
we
the
gotta,
tickets.
we gotta
at your
end this
show,
episode.
And nobody's fucking here.
The last thing I'm gonna say though, is in our versus conversation is that next versus did actually get announced tonight, just before we walked in here.
It did.
Yeah,
What was it?
Patti LaBelle versus Gladys Knight.
Get the fuck
I'm
out of there.
dead ass.
Are you serious?
Dead
That's
ass.
what they did.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that
that
threw me for
motherfucker.
a whole fucking loop.
I don't know. You gotta help her set up the Apple TV so she can enjoy it.
That's about the oldest boy. My mama finna be turned.
Your mom's gonna turn.
She finna be turned.
I'm gonna watch it. I don't know the catalogs enough separately to know like.
They should make them probably do 10 and 10. You know, back then songs was 8 minutes. Bro, songs
True.
was 8 minutes then, bro.
That's true.
They used to sing for
Some-
8 and the beat would go for 3. You know, they
Yo,
have to break
them
down
old Rick
bridge.
James songs would be 10 minutes long, dude.
I wonder how they're gonna do it. You think they're gonna play the joints or are they gonna sing them? They gotta sing them, right?
Nah.
They'll do the little mix of
Yeah, they
it.
might do that
They'll
little
sing
shit.
some of this
They'll
shit.
probably just play it and they just can toodaloo up and, you
I don't know how
what
Patty
it-
and Gladys sound these days, but I mean, if they can
I
still
haven't even-
sing,
Pat-
Patty
I haven't
still
even
got
seen
it. They
them
probably still
lately.
got it just on some like.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think nobody gonna beat that Brandy and Monica shit though. Besides Jay-Z versus somebody or Beyonce versus
know
Rihanna.
Jay.
Wait,
You know that's not even gonna happen.
I mean,
think-
hold on. You mean as far as you talking about me? My opinion is liking which artists they picked.
No, not the
No.
music. I'm just talking about like the best verses.
For sure, hands down.
Snoop and
Hands-
DMX
Snoop
was
and
the
DMX
best.
So
for
who
sure.
won this? I like the
There was no winner.
Snoop
How's
won,
it not a
but
winner?
it didn't matter.
Beanie Man versus Bounty Hunter.
I didn't watch that
Man,
one.
they damn near.
I
What
don't
Snoop
know,
them do? They
DMX
damn
was
near
good,
double
but then
Snoop
at the
them.
end is-
I love- that was
he
my
kinda
favorite.
disappointed me with
That
the
was my
freestyle,
favorite
like how
shit.
we talked about the
No, I
freestyle.
fucked with that
expected
because
more
Snoop
from
just
Who,
being
DMX?
Snoop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Snoop
He
is always,
freestyled the whole
he fun, he
fucking
kept it
episode.
fun, but,
Yeah,
you
but-
know.
And he had nasty freestyles
Yeah,
throughout
Snoop
that
Dogg gave him
episode,
some
but
shitty beats to me. That's just my opinion. He didn't go his style of.
I think
So I
Snoop
was
and
asked about
DMX was the
motherfucking
best, hands down.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even be
Versus.
watching that shit.
You didn't watch it?
I don't watch none of that shit.
See, I don't
you
know.
should
I
watch
was-
it.
Yeah, I
none
ain't gonna
of
lie, man.
That
I ain't
one you
gonna-
should
I
watch
was-
for
I was
sure.
with my
That shit was
people,
dope.
You know what I'm saying? She was watching that shit, and I'm watching the shit, and the hype around that motherfucker, like, damn near every nigga I know, everybody, but niggas was recording that shit, everything. I said, man, this shit crazy. Motherfuckers into this Brandy and Monica shit like this.
That's
Shit
like
was
the new
crazy. They
contest
did
right now.
It is.
1.4 million after the shit was over. They did so many stream, like, the shit was crazy. It
Bro,
was
and
like
now
the
that they
most
got that
ever done.
versus TV shit, and you can put it on your fucking smart TV,
Who's getting paid off?
the nice widescreen, fucking Swiss,
Timberland and
Swiss and Tim, yeah.
Nice.
Are they
Good for
booking
them.
these people?
And
or it's
Apple.
just like they booking them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Apple doing that
Book
shit.
contracts.
Oh, and you know,
Full
you know
contracts.
Diddy on that motherfucker. He got sponsored by Ciroc.
Sponsored
all
by
through the bitch,
Ciroc.
Got
Yep.
drinks Ciroc on that motherfucker.
Good for them.
I actually
Yeah,
enjoyed.
sponsored
I
by
enjoyed
Ciroc
the
everywhere.
2 Chainz and Rick Ross one once they got
Man,
once
that-
they
what was
got
that shit,
going.
like 20,000 views. No disrespect to 2 Chainz and motherfucker. That had to be the lowest viewed versus.
No, it
though,
was
'cause I
high.
didn't hear about it.
It was way. It was up.
You said 20,000 views.
You think so?
James Ward?
To me personally,
I'm glad you say that. I don't think. I don't know if
think
he.
Two Chainz
I don't know if he killed
he
him.
got them boys mad in there.
I don't know if he killed him.
He left him with his strippers. Like,
You didn't even watch it out.
It's okay.
Like, nope,
I don't know if he killed
I
him,
ain't
but
watch it, but
I didn't watch that
Ross
shit,
got
but
too
I
much.
was
on.
thinking Ross would kick his ass though.
he didn't kick his
Even though
ass.
even though I like Chains,
Check it out. 'Cause
I
that's
will.
what
I
Rick
didn't
Ross-
watch it, so I'll straight up admit that for
So
sure.
check it out. Rick Ross gonna say this. That was light. I ain't even give him the hits. He lost, bro. Go check that out.
He did.
On
He.
some just for you. Check
But when
it
you're
out.
coming to a battle, you gotta bring the hits.
Yeah,
and
for
he
sure.
didn't bring the hits, and he
And
literally said,
Nelly didn't bring the hits either.
I
That was the
don't-
problem.
What hits
there.
didn't he
you only
bring?
get- it's the playoffs, and when it
I
comes to
only
that
watched
battle,
the
you
Scott
gotta come
Storch
with
and
them
Manny
hits.
Fresh one. That's the only one I ever seen.
Manny Fresh, that
Yeah,
shit.
that's the only one I seen.
That was tough. That
That
was
shit
tough
was
to watch.
That shit was frustrating though.
It's tough to watch.
The old
That shit
school-
was
the old school
frustrating.
niggas did it too though, and went crazy in the sound. fucked
Scott
up.
Storch like embarrassed the fuck out of him. That was bullshit.
Teddy Riley.
But
them
Manny
did it
Fresh
too.
didn't play some
That was
songs
fun.
too though.
That was a two-time battle.
Man, I feel like Manny Fresh didn't play some
Well, that's
songs.
'cause they
Manny
had
didn't do his shit though, bro. Manny Fresh could have played 10 Lil Wayne songs and fucked him up, dude. That shit
Yeah.
pissed me off. That shit pissed me off.
Yeah, I
Scott
think,
Storch
but I don't
fucking
think
fucked him up.
Fresh fully understood what they were doing.
Yeah, he thought
He didn't quite get
That
it.
was the first of them all, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
no, it wasn't the first, but it was one of the first. It was
It
early
had to be
on.
one of the first because that's when I started hearing about that shit for sure.
It was early on, but no, we had
They did Jermaine Dupri, I think.
Yeah.
They did Jagged Edge, I think, versus 112.
no, they didn't do that one.
They didn't do that
no,
one?
we want that one.
I
but
thought I saw
actually,
that
I
shit.
tell you, I don't want that. I don't want that. Respect to 112 and Jagged Edge,
The
but
ladies love Jagged though.
yeah, but they don't have. They ain't got. No,
They ain't got
Who would you guys
Nah.
pair up against Lil Wayne?
Eminem.
Eminem. Hove, maybe
I don't know, Hove. I'm about to
Eminem.
say probably Hove.
Drake.
Everybody wanted, yeah, like Hove. I was gonna say Drake too, maybe because everybody say this. Do y'all really think overall Drake is a better artist than Lil Wayne?
No.
And I'm not talking about Wayne right now. It's very many. I just mean overall.
Yeah,
I think
Overall, do you think you would
overall
take Drake
artists,
if Drake
yeah,
and Wayne is in that
because
room? You gonna be like
package,
Wayne or Drake?
We talking about the overall package. I want the.
Yeah, I'd take
I wanna
Drake.
Get the whole.
You take Drake over
Yeah,
Wayne?
and, yeah.
Bro,
I take Wayne.
That's all. I take Wayne myself too.
Who's the baller now, Wardy?
I take Wayne only because I think his influence of music, and I don't. It's hard
but
to
that
say.
doesn't- but that doesn't
it's hard.
take
It's
place.
hard to say influence of music, but I'd say through the generation, the influence of music. I think Wayne takes him for sure.
In a battle, in a versus battle.
Hit for hit.
I don't. I think that at this point, in
Hit
their-
for
They
hit.
might still win though. It's just because the times is a little different though.
at this
That's-
point in
that's
their
the- that's the
careers,
thing
Times
right
is
there.
different,
They
but
both
even
have
Wayne,
as many
old
children
shit
as
gonna
each
go
other.
So crazy.
Drake's competition versus Wayne's competition, I feel, is a little bit different.
I just.
But I do damn near feel like overall number wise, kind of like if you compare it like on some basketball shit, like I feel like Michael Jordan is the best, but people say when it's all said and done, number wise,
LeBron is
LeBron
better.
will be the best. Number wise, when it's all said and done, Drake will be the biggest hip hop artist of all
Team
time.
James.
That's what I'm thinking of all time.
See, and
With
I'm,
no
I'm
problem,
Jordan
like,
all
his-
day long.
His number one consistency is just fucking crazy.
Lakers are up 89-85 right now in the fourth. By the way, just want to put that out there.
Team James.
Okay, I agreed. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, I mean, numbers wise, that's the thing. That's why I hate those arguments because there's too much. There's too much like stuff that you can't prove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's a Muhammad Ali
let's
versus
just fucking
Mayweather.
let's just fucking enjoy
Tyson.
enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
just fucking enjoy it. I'm done. I'm done having those. I've had those arguments so many times. LeBron's better, fucking at this. And MJ's better than this. Kobe's better. Kobe's my all-time favorite player.
Oh, for real.
I saw MJ play and it was phenomenal. It was fucking crazy. He was magic. But
Man,
LeBron is dude.
I hate
LeBron
saying
is a
that shit, man. R.P. Kobe, but
Yeah.
I just never was a fan, like a real fan.
yeah.
Like I liked him, but I never was a real fan.
Okay, so
I did have the Kobe courtside game
I'm
though.
gonna ask you this.
I had the
Michael
Kobe
Jordan,
courtside game on
He's
Dreamcast.
sitting there and he like, and if somebody asks you like how y'all doing y'all thing, you'd be like, man, who you would take, Kobe or LeBron? And he tell you like, man, Kobe, man, he remind me of me. He acts just like me. He's telling you he's the next best thing, bro. LeBron James is not Kobe Bryant, bro.
Well, no, he's a completely different player.
Kobe Bryant never left his team. We stand for what is right.
That's what this is about.
I'm just gonna tell you something real quick.
That's what this is about.
I hate to break your heart, but Kobe started his career by leaving his team.
Hey, that was not by his fault though. That's due to they doing the trading thing. And he ain't had no.
Also, he didn't ask to get traded or nothing. He actually just got traded.
He
didn't ask. He demanded.
He demanded
He
it.
demanded a trade.
He didn't want to be in
come
Charlotte.
On. Oh, you better not never use that.
He didn't want to play in Charlotte. He wanted to play
When
it.
you got that buzz like that, Eli Manning did the same thing. You could do that when you that man.
That's what Braun did.
He still switched teams.
Yeah,
That's
but-
exactly what Braun did, though.
But that's why I feel Jordan's the
He
best
switched
because
teams.
he got
He was
put on
drafted-
the shittiest
he was
team
drafted by
in the
Charlotte.
world.
Y'all think something wrong with that?
Because he refused to play there.
But what
Yes.
happened? But what happened with Jordan?
He wanted to be
Jordan
a Laker,
got fucking
100%.
put with one of the shittiest teams. Period.
100%.
And he's like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm staying here. I'm fucking winning this
Why is
shit.
that such
with
a bad
this
thing
team.
to trade teams?
No, it's fine.
It ain't bad.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
It's the NBA. Like
Yeah,
it's not like
y'all
fucking
said it
Bloods
ain't
versus
bad.
Cribs. Like
Everybody's just talking about somebody that traded. Y'all saying it ain't bad. All y'all just talking about somebody that traded somebody. It ain't bad.
It ain't bad. If you go from an independent label to Interscope, it ain't bad.
if LeBron came to Minnesota, wouldn't nobody be fucking saying that?
Hell no. Hell no.
Sell the
If
whole
LeBron
Wolves
came to
organization.
Minnesota, it would be game over. Everybody would be a huge LeBron fan. Just the same reason why everybody became fucking Brett Favre fans. Everybody got Brett Favre jerseys. Everybody hated the Packers.
I hated
Brett
the
Favre.
Lakers before
But this
LeBron went.
motherfucker came here
I've
and they're
loved
like,
the Lakers since Kobe.
I've hated the
Favre, he's
Lakers.
the savior.
I like Kobe,
He
but I
came
didn't
here
like
and
the
did his
Lakers.
Shit, though. He
He
came here and
did.
did his
And
shit though.
good.
He
I'm glad
almost
he
had
did
us. He
because
was almost there.
I'm a Packer
fan.
fan. When Brett Favre came here, I'm like, yes.
I was at the game when he died.
His little
From
battery
New
just
Orleans?
ran out.
TCF at TCF Bank Stadium.
pulled it out,
He got
like-
hit. He got hit so hard. Dog, it was terrible to watch. That was a fun. That
and
was
then
crazy.
they got the
though.
Super
I
Bowl.
was about to
That
cry
was
that day. I
bullshit.
remember that day.
Bro, we were sitting at B-Dubs before the game
about
because
to
it was
cry
at
that
TCF
day.
Bank Stadium, and we were sitting at B-Dubs. I had just met my brother that I didn't know existed.
You got brothers and kids, son.
Bro.
I was about to say, you got
Fuck
brothers.
is-
I was gonna say
What
that,
are you
like,
out here doing, man? What's going on in your life?
dad-
Let's
my
talk
dad-
about what you grew up at.
My
Let's talk
dad
about
had
what
my
you-
dad. My
Wait till
dad
you hear
had
about his
four.
auntie's situation.
My dad had 4 kids before my mom, and I didn't know any of them existed. And all of a sudden, I get hit up by this dude on Facebook. He's like, "I think I'm your half brother." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, is your dad Craig?" I'm like,
Y'all look alike?
"Oh shit." Dead ass, and he's like, "Yeah, man, we're half brothers." I'm like, "Oh shit!" And there's a whole story behind that that's fucking wild. But my dad had his 4 children taken away from him by his wife, and they literally like moved, and he never saw them again.
She's janky.
Yeah, wild. She is, but yeah. So then my
Somebody should
brother
smack
found
her.
me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming to Minnesota for that Vikings game, and I got an extra ticket. And I want you to go." I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I ended up going.
planned that?
I ended up going to that game.
Go, bro.
like, man.
Yep. So we went to the game, and I remember we were sitting in B-Dubs before the game, and Favre wasn't supposed to play. He was hurt, and all of a sudden the ESPN ticker comes across.
Did y'all hug
Brett Favre.
in that moment?
He said,
Fucking brothers, man.
I don't think
Favre's
so.
about to play.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That
But
just
maybe.
seemed like one of the moments, like, man.
So did you go because it was your brother or because it was the Vikings?
No, I would have gone either way. But
You had your own tickets, though.
no, well that's true. No, so
He
no.
wasn't going.
To be quite literal, no, I would not have gone. I was not in the market for buying
Shout out
tickets
to your
that
brother,
game.
man. You came through with the tickets, man.
But yeah, so yeah, we went.
Shout
I
out to
remember,
the Bears. No,
fuck the Bears.
Oh, damn.
no, he was a Bears fan though, wasn't he?
No,
That shit was heartbreaking.
Oh, I thought he was a
when they
Bears
lost.
fan.
no, he lived in Chicago, but not a Bears fan. Hated Bears fans. We had to stop him from getting into multiple fights with Bears fans multiple times. In Chicago. Yeah. Anyways, man, we've been going for I think we've been going for like 3 hours.
For real?
Damn, for real?
I think so.
You been that long?
He is too. Close
shit.
to it, man.
Bad.
But that's all right.
That's
Good
real
conversation.
vibes,
Good conversation. No, that's good. This is real good. That's good. That's what we want, man. So, all right, man. Before we go, just give him your socials. Tell them what to look for from you,
Oh
man.
man, everything is DB Tha Rasta. I don't make nothing complicated. Everything easy. DB Tha Rasta. DBTHARASTA. That's every social media. That's every streaming site. Anywhere you want to find music, just search that name. That shit gonna pop up. I'm the only one and only DB the motherfucking Rasta.
Only one.
Y'all know what's going on.
How'd you come from the Lil Tank to Lil Greg to
No, that shit. Yeah,
Hold
that
on. Is this your interview? I ain't asking him the question because I've heard him answer that question 38 times.
Shit, man, that shit was crazy.
DB stands for dope boy. You and the homies were watching Shatas. And you were like, we're Rastas. That's it. We're going to dreads up there. I
put the
answered.
Rasta. Shit.
Yep,
Yeah, put
see?
the dope boy shit. But before we put the Rasta to it, I never thought of the DB shit at all.
Yeah.
I literally I was always just dope boy. Like a lot of motherfuckers know me from way back then, still just call me dope boy. But this nigga right here, right on the side of me, he the one that gave me DB.
Oh, he's the one. Oh, he's so
Yeah,
that's
this
the
nigga-
legend right there.
Nah, my mom was
That's-
like, and I asked this nigga. So I asked him. I said, "What the fuck is DB?" And nigga like, "Dope boy, stupid ass nigga." I'm like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Oh," and no cap though. He nigga, we hung out every motherfucking day. So you know what I'm saying? Like
the duffel
I'm
bag.
talking about the nigga said it so much, it just stuck.
You should trade me.
Like it literally just stuck. Like it just stuck. Now it's like DB Tha Rasta. Like, but it's crazy though because everybody's like niggas either say DB. Everybody who ever run into me, it's like, oh, you either DB or they call me The Rasta. They just don't even call me DB. It's like The Rasta. Oh, ain't you the Rasta guy? The Rasta guy? Like
Feels awkward.
Tha Rasta.
The Rasta.
I'm like,
Nigga across the
all the
street.
time, I'll be like, yeah,
He be like, what up?
All right, man. Let's get out of here. Episode 210, The Wiseman Show. Anybody else got anything to say?
Hey, man. It's your boy,
HyphyTV?
Hyphy, man.
oh
Follow
yeah,
me
man.
at
Shout out to
HyphyTV.
HyphyTV, man.
Shout out to the
Motivation,
Wiseman,
the
man. I got to
hustle,
get my own
everybody.
interview on here, man.
Definitely the Wiseman, man. Oh yeah, I gotta say thank you and appreciate
For
y'all
sure.
even letting me slide. For first of all, the setup is dope as fuck. I love this shit.
Appreciate
you. Feel
you.
me on everything. Y'all got shit set out in this motherfucker. They got everything, y'all. When y'all slide through this bitch, I'm talking about boy liquor. They got more bottles in the club in this motherfucker. Man, I'm telling you, man. But
We
yeah,
are
I
out here,
appreciate
man.
y'all.
Hey, patreon.com/The Wiseman Show.
Yes, sir.
Wise, man.
Subscribe.
We
ASAP.
out.
Lakers up there.